been doing so often throughout the regular season, they can punch their ticket. Well, we're keeping with pretty much the same rules we have been throughout all of the postseason. Obviously, they will start on some form of
regular season. We had tossed Kings Row out of that rotation just to kind of, add some spice, some variety to the mix. But Kings Row now back in that map pool. So we might very well see that here today. But I like the fact that we have added in some of these hero bands. I think now with the vast pool of heroes that we have, it throws just a little interesting wrench into the mix here. And if you know a specific team is very good, or maybe they have a standout role, a standout player, you can ban away that player that they're very comfortable with. So VOD review, we talked about it all season. It's important here, even in the postseason.
Oh, it is very, very important. And just another little bit of background information. We've got a new hero as well, PIEA, who is absolutely available to play. Hazard has been activated as well. So the Bolas and the frontline Purple Man both available to try and win you some team fights. Now, they could be banned maybe just if you aren't as comfortable with them or playing against them, but it'll really be interesting to see where these target bans go. If I'm playing against West Branch, I'm banning the ball. I'm sorry, I have to do it.
Man, I feel like we haven't seen a ton of the ball from Baldiff though. He talked about it a couple times. He broke it out for fun to get back, but he felt like the comp really didn't work with the squad. So I know we'd seen a lot of other characters for them, but I think that's the nice thing about only one ban is, it's tough to pick just one when you have such a vast roster there. And so I'm sure Baldiff very comfortable on multiple different tanks, but you do make a very interesting point there.
Obviously, today we've also got some other streams going on. If you want to catch all those other quarterfinal games, we've got a lot of them. So make sure you're not only following here on our main channel, but all the rest of them, as Carlisle will play Loyal Zoc down as the 2-7 seed. Spring Grove is playing CB South. And then our second matchup of the day, we actually don't know who's going to be playing just yet. South Fayette, the Lions, the 20 seed, the lowest ranked team still left in the quarterfinals, will be playing after this. Their opponent is still to be determined.
Yeah, we just have to wait a little bit longer to figure out exactly who they're going against. And right now, I think we're just going through some map bans and or picks. So it shouldn't be too much longer before we get that action underway. But we talked about, Hazard now being available, PIEA as well. I did get to cast a showcase of high school talent here recently in this weekend, but I didn't see much PIEA. I saw her one time on the battlefield, but I feel like I don't know how much we'll see her here today. These students have kind of played a very similar roster throughout the entirety of the season. It feels like they don't switch too much unless they have to find a counter a pick. So I'm not sure if we'll see her. Hazard, on the other hand, excuse me, has been pretty good at dealing with like Maga and things like that in some of those close quarter combat. So we may see Hazard today.
Yeah, funny enough, I was actually casting some Overwatch on the weekend. I saw a ton of PIEA, so it feels like it's all about that comfortability. And I feel like PIEA's really good at just killing tanks, doing some great damage, and that ultimate, the Bolas are good at just looping everybody together. And those combination ultimates, if you want to fire it off with something maybe like a Deadeye to group everybody in one place. But comfortability is going to be huge, but winning maps is going to be even more important. We're still playing our regular 1-to-3, best-of-5, whatever you want to call it format. And it is, again, a series that if you don't win, this is the end of your season.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. They've experienced something similar in some previous land competitions and those conference championships as well. But it's that win, or go home, that do or die type attitude at this point. And Lijiang Tower will be that first one. Another staple, much like Kings Row here. So this doesn't surprise me, but honestly, I enjoy Ilios. I think it's a fun map that's viable for a few different compositions, and a couple of these submaps have that boop potential, if you will. So those are always things I look forward to.
That's my favorite thing. I mean, this is playoffs. I mean, everybody's high tense, that Elusio just comes in to ruin it all. Of course, the team fights are going to be hotly contested, but also for these two teams, you feel like both coming in off of victory. It's somewhat different than maybe some of the other postseason or regular season matchups. You've got to keep winning and keep that momentum going. So VOD reviewing everything you said all the way together, but it is our playoff time here. West Branch, Penn Manor. Let's play some Overwatch.
Here we go, right on down to it. I believe this is Garden here that we're starting out on. So another one of these maps here that has that boot potential around that point. If you can get that fast rollout and kind of meet them at that opponent's bridge, you can typically maybe find a boop there as well. But it looks like both of these teams are looking for that fast roll. You have IJV here on the team of Penn Manor. Ironically, one of the students I just saw in the showcase I did this weekend, but Shunem, an incredibly talented player. We've seen him on the tank a lot, but on that Freya that we were worrying about or wondering about, West Branch has a Freya as well. So, you know, maybe you got to see a lot more of it than I did, but I'm certainly excited to see it here today.
We'll see how it works, and maybe just a feel of the water to see how good it is. Both are going to go for the quick teleportation from the sim and then swap back over to their respective DPSs. For Inky Bear, it's going to be the Venture. For Big Jiffer, it's going to be the Genji. And now for Freya, very, very not tanky themselves. Very volatile glass cannon build, but can be good at damaging the tank. And Sugaretto is already going to take down Nyan Kiwi here. A huge opener for Penn Manor.
Great job here from Pig Manor, and not only IJV, but Big Jiffer was in that recent May showcase I was able to cast. Their team went on to win that as well, which is kind of like a combine for colleges to watch. So it's great to see him back out here with Penn Manor, already firing on all cylinders and doing well against this elite squad of West Branch.
You gotta play with full confidence, and Penn Manor is doing exactly that. Like we said, even though they're the 8th seed, the highest rated non-elite crew, and they want to fight back with that chip on their shoulder, knowing they weren't in that elite conference to start things off during this semester. It's no real swaps up here as West Branch look for the re-engage.
Inky Bear here on this Venture. A lot of mobility, really great damage, especially in toward the back line. Inky finds Zebra, shoot him. Quick answer back on ball dip as Inky Inky gets IJV here as well. And so a bit of back and forth, but now West Branch starting to find that domino effect. They'll get 4 now, and with that, should be able to take control of the point here.
Shunem gets the one-on-one victory against the Freya on the other side, but that's all they'll get for now. Bolas are going to be charged up for the game slays as West Branch look to build up their percentage. Now they're going to guard out this bridge, trying to get a boop, and that's a perfect hug. So Guretu is dead, and so is Zebra Girl. That's a 3 straight kill streak here for West Branch, and Penn Manor need to look for an answer, but they're not going to look to stagger in.
Yeah, I mean, West Branch stumbling just a little bit here in the opener, but they found their way, and they've got 3, almost 4 ults to work with versus the 0 from Penn Manor. So a real opportunity now for them to gain in here and push to take the lead. It will be on toward the backside. The window goes up. Inky finds the first one. Malga going down early. West Branch is going to need to regroup yet again.
Warriors here holding on to this window, and overall they've got the Venture ult still up and available. They're just holding the buttons, not using them. Penn Manor is having to re-engage at this bridge, and against Delucio, that's not what you want to do. Bola, whole hog, it's time to press some buttons. On the other side though, it's going to be the sound barrier to give them that extra HP, and now the battle back. Bola's kill 2, and then the re-engage, the shockwaves, and the cage on top of it. The sound barrier from Firelord kept the fight going, and West Branch is able to clean it down.
Yeah, Penn Manor almost able to come in with some success there. They had some nice picks. Shunem now, though, swapping off this Freya on toward the Sojourn as Inky Bear continues to be a menace with this Venture, and now Chigoretto, IJV just now respawning, so Penn Manor has to regroup here. They've got at least 1 more fight territory, and it looks like they're working around toward the backside once more.
Comets have got 10% to give. It's got to be now, and for the game, Slays is going to take down Big Jiffer. It doesn't matter. Against the Kitsune rush, they rush at their face. Voldiff is down. That's a huge frontline piece. Sugarageto is able to take down 1 more, and the Emmy field falls with it. Penn Manor, IJV double kills. They retake the point.
Just in the nick of time as we saw that overtime fuse was lit. Unfortunately, they don't have a ton of ultimates to work with. Luckily, neither does the other side, but there is a couple fight territory here for West Branch. Firelord just now coming back, so they need to take a moment here to regroup, but certainly time still on their favor at the moment. It appears that they are going to opt to head toward that backside as well.
Going from the back door here. West Branch have got to make sure Baldiff stays alive. Has died early in a few of these fights here. Sugura Ghetto's going to put in the damage on this Malga. Inky Bear down to half. IJV almost with that barrier up and available, but Baldiff takes down Shunem. Big Jiffer is not consistent. Damage is going to need to find the back line, but it's the self-heal from Baldiff. Malga charges forward using the cardiac overdrive, but Baldiff just overdrives them out of the point. 99%, one overtime fuse remains, and Inky Bear is sending shockwaves to the back line. Shunem is back, ready to drive in. IJV holds the line until West Branch steals it away.
Oh, close. They get to that 99% as well. And they're going to have to look to pressure back on, potential risk of stagger, but they can't quite get there. So West Branch, a little bit difficult of a start for them, but they were able to hone in those skills, and they'll take this first sub-map here 100 to 99. It's very close and maybe a little bit telling for how this series might play out.
Already a close one. I want to see exactly more of that. I think for Penn Manor, a lot of those fights decided by when they were popping those ultimates, and you look back to one of those mid-range fights that kind of took 8 or 9 ultimates out of the mix from a combined both sides. West Branch is not going to change anything up. I think for Big Jiffer realizing they might need just a little bit more damage here, so swapping over to the Cassidy.
Shunem making some swaps here as well, and we're going to take another look. Shout out to Nick on these drone aerial views here as we head in on toward control center of the tower here. It'll be up to Penn Manor to find a win here and see if they can push it in toward that night market, but they found early success. It was that middle ground that they struggled with just a bit, and I think the alt economy played a big role in that. Baldiff sticking with the Roadhog for the time being, though.
Staying with the self-heal, staying with the sustain here. It does mean they have no extra barrier to guard that front line. Penn Manor did get the teleport out, so they could be a little bit quicker to accessing the point of attack they want to go for. Shunem, Big Jiffer, this combination, the change up to the Cassidy, allows them to go a little bit more long range, especially in a sub-map like this one. You have a lot of openings to break open that damage.
Yeah, and I think, you know, even though they have that Malga, not as much die potential there. So Big Jiffer not getting as much value from the Genji as would have liked. So I think this is a great swap for them. Hopefully it will pay out in their favor. They've already got good contention on the point. They will capture it here early once more. Baldiff dangerously low, has to back off a bit, but they've got the high ground, the med pack, and the ammunition to work with here. So we saw this in that first one as well. Penn Manor, early start, early pressure. It was West Branch that was able to work back. We'll see if they can do something similar.
When you pull the trigger here, I mean, Zebra Girl taken down to half, but still with all that utility piece in the back line, Sugura Get2 still holds the line as seeing the Venture go back underground. Penn Manor just grabbed 25% for free. I don't know that you want to hook the big man as he's driving away. Baldiff loses a chunk of their HP, but quickly sustains it. 8% away from the whole hog as the Comet's still building up percentage.
Yeah, doing a great job here, just past that 40% mark. They've been able to pressure up. There's that whole hog coming out as you were talking about. The game slays, the Freya popping the bolo here as well, but not sure if there was a ton of value. Now Big Jiffer looking for that high noon. The Deadeye comes out. Can he find one? And now the shells continue to rain down here from Sugaretto as they look to maintain control of the point. It's Shunem, Inky, game slays, Baldiff, everybody getting a piece of the pie, but Shunem, the triple kill, and they look to come alive.
It's a 2v1 here to finish it up. It's the DPS versus the big Malga man, but he's got 2 DPS cannons to the left and right side of those packs. 71% here, and what a beautiful Kitsune rush. That's one thing I don't want to fight. A Malga and a Sojourn, and now the dive forward takes down the tank. Bye-bye to your immortality field, and the cage will trap them in. Comets full clear up.
Big plays here. Malga, Shunem, everybody. Gunny, Cha-Cha doing the slide right in, looking to find that victory here. 90% now in West Branch. They don't have a single percentage, but guess what? Baldiff has broke out the hamster. It's time to have some fun.
It's time, baby. It's overtime, you could even say. For Penn Manor, dodging away. Baldiff is dead! Sugura Getsu takes him down. The soldier grenade rips down everybody else. And the fuse is not long for this world. Sub-map number 3, here we come.
I mean, My jaw is on the floor from 199 near defeat there for Penn Manor to 100-0 against this #1 elite team of West Branch. This is something that we haven't seen too often, but Penn Manor has ignited the fire, and they are looking fierce here as we head on into Night Market.
This is just map #1. We could have 4 more of maps like these, and this is what playoffs is about. When it comes time, throw the seeding out the window, throw the regular season out the window, and you just gotta win for West Branch. They changed up their tank late in that sub-map #2. It looks like they're gonna go with the Sigma for just a little bit more control over the points.
Honestly,
how is it 1-1? What's that?
Been a big
yeah,
fan
exactly.
of Sigma for a
Seth
long
is actually just bad at Freya.
time.
Like, I don't know what I'm
Melody
watching.
sing here. Baldiff.
They lost a round.
He's
what? It was
on
Game Slays was on
different
Freya.
tanks here.
That's the
and
only.
So
And
we'll see
Baldiff
if this
was on
can
Hog.
be that swap they need. It seems
And
like Malga,
they were on their normal
Big
comp
Jiffer
with
now
Genji
on the
Freya.
Cassidy. These
And they
changes
lost
have
the
been
round.
working for him. Shoot him there. Looks for this quick entry.
They
off
were
the
on.
court, then
Here,
swaps
listen to me.
Sojourn
They were on
immediately
Roadhog
to catch up. So
into
it looks like
Malga.
Penn Manor has a game plan here.
It's a good pick.
And Wyatt's dying. Yeah.
Both, and
How
both
is
think
it's
their
not
game
It's a good
plan is
pick,
going
bro.
to succeed. One of them won't, and one of them is
And
picking
really,
up
everyone,
a bad
all
point
5
here
players
after
work on
map
all of them were
#1 for
cosmetic.
Baldiff.
Like,
It's going to be
they got
rocking that
99%
barrier
somehow.
to just
I was
force
shocked
away
they even
the
got that
opponents
much.
and really just hitting
Look,
the
now
bouncing
Wyatt
balls
wants
here
to
to
run
make
in
sure
more on
they
the
can deal
Sigma.
the damage. Sugura get 2
When they were on
jumps to the
Hog,
back
you wouldn't
line,
run in,
hits
and he just
the
got moved.
rock in the face, and that's an off the edge. Fire Lord gets credited with the
my
boop,
God.
but IJV gets a boop of their own. Shunem, IJV fighting back, and
They still win
Baldiff
'cause
can't
Seth just
survive.
went
It's a
Sojourner
team
now,
kill and
is
a
rolling the
Comets
game.
point.
In Manor
The second point
looking
was
for
99-0.
a big upset here
100.
today. They're reaching deep in the pockets, pulling out all the stops here and playing very nicely as that cohesive unit.
There's
Now they
also
look
no
to
way
eat
to
up some of
see
this space
what,
and make this first pressure through this
like,
choke
heroes
point
each
a
team
bit
banned.
tougher
I'm
here. West
assuming
Branch
they banned
has to
Orisa,
find a
or,
way
like,
to
Penn
crack
Manor
the
banned
code
Orisa.
here because time slowly
But I have no idea what
dwindling
West
away.
Branch banned.
20% already here for West Branch. You don't
Someone
want to
would've got
gather
Orisa
up
by
those
now.
ultimates and just waste them away all in one fight like we saw in that sub-map #2. For Penn
like,
Manor,
why is Big Differ
they've
on
got some
cast?
good
You think they
charges
banned
on their
Hazard?
ultimate as well. For Shunem, 60%.
But then Orisa wouldn't be
As
banned.
Sugura get to pretty much just free
You
fires.
can't ban
Nyland
from the same
Kiwi
category.
is at
I think
fault.
West Branch gets
as
the first
Inky Bear,
ban,
the
too,
first
so.
to go down. Penn Manor is just finding their openings.
What the hell would
Drive
Penn
right
Manor
in the
ban?
back
I don't
line,
even
takes
know,
down
bro.
Nyan Kiwi,
I think they
and
banned
no
Orisa.
Penn Manor
I think
member has
West Branch
died
probably
just
banned.
yet.
Was Big Differ playing Genji, or did someone ban Genji?
No.
Look at
Genji's
the
available.
economy, how strong
He
it
played
is
Genji
here
round
for
1.
Penn
He
Manor.
wasn't.
West
He low-key
Branch
wasn't the
falling
problem.
behind. Baldiff has gone
Like,
down. They
Zebra
need
Girl
to wait
kept
for
getting
that
hooked.
reset
Seth
of
kept
the
getting
tank,
hooked.
but
Wyatt-
Penn Manor is doing
I mean,
so much work here.
Wyatt had
Even
an
if West
interesting
Branch
play
can
walking
find a
into
way to
window, by
capture
the
the
way.
point, Penn Manor
He
at that
died
point would
so
just have
fast.
to win
I
one
mean,
of those engagements to
I don't know what
pressure
he
on
was
and
doing.
clutch up map #3.
Like,
This
Game
could be
Slays
their
was
map.
low-key doing
You talk
better
about
at
a
Freya
short
than Seth.
reverse
I
sweep
just don't
after
think Seth
losing
understands how
that
to play
first
Freya.
sub-map. Here comes the drive. The Kitsune Rush is there, and the damage is insane. Light them up as well with the sound barrier
look,
that
now it
reserves
doesn't even
the
look like
health
it's
bars
close.
here. The West Branch Warriors need to find something, and Big Jiffer
And
sends
Zebra Girl just
Inky
fed,
Bear
whatever than that.
back to the den. Baldiff is all on their lonesome, and that black hole can only eat up
She just
so
did it.
much
How many
time.
buffs did she have?
Game Slays does find
Sure,
one
it's not
consolation
that bad.
prize, but Big Jiffer has
She's been
dropped
hooked, like,
ball if they don't
3
have a
times
tank.
absent.
Game Slays trying to battle back on their own. They'll finally get a little bit of a leeway, a little pressure. They make it onto the point. They'll be able to light that overtime fuse, but they've got to find picks and or kills here relatively soon. It's the cage, the Thunderdome, but Game Slays continues to slay.
Again and again, keeping the team alive. Shunem rockets them with the nade. That's 2 dead.
Seth's gonna win this fight.
Supports down. The healing is very
Yeah, bro.
minimal,
That's
and
so
Shunem
stupid.
is back. 3K. Baldiff takes down IJV, and another DPS is lost.
Okay,
this
he's lucky I
overtime
pushed you,
fuse
'cause it could've
has
been
not
sure. And the ball?
transitioned
What? No,
hands.
Seth, get in there.
Finally, Baldiff will get the point going their
pussy.
way.
99%
He's got
yet
one of them.
again. They're finally able to bring it back, but now they have to win fight after fight after fight. And you take a look at the alt economy, it's just not quite there yet. This Maga and crew have done a good job of eating away at the damage here of Baldiff. You have to see him lingering outside, trying to work with that lamp. The slam down there as well, trying to be that disruption. Dangerously
No
low.
lamp. This guy's 1 HP, just
able
run
to get
in.
back just in time.
Hold W.
forced to utilize those health packs here right now.
Oh
Incubator
my
is just
God.
caught in a bad scenario.
What
He
in
put
the
the
fuck?
whole W.
And just stacking the
Why are you
soldier
staring at him?
grenade
Oh
right
my
in the
God.
center of that point. Suguru
Wyatt's
Getsu is
cooked,
up to
Wyatt's cooked.
1500 HP as they dive forward off
play.
that sound barrier.
He just
And
stared at them for
Shunum
so
has
long and they did
got
nothing
vaulted.
about it.
That
They
is
didn't even
gonna
shoot
be
him.
Dude, that's a
overtime.
good
They
play.
didn't even
To
shoot him.
go.
It was a
Dude,
terrible
it's a
play.
good play,
The
man.
PIEA
Terrible
champions
play.
win map
I
number
think-
1.
You just don't know what a
Manor,
good play
100
is.
Again, this is unreal
Penn
for them.
Manor
They're
is
playing
trying to
up
throw.
against this elite squad and
Look, yeah.
playing
How did
very,
they lose to
very
Hog,
well.
bro?
Look at Game
Every
Slay's
single
play
one
of the
these
game on
games
Freya.
has been
Like, he
either
actually got
incredibly
there.
close or drastically in the favor of Penn Manor,
Wasn't
and they
even
do
around.
it again here in map number 3. They go up first in this series. They've got that first point. They get a B in that driver's seat, and now all of a sudden West Branch begins to
That's
feel the
terrible.
pressure of letting those championships
Dude,
slip away. So,
let
yeah,
him
Oh
cook.
my
we knew it was
God.
going to be a banger, but I'm actually a little bit surprised on this one.
No one should be surprised. I'm surprised it was that
had
close.
to make a lot of changes to their lineup, lost some seniors. I mean, they're still battling with back-to-back trophies in the cabinet, so that is a pretty good motivator to try and go 3 in a row. For West Branch, a really good fight
this
from
is
them. We
D2
knew as
guy,
the
or-
#1 seed, they were going to come out
I don't know,
swinging.
this is D2
but
and
now
D3.
they've
This
been
guy's probably
hit
better
in
at
the
Freya
jaw,
than
you
Seth.
could say.
Like,
How do
that
they
was
respond
bad.
going into map number 2?
I feel like they're going to take us right to King's Row. I think they go right for that comfortability pick that you know, they haven't
Why
had
would they
as
do that?
you know. Honestly, though, maybe they don't. Maybe they switch it up because it hasn't been in that regular season mix. But I feel like, you know, they have that luxury of getting not
you
only
know,
to
maybe
pick
he's
the
flat
mode,
and,
but
like,
where
there's
we
nothing
head
wrong with that.
next. And so you have to feel like it is going to favor them a bit. Obviously,
why would
we
West
talk
Branch
about, you know,
pick
sometimes it's almost better to go toward
KR?
that flashpoint or that push so that that other
I forget
team
which
doesn't
team
get a
gets
pick
the first
defense.
Maybe
or
they
offensive
ban
order they might
Mauga?
want first. But so it'll be interesting to see where they decide to go, if they do go for more of that comfortability pick or if they're looking to throw a wrench in the mix.
Why is
As I said, they took map number 1. Of course, we're still on Lijiang Tower. They took point number
Bill
1.
Clinton
Map
has
number
swapped to
1, the Thundering
DPS? This is
Herd
a
did, but of
development.
course, we did see
Carlisle
this
might be
Wow,
very,
okay.
very
What-
Uh,
they have a
consistent
mercy
there, never
player, the
surrendering
V
the point.
gamer. Is it? He
Has
was the
the
DPS.
control from
I
the
think.
word go.
The V Gamer was
Now
the
Loyal
support,
Sock has
no?
to come up with some
Oh,
answers.
no, he
We'll
is on
see
support.
them
Yeah, I'm pretty
change
sure he was a support.
yet
Told
again
me.
Maybe
on
they
the
always
front
had 3
line.
support. I don't know.
I think he
Back
was on
once
Moira.
again for my dad. I mean, he is a good front line.
Yeah, you're
Always
right.
love
I
to see
thought
the
Bill
stick with
Clinton
pick. Can't
played-
tell me you don't see the family resemblance from the side profile.
Bill Clinton was on
Loyal
Anna.
Sock,
Yeah,
they
I
gotta find a
know.
way to hit a quick 180.
That's why I'm
'cause these team fights,
confused.
the first opening picks are going
Was
in Carlisle's
Ackerman's on
favor each and every
DPS?
time.
I didn't think he was.
Hit the nail on the head there. Absolutely, could not have said it better myself. Q. I mean, the only thing that we've not seen so far, and everything we've
this is a
spoken about in the
comparable time
pre-game, but we
versus
saw a
you.
glimpse of in the back of the last capture
Holy
point
shit.
was that ball
It's a good
play,
pick.
but maybe a little bit too
It's
late.
gonna work because look at the other
Potentially
team's
look to
comp.
see that changed
And
into
Loyal
rather
Sock.
early from Loyal Sock. Maybe see if that can make the difference. This time around, both teams are going to.
Oh, I'm unmuted.
The rest of the crew,
Does full
time and
screen
time
change
again,
the-
have been able to showcase their talent and show just how good they are. So
change that whatever.
it's exciting.
It very much is. And I think,
Yeah, I'm
again,
gonna
you
be
look at a
D2.
number 8 seed and you're like, sure, this is one of the bigger
Why? No,
discrepancies
we
in
can watch it.
terms of overall
Bro,
seeding,
it's
but this is the
D2.
team that was the highest ranked non-elite.
Dude,
there's
team.
steppers down
We
there.
see
You
this
don't
over
understand.
some of those senior swaps, but clearly they have a good program, great coaches
Okay,
behind them,
Bill Clinton
and
is
a
terrible.
great little bit of
Yeah,
structure.
why
that
is
has
he on
helped
Freya?
build just
Oh
some
my-
phenomenal players. And
IJV?
as you said, players that are some seniors going to be graduating, doing some bigger and better things with some scholarships after.
Yeah, I think, you know,
No, and
that's
IJP's
what's so
terrible.
great to see is not only they're out there showcasing the talent, having some fun, but they have an opportunity to better themselves. I know you and I, we've talked about it a few times. You know, even with Waynesburg, how we've seen some of these players grow up and develop through California area and now making it onto the Waynesburg squad, not just for Rocket League, but for Overwatch, where they recently won a championship as well. And so I think that's part of the really fun part about these high school leagues is we get to see that youth kind of grow into it and really take a foothold there. And so it's been fun getting to tell that story as they grow and get better as well.
And the stories aren't going to stop. I've got to say,
I'm
if
still
you
waiting
have
to see
not
who won this
already
game, by the
booked
way.
your flights, booked your car,
No one
rental car,
knows.
whatever it may be, for
They're just
the LAN
totally stuck at
weekend at
1-1.
Mount Aloysius, it is going to be a ton of
I don't know
fun.
what they're
Games
waiting
all
for.
across Saturday and Sunday. And the good news is, okay, if you don't want to book a ticket there, we'll still be
Nobody
live
knows.
here on these channels to broadcast it all for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I can't reiterate how exciting these lands are. The atmosphere is unmatched, you know. And even if your team doesn't have to
Turn
happen
around
to
and
make
swing it
it,
out the other
Yeah,
side.
you're not
Bill
talking about
Clinton
the
on the flank at this moment in time has a great position on the right hand
The
side.
atmosphere.
Quite enough damage
I don't
down
know how
before
how
Loyal
did he
Sock
miss
member
that?
was getting
I have
caught
not
off.
seen Bill Clinton
Turns
hit a
back to the
shot.
ball for the team now. Left-hand side on the 90 and the initial choke that Carlisle taking great control of. Is under pressure again, but Beagle Balls finds the fall as Bill Clinton's going to claim that one.
Now at this point, if you are Loyal Sock, you are running out of time and you are running out of health pool for quite a few of your players as well. You have to find a way to get one good
You can't
push.
run out of health pool. You just heal them back up.
Push over towards this left side and into the actual point itself. You gotta be able to get control and start counting your way up. You see they've at least got the control part. Now you've got to be able to hold on. Beaver Balls has already fallen. Sever falls as well as Death steps through. The fisticuffs broken out one more time. Carlisle looking to reseize control.
And it's no wonder the Loyal Soccer struggled and stretched thin on this site, because Carlisle are hitting them from all four corners of the universe at this moment in time. All four corners of the box becoming points of pressure as each member consecutively synchronized swings through. Apostle has a three-piece though as the mirror matchup.
The Flats crosshair goes crazy.
Is that a Flats crosshair?
That's the flat. That's the crosshair from the Flats video.
Oh my god, that is
so
stupid.
At this point,
So Destiny is a Flats viewer. Interesting.
Cannot surrender this thing. You've got to be able to go the distance here. Seven Seekers has already fallen. Red Harlow, I think, popped the ult a little just too early. Maybe find something with the high noon. No, that's a swing and a miss. But luckily for them, everyone else pushes forward. Loyal Stock in trouble.
Yeah, Destiny's in with the Annihilations. That's going to be another two pieces. Destiny has consistently converted on the use of that ability every single time we've seen them on screen. A third there as Apostle goes down, and one of the Loyal Sock members that have been keeping
just
their
focus on shooting the targets you ulted. You will kill both of them.
For the Carlisle squad to flood out the rest, and Seven Seekers, Jace.
Yeah, how broken is Freya?
Both pay the price. Then Bill Clinton's going to decide to finish with an extra bit of flair. Beaver Balls, Sever, and the Fossil all getting caught up on the next.
It's crazy. As much as I've seen this, Bill Clinton guy is better than Seth.
Again, after Carlisle regain control. And like you said, Q, all it was going to take is one.
Just so much slander happening.
Matchups all throughout the week here today as we view
our
our
secondary
map. We're at King's Row, as we kind of predicted, so a little bit more neutral of a map. But of course, we've got Rocket League tomorrow, we've got Valorant on Wednesday, and Super Smash on Thursday as well. We've got some other Waynesburg streams that are going to be happening as their Rocket League team looks to battle through the NECC Championship Divisionals.
Yeah, and like I was mentioning earlier, I saw that the Overwatch team had won the championship there as well. I don't think they dropped a single game throughout the regular season. I know every single one that I casted for them was like 3-0 sweeps. So,
right?
And also Jordan from California area playing for them. That's one of those, high school students that we talked about bettering their career. And so it was wonderful to see, and hopefully they'll be able to grab a Rocket League title as well. But Penn Manor looking to close it out here, looking to send themselves into the semifinals. I mean, what a great position they would be sitting in if they find a way to knock off the #1 team here this early.
I mean, you went on their map pick. You're going to something that's probably not
one side of the bracket is going to be 8 versus 20, and the other side is going to be 2 versus 3.
Could definitely give yourself an advantageous spot in that, right? But also, I mean, it's King's Row. We know it. We've seen it. It's been there for many seasons, and this is a chance for teams to kind of flex your composition in a little bit longer format where it's not just okay, one and done. You get one all charge and then good luck, you're on to the next sub map. It is very snowbally. If you can win those fights over and over, even if you're down to a minute or 30 seconds on the clock,
you and me could dog walk the entire Loyal Sock team.
I mean, we saw West Branch change the course of that first game there.
They're really good.
It was Penn Manor that was dominating. They had a ton of %, and really they only had to win one more fight, but West Branch was able to hold out, find those continuous staggers, and play well together. But Penn Manor then shifted up that comp just a little bit, and it's something that's been working for him. I think Shunem on that Sojourn has just been pretty devastating there with that railgun as well.
Yeah, see, he wanted to play Orisa.
Well, we'll see if the railgun can swap into a
sniper a good pick here. I like that.
For Shunem as they pick up the Widow. It's map number 2, King's Row,
probably.
as West Branch will start on the defensive side here. Penn Manor going to start on the attacking side. So Widow in the window, the classic selection, and Baldiff is picking up the Orisa.
I was wondering if Sugaretto was going to stick with the hamster here. I was hoping to see someone play the hamster against Baldiff, but honestly, Sugaretto on this Malga has been very devastating. Also great against that ball that we saw earlier. But I think Orisa can play very well into this as well. It's going to be interesting to see this first choke point here for both of these teams. But Big Jiffer back on the Genji. Shunem.
They didn't ban Malga. Like,
Widow's
what?
window here.
They banned Soj. No one has
Doesn't
picked
really
Soj
cost
yet.
you anything. A free
Jiffer
chance
swap
to do it,
characters.
and up goes Jiffer.
I guess
up
that's
goes
fair,
the high
but,
ground
bro.
here, and again, West Branch starting on this
West
defensive
Branch definitely
side.
banned Soj.
They can set the
I
tone.
don't know why they
That's
didn't
a nice
protect.
opening spear
Who gets
there
the
for
first ban?
Baltic. Maybe just
Would
a
it be the
taste
losing
of what
team or
we
the
are
winning
going to
team?
get. Pursuku is going to send their way forward all the way through the point here, already getting the congestion
Probably the
going on
losing
and starting to build
team. They get the ban.
up the
Probably
bar.
losing
And
team.
overall, Game Slays has found
This is
Shunem,
insane to
and
me.
the spawns are just so far away for the combat.
Game plays just shoot him.
He's just
They're
better.
able to get regrouped relatively quickly here. As
I don't know if
them
it's
begin
Seth
to
is just
pressure
having an
on
off
the
day
point.
or
They
if he just
almost got that
is
first
actually
hit,
bad
but
at
couldn't
Freya.
quite finalize it. Game Slays on the
This Game
Freya,
Slays guys is
raining
not
down
good
the
at
damage
Freya.
from above. And
I've seen enough.
Has swapped in toward the Cassidy themselves here as well.
He doesn't spam this shit nearly
It,
enough.
so they have a little bit again range built into this composition.
where are they
For
going?
Penn Manor, the
This is-
Comets will head up to the window.
How
and
is this
look to
working?
drop
They're
on
so
the
scared.
They're going to go for the
Why are they
full
giving us so much
wraparound
space?
as the
Why
spear
did they
does
just give them the
connect
whole
on the
point for
long
free?
range
Big
capture
Jiffer,
not going to go
what-
through, but here's Big
Oh
Jiffer.
my
How is he
God.
alive?
Swap
How is he
back
alive?
to the Genji, but it's going to be a target of the point. First
Traded.
bar is unlocked. We will trade Freya's.
Go,
as
go,
they die
go,
together,
go,
holding
go,
hands.
go.
The capture
Okay.
contest comes through, and Baltic
Now
is
there's
ready
this
to go,
fight.
but the Genji has slashed
Go!
away their back
Oh my
line.
God.
Just one DPS, one
Nah, he just
support to
wastes
try
the E
and
and then
fight
stands
it,
here and
and
dies.
Baltic
Like,
hits another beautiful spear.
Yo, Wyatt might be
Got to
cooked.
fear the spear.
Maybe
Orisa,
no
the
crack.
battle
Lost it.
cattle. She's been a menace for many seasons and probably will be to
Wyatt
come.
did not play
Inky
the game anymore.
finding shots here as well. Penn Manor will stagger out just a bit. Sugu
I think
Ugeto looking to
this
swap toward that
is
Orisa here
DPS
as
stiff,
well.
by
They've
the way,
gotten
the
2
Inky
ticks
Bear
toward
guy.
unlocking this payload. So all in all, a decent
think there's
job
anyone
here.
else
But the
good
auto
enough
economy right now for West Branch
for
is
this
a
to
bit
be-
better.
Name isn't bad.
Got 3
He played
check
Venture the
marks
first
in
map,
their
too.
favor.
They might have
Frankie
banned
Bear and
Venture.
Game
Oh, no, they
Slays,
can't.
can
They banned
combine
Soj.
their
I don't
ultimates to
know.
deadly efficiency if they so choose. But it's the Bolas taking down only the Immortality Field, and the Kitsune Rush
Oh,
combined with the
What
Deadeye
are
already
we
coming
doing?
through.
Oh my
Slice and
God.
dice, not good enough.
He-
as
did
Big
he
Jiffer
dash back
loses
in? Is
their
that what I
life,
just saw?
And the sound barrier from IJF
why was he in,
is keeping
period?
the fight
His
going.
team
But
must
all
have
this is doing is allowing West Branch to build up.
Okay, yeah,
And
Wyatt's
the
also winning, though.
Kitsune
Thank God,
Rush
because
comes
Wyatt
through,
might be terrible.
And Ben Manor bulldozes up.
Yeah, a great job here by Penn Manor to solidify unlocking this payload.
I mean, I
And
don't
they do
understand
so
why
with
Wyatt is so
4
unwilling to, like,
additional
push.
minutes
Like,
now,
just-
and so they give them plenty of
he's
time.
just shooting at
ourselves
Orisa
plenty of time
on Malga.
to work
They
toward
get in
this
there.
next choke point here. Not a ton of changes
What is she
other
gonna
than
do,
that swap over to Orisa here for Penn Manor, but it's been enough. Shunem on this Freya as well, and honestly, I'm pleasantly surprised that I get to see some Freya action here today.
That's a fun hero to watch
okay,
for
so
sure.
he doesn't play the game.
Hey man, by the way, Freya's OP. Did you notice? Did you notice, man?
Along with, like we said, that glass cannon.
Freya's a little
type
broken.
build. Not the
Glass
most
cannon,
help,
by the way.
but do a lot of
Glass
damage.
cannon.
Ben Manor
That's
already
the
through
second time they said
archway
that.
here.
It made me mad the
Oldip
first time,
does
too.
have the Terra Surge, but is going to utilize the Fortify.
What is glass
early
cannon
on
about?
in the fight.
She's in the
From
skybox,
backline,
you can't
good
hit
enough.
her.
The spear connecting again, pushing Big
Glass
Jiffer away
cannon.
from the
What
fight.
is this all?
Terra Surge through the wall there.
'Cause she
Does a
doesn't
decent
have
chunk of damage, but Ben
a lot of
Manor, nobody
HP,
dies.
Greg.
They
What is
got a
this
Terra
all?
Surge of their own.
Why was the
And
cast
this one
there?
takes
Oh,
down
was he on
Inky.
high ground?
Bolas have to be
Wait, it might have been a
utilized,
good ult.
but it
He
might
might have
just
pulled
be
off high
too
ground.
little, too late. The
He's Big
mortality
Jiffer
field
on
is
grass
down.
again.
Health bars are low, but Ben Manor finds a way to survive.
Okay, so finally
Good
woke
on
up.
the
Maybe
two-piece on the back of it here as well, and continues to shoot these crossbow bolts downfield. Sugu has done great on this Orisa, and I like the fact that he's willing to say, hey, I will challenge the opponent Orisa. I don't mind a mirror match. I've got some skills to showcase here as well.
No, he doesn't.
She has some
What is he
skills,
aiming
man.
at? What is he
Far
aiming at?
here, and quickly moving the way
Yo,
forward
it's so
into
funny
the
when
line
Wyatt
of
just
fire.
like continuously shoots the
Sugarugetto
wall,
is
and
up
then he
to
like realizes that he's
36%
shooting
on
a
the
wall,
ultimate.
and then he'll
no ultimates to work
try
with.
to
Two
start
support
shooting the enemies.
ultimates on the other side. They need a contest now, though. Kitsune
Good play.
Rush gonna be utilized to open things as IJF goes down to a headshot.
IJF.
Zebra Girl has to be
IJF.
careful here,
It's just
as
not
they
the
don't
same
have
letter,
a tank.
bro.
They don't have another
guy cannot
support,
read.
and West Branch use one ultimate to clean up everything.
Yeah, great style. I mean, just a little less than 3 meters
why are both
from that
teams playing
checkpoint,
pass?
extending that time. So
Yo.
honestly, it's a great first
What are
initial
we
push
doing?
here for Penn Manor. They might have to stall out here a little bit, win some fights, and
I'm
look to
so
pad up that
confused.
ult percentage. They do have the sound barrier to work with. A couple members that are super close, but I think they're going to need more than that
I
one
don't
ult
hate it.
probably to secure this push because West Branch has a couple of their own.
Okay, but like, Big difference could just play Genji. If he just doesn't int, it's a better pick.
He was, bro. He was inting, bro. He was.
Connection, and it's going to be Terra Surge combination after a sound barrier to try and deny it here. But it was just a space denial ultimate there from Baldiff. Needs to stay alive. Inkybear gets nothing. That's 2 ultimates for the price of free 99. And Penn Manor, they're going to big spend into this fight. They're going to send extra spear into the faces, and they will unlock checkpoint number 1.
Killer, why'd you...
Continue to pressure forward fearlessly. And we see them
care about it overheating
2 additional picks. Freya going down here as well as Fire Lord. So West Branch has to be careful they don't stagger out here near the end of this push. Penn Manor, 2.5 minutes to find that final destination. They've got the Terror Surge and the Deadeye. Plenty of ults, 4 to work with to be in fact.
The timing is everything, though. King's Row is a map where just you want to make it to the end, but you also want to build up some of that time. I know your opponents can just as well. West Branch on the defense with this longer composition. The Ashe is going to start to rain down over top, but the Kitsune Rush is just going to be a dodge away. It is every button. Press 4 ultimates in total. And how do you stop this Comets team?
She got it. She got it, though. No, she got it. The Ashe doesn't have headphones. It's alright.
The answer on how to stop him, you don't.
And Manor looking near flawless here today. That number 8 seed really showing up and putting on a clinic. An absolute cinema thus far. West Branch backs against the wall a bit here. I mean, they've got to find a way to dig deep. Of course, it is a best of 5. They still have another opportunity, but to allow an underdog like this to go up to match and series point this early could spell disaster. West Branch, they've been in tough positions like this before. They know how to navigate the rough waters, but are they going to be able to patch all the holes in the ship here today?
No.
Good metaphor. Holes, but they can quickly make the ship sink.
Are used a little bit
West Branch needs to choose which hole to plug.
It's just an ass metaphor.
All of them at the same time. Right now, need to find the patchwork, and the answer that they choose is they said, "I patch it with tape. We'll patch it with a bubble from Zarya."
What did they ban?
Hey, I mean, Zarya is a phenomenal counter to heroes like Orisa or Diva, and so this is just a great decision from Baldiff. We talk about how comfortable they are on multiple different tanks, and that's a valuable asset to have when trying to lead your team to victory. Game Slays on to the Bastion. I know you and I will love to see some Bastion action here, so we'll see if that hailstorm of bullets will help put down Sugu Rugetto in this one, or if Penn Manor will be able to stifle and stop West Branch.
Bro, if he was on Freya, their comp would be like so much better.
That front-to-back team fight from West Branch. It's interesting because the Penn Manor backline is pretty fragile. They do have a lot of those healing abilities along with a cleanse from Zebra Girl. But Baldiff is going to look to lead the line. We'll see if Inkybear does decide to play or just go for the teleport on this. I do like this choice on the initial first point just because those turrets are so pesky. You can get them inside, get those slowdowns, but Game Slays is already down to half on the entry.
Down, has to get healed up here, and will do so. We can see him trying to move together here through the building, maybe get some of that high ground as well, but a little bit disoriented. They finally decide where they want to head, and now peppering in from both sides. It's a bit of a pincer play here from Penn Manor as they look to slow West Branch down once more.
Those turrets are so effective inside the building. They are baiting anybody to come their way. Game Slays down to 80.
Game Slays playing the
as well. The spear, the double Sugura get to burns down everything, and the teleporter will die with them. Now there's 3 members of West Branch just stranded in the second floor of this apartment complex. And boy, the Comets are putting the pressure on to take those staggering kills.
Now we can see Sugu Rugetto up in this tiny hallway, and it could be a hallway of death against a monster like this. The battle cattle back on top finds the 2K. Inky getting a consolation prize in the mix. Chunum has the bolo, has the ult to work with here as well, but might not need it because Sugu Rugetto is on an absolute tear.
Why is he saying it's so fruity, bro?
Just opening up these team fights here with presence. The Bastion, as much as we love him, he's a kind of immobile guy. He doesn't do too well on his own without that grenade jump. And now for West Branch, they need to find a fight here soon to boost the time they have left to go. And it's going to come through a double long-range composition in the DPS. Inkybear is just 40% away from calling down BOB.
Has been holding on to this ult for the perfect time. Has the Terror Surge now for Rugetto as well as they begin to inch forward. That ult economy still favoring Penn Manor at the moment. Ball diff.
Can we like decide how to say the name before you start casting,
the
maybe?
window comes up, and now they have an opportunity to find a little bit of ground.
Nah, man, they're good.
Their way forward here. I like the Terra pop right in front of the window. The Immortality Field is going to be the only threat that falls. Baldiff is able to take down Shoot him, though. That's a huge cut down. West Branch is going to invest Bob, but they just don't have the health bars to fight it. Everybody gets involved. Penn Manor is striking when the iron is hot, and Bob will be the final target to fall.
I mean, they did a good job separating themselves from Bob, but once the rest of the team fell, they said, hey, there's no one else left to take down. Let's just go ahead and get rid of Bob as well. Penn Manor playing lights out at the moment. Inky Bear onto the Ash, trying to pepper in some damage from a distance and allow the team to work forward a bit here. They've got a couple ults, including the Zarya one to work with, but nothing really to counter with that Zarya.
Hopefully.
It's so bad.
They just really can't deal
It's been
with
showing their crosshair the whole time, though, no?
Trying to establish, dichotomizing their fight with three different ones. With Sugura get two down, this is your best chance. Through the air, they'll fight through the first chunk they will get, and it's going to be all up to West Branch and see if they can just hold the line here. The best case scenario would be without using any ultimates, but it's going to be Bob. Kitsune rush on the other side, but it looks like stuck behind the telephone booth. Bob is able to take down Game Slays.
This isn't
but that's all they'll
crosshair.
get. Sugura Getsu is back, but you've got to be worried about delaying out those spawns now. Somehow finding the damage and finding a one-on-one right inside the point.
Oh my god, dude,
I mean,
holy
even if
shit,
Penn Manor loses this battle and they unlock the payload, they should have gotten it at that minute mark. All of a sudden,
He
they've
doesn't try to
completely
track,
stalled
he
them
just
out. Now
moves
there's
his
only
mouse left
19
and right.
seconds left.
That's what
and
he
even
does.
though Big Jiffer went down, Bob
Don't need tracking where we're going, Brady.
linger around and
Okay,
keep that
like,
point there for them. 10
He's
seconds
just
remaining.
like if the
West
enemy
Branch
was
feeling the
just
pressure
AD
now.
strafing all the time, his aim would be godlike.
It's gotta be Game Slays that clutches up with his ultimate, and Inky Bear's dead. The long-range duel goes Penn Manor's
ain't no
favor.
way
Game
my
Slays
backline's
does get
that
it done,
bad.
but the Terror Surge takes down
I'm
the
missing 9.
Immortality Field. No tag. Baldiff is dead, and the contest isn't there. Penn Manor, series point.
They had to start out on attacking, and then they made one heck of a defensive stand. West Branch might find themselves in trouble, and your play of the game, Stugu Rugetto, well deserved. The whole crew popping off here, but just continuing to assert that dominance.
It's actually a pervert.
The space and to chase down the competition. Penn Manor up 2-0 in this best of 5. If they find a way to win this next one, to not only beat the #1 elite team, but to break out the brooms and sweep them. If I was anybody else in this division, I'd be looking out.
If I'm anybody else everywhere, if I'm college, just give me this whole team at this point. Just look at Penn Manor and what they've built up now.
God.
2 back-to-back championship
is
runs
crazy
in
to
2
say.
back-to-back years. Looking to make it 3 with a split-up roster with brand new players to this front-line varsity. And for West Branch, it's going to take a lot of effort here to try and pull off the reverse sweep. But if anyone could do it, I think the Warriors are the team you'd want to bet on.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't disagree with you, or couldn't agree with you more. I'm just used to disagreeing, I think, but you know, I'm always playing devil's advocate. But I mean, West Branch, we talked about it earlier. These are situations that they've been in before and have been able to overcome. And so, as excited as you could get for Penn Manor, as favored as it looks like for them, again, like much in that previous game, they can't get complacent. They can't afford to relax too much and change up that play style, because West Branch is certainly capable of coming back into this game and sending us all the way to a best of 5.
And that's what we want. We don't necessarily want a quick series. We would love to see, especially a series with this much weight, go the full distance, see as many maps as possible. Because realistically, again, if West Branch don't win the next 3 maps straight, their season is done. It doesn't matter if they won an elite title. That's the smaller trophy in the cabinet. You don't get the bigger trophy.
Unbreakable defense.
You are the best in the state. What am I looking at? For a whole year, mind you, until the finals next summer.
Yeah, and again, I think it would really just speak volumes for the amount of talent that we have over here. If it happens to be one of these non-elite teams that goes on to clinch that championship. But we can speculate, we can talk about it all we want. We don't got to wait too much longer here to see if Penn Manor will get an opportunity to be one of those teams. We talk about that game here in a little bit of South Fayette, just kind of waiting to see who they're going to play. But they're a number 20 seed, still hanging around in it as well. And so I think we got word in the background here that it was Mountain View as well. And so if someone has toppled that CB West elite team as well, all of a sudden these elite
CB West
teams
lost?
beginning to fall a bit.
They can be as strong as they won in the regular season, but when it comes to postseason, you talk about a team like South Fayette, who, by the way, have teams littered all across this week, looking to make multiple semifinals across different esports.
Potentially.
They're entered as the 20 seed, but yet they've got this fight in them, and it feels like they want to go all the way to the finals. So, as you mentioned, that matchup coming right after this one, we've also got Carlisle versus Loyalsock and Spring Grove versus CB South on the other side of the bracket. And you talk about for Central Bucks, even if they lost there in the round before, in the Sweet 16, you could say, 2 teams from CB region getting into the playoff.
Yeah, I mean, CB has been known for putting up some really great teams, especially in that Overwatch department. So that certainly doesn't surprise me. There's again, we can say it again and again at the risk of sounding like a broken record, but there truly is a ton of talent littered across the entire division here. And so
then they got thrown in Elite Division.
It's fun to see it growing in that manner and to see this competition really come tenfold here. So excited for this one. And honestly, we love a good underdog story. I talk about it all the time. The state that I live in has a really bad football team. I'm used to being the underdog. So when we see these underdog teams perform very well, it's exciting.
Well, you wanted to talk about a Manor. How about Penn Manor? We'll see if they can pull off the 3 sweep as we go to Havana. It's going to be the full escort here. And interestingly enough, of course, Penn Manor will get to choose where they're going to go in terms of the side selection, because it was West Branch that was able to make the choice in terms of map. Now, Penn Manor actually chose to play on the other side that we usually see, the attacking side, set the tone, and then slammed it out of the park on their defense.
Both of these teams either
I mean, this is another great map for heroes like Widowmaker or Ash, especially on the first and third checkpoint. The city streets, the C4, very open, lots of long sight lines. Now, when you get into the distillery, it's a lot more close quarter combat. Reaper can certainly excel there, but Reaper does have a lot more trouble on the first and third point. So
that's crazy.
Freya, I think, could be very good here as well. We've seen a lot of Freya. Sojourn, I feel like, is good everywhere. And so for me, again, what kind of compositions are we going to be seeing here in Havana?
Wait, did he get Big J for Widow?
I'm excited to see the change ups, and you know, I just want to see the hamster ball. Give it to us at least once. I feel like Baltic can't go out of the playoffs without
on Havana. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Rissa ban has been used. Soj ban has been used.
This is your final possible map in the series if you do lose on West Branch's side. So you want to really come together, find what is going to work, and start off early. I think getting some of those team fights, especially during the beginning, we didn't see them really take any to start off King's Row on their attack.
They haven't banned the Mauga yet.
They weren't trading ultimates super well. Every time they were in a losing fight, they pop an ultimate to try and save that. I'd like them to see maybe do a little bit more reserved play. Let those ultimate hits you. Take the team fight loss. That's okay. And then just regroup.
They attack
and honestly, we might see a lot more of that team fight, especially in this opening section of City Streets, because it is very open. There's a long open street. You have those several buildings at the end with that high ground as well. And it can be very tough to make that push. But more importantly, if you don't make it all the way to that checkpoint and you have to respawn and you have to try to make that push without having the payload for cover, it can be very difficult on a map like this. So it'll be important to, once you get that payload rolling, keep it rolling at least until you get to that first checkpoint.
Try and keep it going, and right now that's what both these teams are trying to do for their playoff and season hopes. Just try and keep it alive. Try and fight not only to earn your spot in the semifinals, but also a spot on LAN, a possibility to play not only on Saturday, but Championship Sunday for the title in the best of the state of Pennsylvania. And you know what? It's just been a really, really fun season. A great shout out we've got to give to everybody that's been involved, from the highest level down to the students at the bottom that make this amazing stuff happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people working behind the scenes, and not just the students, but the family members and the community that come together to support the kids, you know, to pick them up from practice. Or, you know, we often talk about the parents at these LAN events telling us how they can't wait for Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever the day is, to sit down and watch their kids play and be casted. So it's great to see.
Bro, you got no idea what.
This guy is so
I've just been
chill.
dying to get back to LAN. I know we didn't have the conference LANs here these last couple of times.
He fucking
so,
shaved his
you know,
head.
you miss the kids and you miss those exciting moments that are in person. So certainly excited to be back down there here in a couple weekends.
It's British
to come
Jace.
and hopefully get to meet a lot of new faces as well.
And hey, I'm initiating a challenge for all the schools right here, right now.
Shut up, Llama.
Who's gonna bring the biggest student section? Who's gonna bring the biggest fan section?
Nah, bro.
Forest Hills, the last time we checked, holds that record with bringing out the entire football team, a whole set of cheerleaders as well.
Fuck?
So who's gonna bring
What?
those fans?
Real?
Hey, we always love to see it. We always love to hear the fans, the
that is not
parents,
happening
everybody
for Penn,
rooting
I'll
for the
say that right
students as well.
Hell
They
nah,
put a lot
bro.
of work to get where they are here today, and they are certainly very deserving of all of that credit. So as Llama said, we look forward to seeing everybody there. Make sure you're not a stranger. We love to say hi to you and put names to those gamer tags that we talked about. But Penn Manor looking to punch their ticket here
Bro,
into the semifinals. And again, if they
could
could
this
do it in
casting
sweeping
thing way
fashion, I
better
feel
than
like
all of
they
these
all
guys.
of a sudden look
Like-
like the team to fear, even though they are that
I think I
number
would be
8
mad at
seed.
it,
A
and I would
phenomenal
still be better
performance
than
here
them.
for them today, but they're not out of that deep water
So
just
you would be
yet.
like,
They have to
here comes the
continue
V gamer. Oh,
to
bad guy's
power forward
ass.
here
All
with
right.
their backs against the wall.
You know, that's what I would want to
Heading
say,
down to
but-
Havana, Cuba. Havana.
I guess there could have been a
Penn
diva
Manor
ban.
select defense as well, so they're going to be starting out with a possibility
No,
to
they banned
close
why
out
would they
this
ban? No,
series
it makes no sense.
very, very
is he on our side?
quickly. West Branch, they're changing up to the diva. They,
just
I
go
think,
Sigma.
want to
They
go
banned
for a little
Mauga.
bit more divey. You want to target that
just go
fragile
Sigma. Why
backline
also?
here, and Inky Bear is going to have
You
to
want
use
Wyatt to
their
go Sigma,
long range.
right?
We'll eventually see what Game Slays
Or
decides
Diva,
to go
Diva would be
with, if
better.
this Widow is a full
This is
up
actually
or
the
if it's
comp-
just a kind of Widow on the terrace
I
sort of
changed
scenario.
my comp thing today. It's
Yeah, she's
actually the
very
comp I-
good on the first section and the third
comp is
section
comp I
here.
said,
So if
but
you can
Seth on
find
Freya
those early
first, then
picks, get some
Wyatt
pressure
on
outward,
Sigma or Diva.
can be very,
Not
very
Orisa.
beneficial here. This
Why
is
would
one
you
of the
play
very
Orisa?
few maps that the distance is long enough for Widow to actually have some fall off damage as well. So it just goes to show
I
how
think
big
West
some of
Branch's
these
comp
sightlines
is
are.
almost better.
And we're ready to go. It's already
Wait, they didn't
into
ban
map
Widow. They
number
should've
3
banned
here.
Widow. Oh, Freya
West
might be
Branch
banned.
on the ropes as Big Jiffer is
Why
going
is
to
he
use
keep
those
playing?
high sight lines to start to pepper in. The one big
Which
thing
fucking
you don't
team
want
would
to do
ban
on the
Freya,
attacking
though?
side
West
is
Branch.
push that cart so far that
I
you
think.
lose sight of it. It is a big tool to use
Which
the
Seth just
coverage of that escort
played Freya,
cart
and I
to
guess I
get
thought it
up
was too
this
good.
ramp, and once you lose that,
Yeah,
it
who's
can be
actually
tough
gonna
to
try
come
to ban?
back from.
Really curious? No.
Can be tough to come back from. We talked about.
I
not
promise
having
you they
that
banned
payload for
Lucio,
the
that
extra
the game's
cover
actually
there
playable
as
for them,
well.
like-
Ball dip
Low
hanging
key,
back right now.
I agree.
Sugu dangerously low. I don't think they're aware the ball dip is back here. It's too early picks, and West Branch looks to power forward as Game
So
Slays goes
if,
down. It's Inky Bear
Kiriko
and
might be
Kiwi to
banned.
combine for 2, and West Branch looking good on Havana.
By
Kiriko-
West Branch.
I love that fight,
Okay, thank
and
God
I
he went here.
love that they're
And then
actually going
Penn
for the
Manor-
mercy here.
Oh,
This
what the
allows them to
And
reset
Freya?
in the
What are we
mid-fight.
doing?
They've been losing
Okay, Kiri's
single
definitely
picks
banned. Why
because
does he not
Shunam
swap?
is just built different. For the first time today, swapping up towards the Tracer, going for some of that dive of their own.
so-
The Tracer
no,
has
I
that
think
big
maybe
ability
Mauga's
to
more likely, though.
get
Why
some
would they not
picks
start
along with the
Mauga?
Genji beside it.
Holy big
Yeah,
Jiffer.
Jiffer's gonna find Game Slays here.
Like, what's just like, what's going on with anybody? Like, why?
IJV's got Kiwi, and all of a sudden they lose to Penn Manor. Looking to make a little bit of a stand here. And we talked
Not
about
switching to
how tough it
Mauga,
can
not
be
switching to
once you lose
Kiri,
control of the
not playing
payload.
Freya,
Jiffer finds
like-
two,
Wait, she
and
might have already been out of
Sugu
spawn
gets out,
when
chases
they
him down on the
originally
diva.
I don't
And
know why
this has
they're
been my favorite thing today from Sugu. He's not afraid to
Why did
challenge
Seth
ball
swap
dip.
it?
Whatever tank you're gonna play, I'm gonna play it too.
Let's just stay Soj.
And gonna play it better.
Maybe he doesn't
From the
like it
two
'cause of the
maps they've
mercy.
already
I don't
won
know.
here,
I don't know what he's thinking.
finding some dubs.
Probably
they
just
control
trying to
the
target the
card.
mercy,
You could
yeah.
not
That's
ask
fine.
for a
Kiri's
better
not banned. So it's
scenario
Mauga.
from
So they
the
banned
Comets.
West
For
Branch
Big
banned
Jiffer and Shun, they
Mauga,
do
Penn
be a
Manor
little
banned
bit
Freya.
careful because of the
That's what I thought.
damage they have selected. It doesn't really aid in the long-range ramp control, so they're gonna have to fight
Odd
across the yellow
they would
pickup
ban
truck.
Freya.
A classic mode of transportation.
Maybe, I
Here is the
guess-
flyback of the
I-
Jets
I-
from Suguragetu.
I don't
Picks
know.
up the health back and back to
Yeah, I
400
guess what the
HP.
fuck else would they
There is a
ban?
pulse
I
bomb
mean, it's not a
available,
bad
but
ban.
Shunam doesn't even need that
Seth wasn't
to
going to
open
play.
up the
He
first
wanted to play
blood.
Soj.
We talk about it. You got to have that knowledge of the map layout as well, and Sugu displaying that as well. It's equally important to know where those health packs are to take some of that pressure off of that support role there as well. It has the Diva Bomb in hand, but doesn't need it. Shoot him helps. They combine for one there. Sugu Rugetto gets game slaves as well, and with that, looks for another Inky. Zebra Bear both finding picks of their own, but it looks like Penn Manor coming out on top of the moment.
Just a big swing here, and they take down the Mortality Field. Naya and Kiwi the last to fall, as it looks like the trade
bad at
down here
names,
for
like,
Sukurugetsu to try and take down.
Maybe they're not bad at talking, maybe they're bad at reading. Maybe they're illiterate.
As it takes, and then force out the spawn. A huge force as well. They got rid of Bob in that last fight. West Branch only have supportive ultimates to work with.
Smart
wasted
play
like 20
after
seconds.
smart play. Small things just like allowing Ball Diff to hang around. Nobody shooting her, allowing them to find that pick, continue that stagger, and that's tough, especially on that tank roll. But Aslama, and you shall receive. The hamster has made his way to the battlefield.
Got the Valkyrie. They're gonna battle against just two huge supportive ultimates, and it's the blade that slices, dices, and sends West Branch back to the spawn here. They've got the healing, and for Penn Manor,
I don't know, it looks so bad in their fucking scrim.
Be the worst moment to do so. Giving the Warriors something of life is a last case scenario.
Dive is just a straight counter
on that trade. So we're able to get back in time here for the time being here, but Sugu has the ult still on deck. It's the only one left for Penn Manor. There's a couple on the side of the West Branch, including this window here. They can combine with game slays to maybe find the pressure and get this first checkpoint. They're going to need it, though, because the overtime fuse is about to be lit.
Seth probably realized that he didn't want to
push it now, and without the game slays, their consistency and the damage relies all on this Cassidy. No more Mortality Field. Diva low though. Sukurugetto. Do they just?
It is hard to play into the 1v1 if they have a mercy pocket.
They've got the remake, and they've got the kills to turn it around. Ball Diff. It is just like the regular season. Mines or nothing, and Ball Diff dies. The overtime fuse is relit, but for how long?
Even if you get a kill on the
for
surge and trade your 1 HP
West
and then the
Branch
caster
can't
shoots you
get to the
once,
first
like,
checkpoint, and Penn Manor lay the golden road.
Talk about a stop here from Penn Manor against this #1 elite West Branch team. Not only do they stop them in their tracks, they don't even get this first checkpoint. Penn Manor has not very far at all to go to solidify their dub and to knock out the juggernauts of West Branch. What a Cinderella story.
What was Carlisle playing?
But Cinderella has got 2 championship trophies on the back. That's the different part of the story, is this program has built up season after season, riddled with medals across the shoulders, and now has a chance to book their ticket to the finals in just 2 weekends' time. 3 weekends, I guess you could say.
I don't know.
Something like that. I'm not counting.
Maybe.
I'm just excited to be there. But we are in map 3. It is do or die for West Branch. We'll see Ball dip back.
They would at least look at it announced on the
this
beginning.
Roadhog here for Penn Manor. They've just got to get barely past 67 meters to close this one out. And man, do they look good here today. They've been playing so well together.
They don't even need to do that, bro. Just say at the beginning which characters were banned. I don't even care.
The hamster ball. And I would have loved to see it. It's just been a little display of these mirror matches back and forth. Again, I've loved the confidence here from Penn Manor, but looking to potentially maybe stick with this Orisa has been working very well.
Yeah, that's too much time for
I've
that.
been on the Lucio for the majority of the day. I like this little swap to Ana here just to maybe throw a little difference maker out here.
Slight change up. And the good news for West Branch, I think if there's any map you're going to hold the line on, this is the one to do it. You got to get ramp control, and here the cart starts pushing. Big Jiffer with this Widow really just has a chance to end West Branch's season. They're just eating up this soldier grenade, waiting for an engagement.
I would do all this shit for them.
I'm surprised that West Branch is okay giving them this much space. I mean, they get half the distance for free here, already up to 35 meters, and really no contention. Beautiful hook though. His Ball Diff says, get over here. Zebra Girl goes down. It's an early pick for West Branch, but Ball Diff is in trouble. IJV has taken down the tank. They have nothing for the front line. Penn Manor, Sukurugetto, power forward. And they look to shut him down, but a couple nice picks from Inky and Kiwi will slow down this decisive push from Penn Manor.
The card is far away now. This is a chance for West Branch, but they've got to hold and show Totem has found the back line, or who has found who? Down to 93 HP, down to 100, but Big Jiffer has taken down Inky. The 1-for-1 DPS trade favors Penn Manor. They have the close range touch. They've got the res though. All 5 players there, and Ball Div doing ball things.
In that menace in the back line, causing the crew to turn around, getting in, getting out, working the ebb and flow of Overwatch. It's all down to Ball Dip and the crew here. They've got to make a last-minute stand. There's only 7 meters left here for Penn Manor, and honestly, if they lose a member or two, it could spell trouble. The Terra Surge instantly slams down. May put on ice. The spear doesn't find it. The spin to win, not quite yet. And again, they're still inching forward though here, Llama.
Yep.
No DPS to fight this fight. Kitsune Rush will try and survive as it can. Baldiff has got some extra HP. Valkyrie's gonna be there. Inky Bear is back off the res, and Bob saves the day.
Yep, there it is.
Heroic muscle man to extra juice the offense. The mines are gonna slow down the offense, and West Branch is not dead yet.
They expend a lot of ultimates. 4 of the 5 in this battle, though, and Penn Manor has the close spot. They've got a little more than a minute and a half to work with, so they just need to make sure they don't stagger in like doing so now. They need to regroup here together, find this final pushes. They've only got 3 meters to go. They've got 95 seconds to do it.
Big Jiffer counters the counter.
So close. It's right in front of them here, and Zebra Girl's ultimate is going to be critical, but Game Slays could counter it all. The close range fights after you get up the ramp favor this May. Here's that Kitsune Rush we were talking about. Ball Diff is just gonna go ball mode, swinging around, disrupting, but it's a Nano Sugarugetsu that double kills the back line, and everything is falling. The tank is down as well, and Inky Bear will not survive. The Comets have booked their ticket to the semifinals.
Bro.
And they do it in sweeping fashion. Penn Manor upsets the juggernauts of West Branch. And, well, we know they're back-to-back champs. Can they find a way to get the three-peat? And who else for your play a game? Yet again, Sugarugetsu.
We get to watch the end fight once again. And target prioritization disallows the res, takes down the tank first, and then it's all easy rowing after that. The boat sinks for the Warriors, and Penn Manor are moving on to the next stage of the PIEA playoffs. And for West Branch, not a disappointing season by any means. The #1 seed going into playoffs, the victors of the only team conference, and overall they've got a lot of really good pieces. That next season, they're going to be another big threat.
Or Carlisle.
Yeah, I mean, they continue to be a threat, and we see why, but now we get to head on to that other game we were talking about as well. South Fayette, another very talented team. Unfortunately, that 20th seed that has been powering their way through here in that postseason, and I believe they're going up against the 21st seed of Mountain View now, who was able to topple CB West there as well. May have been, I think I read maybe in a forfeit there, but nonetheless, they've made it here, and so excited for this next one, 20 and 21 seed.
It's going to be a crazy good matchup, and just as good as this one. Now you get to see a little bit forward. You do got to play this Penn Manor team that is also on a tear, but I mean, the Lions versus that Mountain View squad, 20 versus 21. It's going to be a good one, and I'll tell us, we've just got playoff action all week long.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing, right? There's no elite teams left on our side of the bracket, but on that lower side, there's still 4 elite teams duking it out there. So it's really tough to envy anybody. I think everybody going forward here is going to have a very tough game, but we do need to take a moment to get these players loaded into that lobby for the next one, guys. So please grab those snacks or drinks, but you don't want to go too far. When we come back, we've got more Overwatch action.
That's looking just kind of sad.
Well, should have been better.
No, they should have been worse. They were too good.
No, they would just beat Penn Manor, it would have been fine.
I mean, yeah. You know what? That's so true.
Slightly larger window.
Actually, never heard something
pressure
truer.
upon the Carlisle squad. We might get to see ourselves take it to a 4th map.
We'll see if we do indeed get a fourth.
I mean, what
and
the fuck's
final
going on with
map,
this
or
game?
should I say
Oh,
final map, a
Carlisle.
fourth and maybe even a fifth.
So is Carlisle
and
just
final
trolling,
map.
or what? Like,
I
what?
would be all for
No,
it.
they're
Chat, if
trying.
y'all are for it, let me get a hashtag
Bill,
for the
do they-
content in chat. For Loyal
Someone
Stock,
did
they will
switch
have
role. I
to
don't
make
know
sure
who,
that they
though.
can hold the line. We had seen Carlisle had done
Cool.
Acromis was on
job, but
DPS, no?
didn't take too long for Loyal Stock to be able
Let
to
me go
break
check
the
in with Bob.
barrier
Why
here
not?
at this first choke point. Carlisle, as you had mentioned, has to
Got
try
nothing
and
else
find
to
that
do.
similar success.
The one slight scary marker for me, as we look at the character selection process for this one, is something we spoke about again in the pre-game, and that is the Genji. Red Harlow now looking to another one of these extremely mobile but extremely damaging characters that can find flanks and tear your backline up before your front line can do anything about it. So eyes on that as Bill Clinton's instead stealing the spotlight, opened up with two of their own.
Wow, it doesn't take them long to be able to push their way past the statue.
So,
Two
the
players
V-Gamer
down.
was a
Beaver Ball's
DPS.
close to falling as well. The first
Damn, bro,
point
V
is
Gamer got put on
the
fucking
point.
mercy duty. What
The
the
This
hell?
game is
the
Red
actual
Harlow
payload itself,
Cass, V-Gamer
super quick.
Torb.
I mean, there you can see everybody else
Fucking
pushing all the way farther forward. It's
Destiny
actually
Ram,
Destiny
Bill
that has
Clinton,
a ball
Ana,
back. Hey,
Alchemist,
wait,
Curie.
hold on. Let's actually get the cart first before we keep
Bro got
aggressing
They're
forward.
demoted
Actually,
they're playing
because of that
Springboro for our
small
playing
little
likely
mistake,
Warrior.
there is
Cannot
a
remove
chance
that.
that the
I don't
Lance
know.
Ross, they could have made a way back over here to make
I don't know
at
how
least
real this
this
game
part
was.
be a little
They're
delayed.
wait, no, they're
They're
down one now.
that.
So yeah, they were trying.
Waiting for this first choke point here at the doorway.
Yeah, I think Beaver Ball's then just trying to step up to maybe put a bit of the intimidation factor forward, try and encourage them to step off the point in the thought that they might be challenging, but steps back away.
Why,
and then
why
regains
do I
the
hear
squad
two
so that they
commentate?
can contest the choke under arch.
I had the other vibe up on my other one.
Oh.
Slow-tempered
I just
gameplay.
closed it.
Sever's just taking out some of that.
Yeah,
utility
V-Gamer
from
and Bill
Acromis,
Clinton
picking
swap
up his
roles.
Acromis, then Jaden the one paying the price with their life. Low health and
I guess
Seven
'cause
Seekers as Beaver Balls
they
also
want
under a
Bill
little bit of
Clinton to play
pressure of their
Freya.
own, high in the
Bill
sky, and
Clinton's
Bill Clinton
better
is
for
playing on this
I guess.
Bill Clinton's
amazing
just
Look
better
at
at
carrying.
the
doing
game,
exceptional work with throughout the entirety of the quarterfinal so far.
Yeah, we've seen them being able to create quite a bit of havoc.
Just mercy
there,
pocketing
a lot
Bill
of
Clinton. That's kind of
success,
fucked up.
and might as
They could
well,
low-key ban Mercy
you
against
gotta
his
give a
team.
nod to a staple as far as the team. You know, we've seen
Yo, wait, that's
Destiny
hella
also
funny.
being able to do a great job as far as on the front line, being consistent.
You look, you don't want to ban
Well,
Ram
yeah,
because
you
he's just
can
gonna go
give a
Orisa,
nod,
which is a better
the
pick.
cap to players like Red Harlow who have had a very diverse hero pool.
So you could just ban
True,
Freya
true.
one
Consistent
map.
hero or two makes things
He probably
easy to
goes
build the rest of
Soj.
your
Seth's
composition.
definitely better Soj. Ban
Not
Mercy
just
the
that,
next map.
It's a very good mentality. If it isn't broke, don't fix
V-Gamer's
it. I mean,
cooked.
if you're finding success there, why change it up and make
I
it
wonder
anything
if they
more
have to
complex for
confirm
yourself than
their
everything else
rosters.
that's already going on? I mean, these young kids are having to
beforehand.
battle with players real
They
time.
probably don't give
that are
a
pulling
fuck,
off
bro.
crazy moves as well as
Yeah,
think about
but that
creating macro
matters.
chess play, whether it's right
Like,
to
if
take
I'm
the
them,
fight,
I'm
speaking
asking
of
the
which,
admin,
Genji's got the knife blade
is the Carlisle
brought
roster
down like a
confirmed?
hammer. He only
Like,
finds
is
himself the
that
one
their
Sever
roles?
does
'Cause they have to
cut off
say.
the aggression and halt that
'Cause
one,
you
but
pick map
persuasion is only
first.
persuasion until Plat
You
strikes
have to
it. The
confirm
kill
the
feed
roster
with Destiny
first.
finding one. Jaden in response trades out, and Bill Clinton
that's fair.
has the life of Sever on the end of it.
I was worried that maybe
You're expecting too much from this fucking dog shit ass.
They're not. I think there is literally a rule for it. I just don't know what it is.
just a little too
I
far
could probably
forward,
find
but it seems like the aggression
Where
has
would
made
type?
the Lancers a little too far uncomfortable. They just don't seem to have an answer, and it's now right around that same time marker. It's 5 minutes on the clock that is left after that first point is unlocked. Remember where we're seeing Bill Clinton, V-Gamer, and company here at this bend
Actually, it doesn't
is
say.
where Loyal Sock was having troubles.
Yep.
Thus far for the Thundering Herd, they've pushed up this far. They've been doing nothing but catching dubs.
Like, look
And
how
it's
much
the
damage
character
that
pick
does
out
with the
built
Mercy
to Bill
block.
Clinton, just like it is in the
Just
gameplay
one
too.
shot.
Mr. Consistent would be a very captaining title for this champ and the play that we've seen from them as we jump on board with
They just-
Destiny Annihilation, ready to pop
Like, Loyal
off
Sock
with,
doesn't know how to punish a
probably not
Mercy.
necessary is the final milestone marker, that all-important golden ticket to the Wonder Factory.
They're gonna win with.
It's going to be the final marker for the end of this game. We're going to get to go into a great angle from the spectator camera here as we see the cart
Actually,
glide over
how
the
does this
finish
other game
line.
not started yet?
Destiny pops the Annihilation. There's a bit of a victory lap.
4:30?
Carlisle
Like,
take
come on.
themselves a
we done?
convincing 3-0 in the first quarterfinal on the day.
Well, Loyal Sock made it interesting. They definitely showed some
No, they
more and
didn't.
more fight as the series went along, but unfortunately for them, the Thundering Herd were just unable to be stopped. And you can see part of the reason why we had seen PIEA banned in that
This
second
guy's not
map,
bad.
popping off with a huge
pretty
play of the
good.
game here in map number 3.
Just
You
ult it
have
for
to
fun,
agree,
but
the character is strong. but you also have to agree the character's only as strong as its pilot. And I'm going to be honest
No,
with you,
no,
inside of
no,
this one, Bill
no,
Clinton, although
Yep,
maybe
no,
not the
no,
most
yep,
no,
no,
flashy
he's right. No,
no,
he's right.
of
not
course,
at
you're gonna see
all, not
at the
even
top
a
of the
little bit.
newspaper tomorrow with the highlight clip. But Mr. Consistent, I tell you now, probably the best average damage per second across all of the games.
It's
as
like
Bill
saying if the
Clinton was not
pilot's good
only the
enough, like
catalyst for the beginning of
a
fights,
fucking
the
car could be
closeout
a
for the
jet in
end
a
where it
race.
was a
Like,
little
no, like,
messy,
just
Oh,
but also
stop
the
talking.
concrete,
Stop
solid
talking.
Loki, it could,
backbone for the
though.
Carlisle
Low-key
performance
couldn't.
throughout the entirety of that 3-map series. Which
You know how fast a jet goes?
Well, Carlisle has
Like,
secured their spot at Mount Aloysius as one of our 4
I don't even know.
semi-finalists. We still
I
have
would
to
guess
figure out who's going to be squaring
hundreds
off
of miles
against
per
them.
hour, at least.
They're at Mount Aloysius here in, what, at this
It's
point,
definitely
just a couple of weekends. So
something like
You
our
know what?
next
My
matchup
Ferrari
will
can
be
go that
Six
fast,
Ajax
too.
Spring
maybe? I don't know.
Grove versus
No, it cannot.
CB South.
No,
And
it
it's
can barely crack
two
100.
elite conference teams up against
My
another
Ferrari
Yes,
goes
a Ferrari.
220.
It could go faster than 100, but, like, it's
just
still.
like that last one was a banger. I
It's not
expect
going
this one to get
300.
even better. So make sure you don't stray too far. Maybe grab yourself a
Goes
quick
three.
drink,
It goes
maybe a snack.
340 on
On the other
God.
side of this
How
break, we'll be back.
fast
A little more
can
PIEA
jet
state
go?
championship action.
2,000. Real.
My name is
You know what?
Samantha
My
Goodall,
Ferrari
and I'm
actually
the
goes
executive
2010.
director.
Okay, well, this says 2,190, and you know what? I don't know if I believe that, but what's the first result on Google?
Believe it.
Bro, I didn't know they could go that fast. I thought it was only hundreds. Okay, yeah, so my metaphor makes perfect sense.
On God, my Ford F-150 goes 2,500 though. On
No,
God.
it doesn't. One second, let me. How fast a Ford F-150? 105 to 124. Okay, you know.
Nah, bro, those
That's not bad.
bitches can barely go over 50 miles per hour. Let's be so on it.
Like I said, there's nothing in it. Like that's how
You're
fast
lucky if you
people
can go
go.
60 in those motherfuckers.
Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Why are the new games not started yet? I'm mad.
I don't know. They showed the red Harlow guy playing the game, but they didn't actually show the like what's happening.
Wait, really? Like it said play the game and then they didn't show the play?
Mhm.
That's epic. Are they just replaying the play of the games? Is that what they're doing?
Seems like it.
Why did they put 3-0 and not the scores? Or was watching the game? Yeah, who won the D2 game? Oh, it was D3. Never mind. Dude, look how cooked this bracket is, by the way. Like, all the lower seeds are just fucking winning. Like, D2 and D3 are even more fucked up. But this one's not as bad. It kind of is after this, though. Like, how did this happen? Is any one seed actually good? They lost to the 9. There are
They're
literally
good.
no 1 seeds anymore. At least a 1 seed isn't going to win, I guess. It's kind of nice. I can't wait to see Mr. Gary in the All-Star game. It's my goat.
Freaking love Mr. Gary.
Who doesn't love Mr. Gary?
Oh God, that's my guy.
Bro, why did Seth, Wyatt probably thinks he's actually good at Orisa now? We might be cooked. Who's gonna tell him? He low-key wouldn't be bad if he could just aim. Like, I don't even think there's any big issues. Other than the fact that he can't hit a shot. Maybe he just hits the aim trainer or something.
A reset aim trainer, yeah.
Wait, I just saw it. It said play the game and then it didn't show it.
See that shit? What the fuck?
Why the fuck do they do that?
I don't know, man. Are there more games? Yeah.
Yep, they started at 4:30.
Word up.
Apparently they didn't though.
What's up, guys?
Hey Seth, what's up, man?
I'm taking a shit.
What?
I'm taking a shit right now.
Taking a shit.
I'm
That's-
currently taking a shit.
That's so
That's
cool.
what's
man.
up, bro.
We won.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys low-key tried to throw the first map.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what happened the first map on the first round. Everyone just kept fucking dying. That might have been me. I don't really know.
Bro, it was all 5 of you. All
We
5
were
of you
kind
were
of-
trying to lose. I swear.
Honestly, I don't know what we were doing. We kind of threw everything we knew out the window.
Yeah.
I want to watch it back. Was it like? I know Zoe got picked early,
Yep.
and we kept getting picked. Like I feel like her or JJ would get picked, or me or Nate or someone, and then Wyatt would just get beamed down.
Wyatt was doing a bit of inting some fights.
But we locked in after I went Sode, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. You just looked bad on Frey. Like I don't know. I don't know what else to say. They barely showed you, but
I mean, like, I felt like I was hitting shots, but like,
nothing was dying.
I know, like their hog would peek me. I'd put like 3 arrows into him, or I'd hit the backline hard. But Wyatt, every time he tried to walk on
That
Navi,
might be
he'd
Wyatt's
get
fault.
down.
If you're putting 3 arrows into the hog, Wyatt is dying so fast because he's not shooting the hog. That's why I was
I
confused.
kind of yelled at him because he wasn't shooting the hog, and then he started shooting the hog and he started winning. But that first map, like the hog just didn't take damage. He was trying to go in the back line.
No, I think he
And then
started
I was
winning
like,
because you went Soj, and I think that like that's just more like I guess it's technically more burst damage with the railhead.
I was able to like, bro, when I went Soj, I could frontline a little bit more, a little bit easier. I could beam the hog and I could confirm kills. When I was playing Freya, I just felt like I was only able to just shoot the hog because I had a venture up my ass half the time, and I had the other Freya up my ass for the other half of the time, and then Wyatt was perma-dead, or my supports were perma-dead. So I was like, I couldn't push up, and because Wyatt wanted to go in the back line, and I can't go in the
why?
back line when I'm on Freya.
But why is he going on the back line? They're on Hog.
That's all he knows.
But they're on
He
Hog.
wants to
But then,
slam.
but then later, when they were on Orisa, he was so unwilling to walk past the Orisa on Malga. Like, he's doing it wrong.
I don't know. The Malga when we played the Malga into that Orisa, bro, he's just getting like fucking
Like,
rolled.
that's when he should walk on the back line. Just walk past her. What is she gonna
Yeah,
do?
he's kind of like mixing it up. The Freya map too, though. My Freya was cooking.
Oh, wait. What were the bans on each map?
Oh, so they picked first. They wanted to ban second on the first and the second map.
Oh, they get to pick.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Okay, so yeah, they get to choose if they wanted to ban first or second. They chose second. So we banned Orisa first map to protect Malga, and then they banned Ana.
What?
They wanted to
To
ban
play Hog,
Ana.
I guess? That's such a bad ban, though.
Oh, it's so weird ban. And then second map, we banned. What did we ban? I think we banned Ram. And then to protect our Malga again. And then they banned Soj.
It's such a weird choice choosing to ban second.
We knew they banned Soj.
And then last map, they banned first. They banned Freya.
Mm-hmm.
And then wait, yeah, and then we banned Sig last map because Wyatt didn't want to play Sig.
And then he walked out on Orisa. Yeah. I was a little confused about that. I said Sigma, like, why is he not playing Sigma or Diva? I was playing Sig because it's banned.
He said like he didn't feel confident that he could beat Baldiff Sig, and I low-key wasn't confident in it either. I feel like he would have just gotten shit on if he played Baldiff Sig like hardcore.
Nah.
Because I've seen it. It's actually one of his best characters.
Dude, you guys low key like read my mind when Big Jiffer swapped to Ash on KR. I said it like 30 seconds before. Like, I'd rather Big Jiffer be on Ash, and he went Ash.
Yeah, he called that. That was him.
Yeah.
Bro,
Good.
when we swapped Diva, bro, we just fucked them so hard on Diva.
Wait, Mountain View? What the fuck?
Bro,
our Diva
Heimdall!
Our Diva
Heimdall.
dive is actually so fucking good. I'm not gonna lie.
Hanging
Like,
on by a
Heimdall,
thread, but eventually
it
does
just
get
fries their
taken
shitty
out
back
here. And
lines.
surprisingly, even though they did all
Yo,
that damage, they
Carlisle,
were really able to
made a bold
capture
swap, by
that
the way.
point. And now Sly
What?
will find
Bill Clinton
Vegeta
is
with
their
that.
Freya
South
player
Band
now.
looks to be the first to capture
And,
the point and
what?
begin to build that percentage.
Look, V Gamers playing Mercy.
Start their build up
I
here.
think.
Lions.
Oldie Mercy.
Yep.
The hell?
So I will say, if you guys ever play them, you should clarify if they have to lock their roster before the bans.
Yeah, we
Because-
did that
They
today.
do.
You do?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to.
Well, then if they keep him on support, you ban Mercy. He can't play any other character. He's really bad.
Okay.
Like, if they choose to ban Soj just so they can pocket the Freya, which is what they're doing, you can just ban Mercy to make it fair.
We can also just play Diva.
He is not bad at Freya. He is a real player.
He's actually pretty decent. Yeah.
These Mountain View's gonna get fucked on,
Like,
bro.
I think if he has a Mercy pocket, he beats you on Freya. Like, I think he's good enough.
All right. That's all, bro. Dive. We can ban the
From
Mercy and just
high
dive.
ground,
And
they
we'll
will
I'm
rein
chill with
in
that.
and look to dive the rest of that
Bro, the
back line,
Malga, like-
delaying for even more time.
I'm not gonna lie, I think the Malga's kinda ass now that
Heimdall looks
Orisa
to
and Freya are
continue
here.
this swing. Chicken has just not been involved in this fight, waiting
Like,
for the
you
right
just
moment
get
to
beamed
behind
down.
and
Like,
go
it's the
for
same
move
thing.
that
Like,
works
remember
quite
last
well.
time-
Wyatt's kind of
Lions playing patient.
Let's
3
be real
ultimates
here.
still to
What happened?
You remember last time that like Orisa was meta? Like, it was just at the beginning. It was at the end of the Malga meta, and then everybody played Orisa, and Orisa was the big counter swap into Malga. Like, they buffed her back. Like, they nerfed our damage, and then now they buffed her back. I think Malga's gonna be obsolete again.
Yeah,
Force is gonna be
they
the
nerfed
from
tank.
Mario Kart maybe and slips off the edge
Hold
here.
on,
That's an unfortunate
GD.
event, but they've got 3-4 ults to work with here, so they have an opportunity to battle back in. But man,
So I think that
South
Wyatt just needs to play
already
ult
at
shit.
85%.
Wyatt just needs to
Watch
lock in
out
on
for
that
the
Orisa and we're gonna be
backline
chilling.
shut down, even though you've got something
Wyatt needs to
like
hit
the
an
high
aim
noon
trainer.
call. Sly can shut that down very quickly by getting behind you. A
Your
split
aim
team
is
fight
tough,
again,
bro.
and Mountain View just have to go. Kitsune Rush is gonna
Wyatt,
be
when
immediately
you
bombed on the
aim,
other side,
you
and
just like
slinging
move
down
your
the ground,
mouse
it's gonna be
left and
Earthshatter
right.
up
Like you
and
don't try to
available,
aim at
but
the
waiting,
target.
I was
finding the
super.
time
I
here.
was shaky.
Finally,
I can admit
Esports 2
that. I was
takes his
super.
shot, but is
Bro, I
stringing
was
out. It's a
tweaking the
1-for-1
fuck
on the
out.
tank,
Yeah, but
but
why?
that Reinhardt is nanoed, and he's coming
What
right
energy drink?
for the team fight victory.
Yeah, I had an energy drink. I was just
Victory
hyper
here
today.
for Mountain View, but again, we talk about it. 99% here for
Wait, where's
South Bend.
Carlisle?
All
Did they
they
already
have
play?
to do is win
Yeah,
one
they've
of
won.
these
It was a
next
loyal
couple
side.
fights. So for Mountain
was
View,
not
they're
close.
really going to have to make a goal line stand, so to speak. They've got an ult to work with.
Let's see
but
Cherry
only
J's
the
pick
one here,
over CD
Reinhardt.
South over.
There's going to be one on the other side. That's a
Ooh.
No way that
five-man
happens.
shatter. Sound
Yeah,
barrier
there's not
is
a
going
straight.
to
He gets to
be
be
forced. The
playing
bottom of the
DPS,
health
why?
bars getting the extension.
He's always
Nobody's booped off, and
He's been playing
Sly
DPS
looks
this whole
to
season, though.
re-engage as the tank
For most of
falls.
it, but,
This
like,
is
why?
where your team fight breaks down. Without
I would
the
rather
front
have one
part
person
of
on
that
every
front
roll.
to back, it's no chance to get that ultimate
Who
build
we
up.
watched
It's
it?
no chance to fight back for the back line, and it's going
Mountain
to
View
be
has
the
already gotten more
pushback from
percentage than I thought
Milky
they would.
on a double kill. Vegito is
I'm not
down
gonna lie,
next,
like,
and the
yeah,
Meteor
here we go.
Strike will
We
just
are-
be for
I think
pure
we did beat the best
customization.
team in the
Seth
league
Fayette,
right
they're
now.
holding the line with overtime
Like the
running
second best.
down.
We just beat them.
Yeah,
West Branch
Q's beginning
actually
to
looked like
dwindle there, and with that,
the game
South
slates
Fayette
was a
will
solid
take
Freya.
this first one
All
here
diff was
on
not a bad
Gardens,
tank,
100
and
to 41. We saw Mountain View begin
I
to
mean,
battle
Ball Diff
back.
was
but
not
it was
bad
just
either.
a
I think they were
little
actually, like,
too
kinda
late
solid.
there for them. So
You might wanna
hopefully
go watch,
they maybe
Game
found
Slays
an
play some
answer
Freya. I
here
don't
now.
think he's
We'll
that
have an
good.
opportunity to showcase
Really?
that.
Bro, he was
in
like, every time a
round
PT would hit me,
number
bro. It was
two.
kind of annoying.
Again,
We
right
traded,
back
like,
to the
3 times,
control
bro.
center we go. So they're gonna have to find that dub on control here if
I
they
gotta
want to
wash
push
my
it
hands real
in
quick.
toward that
I
night
think you're
market.
just too stationary on Freya.
Submap number 2 here. South Fayette looking to cleanse it very quickly. No real changes on their side. For the Eagles on the other side,
I don't know,
they're
like,
pretty
I feel
much
like
keeping
as
the
a
same as
composition,
well.
like,
Vegito,
the
we saw
Malga
pick up the
Freya just, like,
Soldier. A lot of
doesn't
that
work together.
self-healing is very phenomenal.
Play Orisa.
And their biggest change is
That's
going
what I'm
to be
saying.
in
Like,
that
the
tank
Malga
role.
Orisa, 'cause
Heimdall
then
going
you
to go
both have
with
range.
another
It
barrier
works way
hero,
better.
But it's not going to be the
I
Reinhardt
mean, we
of the
literally
choice
saw it.
this
Like,
time.
we tried the 2 different
We
things,
absolutely
and
love some Sigma action, but
we
Heimdall's just
won
going to
when we
toy
played
with our
Orisa versus
emotions for a
Malga.
bit, maybe opt to go with the Zarya
But when we played Soju
here
with Malga,
this
we did a lot
time
better.
as well, but
Why did
I'm
you
not
ask
sure
me?
how
You're in
well the
call.
Zarya does play in
Yeah.
toward that Doomfist, so we'll have to see exactly how they're able to utilize that. Not too many changes here for South Bend. That's they like to say, if it's not broke, there's no need to fix it.
Wait, Seth, what were the bans?
They're
Brady wants to
fixing
know.
for
Yeah, I already asked.
making themselves a video in towards this next
When you were in the game,
map
what?
with a 1-0 start.
Well, I
Be huge
forget
for
because
them.
it's
messaged
Team
him.
D.
The
He didn't tell
confidence
me.
is this Lions squad already booming with
I was
it.
driving.
PD takes down Vegito
Just
and
crash your car, bro,
already
while you're
Mountain
typing, I
View
don't care.
without a consistent
But
source
he
of
is-
damage. They're gonna lose their cleanse off the
Wyatt,
back
who's your
line.
profile
And the
pic?
Lions are just ripping
Sugar
through these
Brown?
long sight lines and Sly showing they can play any
Sugar
hero.
Brown.
what the fuck?
Yeah, putting in the work this time on the Cassidy.
We played Mountain View. I remember we just
DCP
farmed him, bro. I was
finding
literally
it
sitting in
wagon
this
here
farm.
as well. It's been early
Yeah,
pressure.
Heimdall's
They're gonna
the
have to
goat.
fall back and at
You did
least
not
take
farm
the
them.
point now, but they've got this early
True.
pressure. This
Might be
first
the worst
little
line I've
check
ever
Oh,
is
wait,
point
should we
two.
tell
Tough
Brady what
to
happened
get
to Big
through
Jeff?
here, but it looked like some of
Oh my
South
God,
Bend
yeah.
had to fall back.
Oh,
take
I
that
wanna
point, so
come,
Mountain View will gain just
Wait,
a
what
little
happened?
bit of ground here.
He was not playing on Big Jeff that game.
Move forward around the
He was playing on
pillar
Free Cloud.
here and move up the stairs as well. It's gonna be Sly.
So,
that's gonna be very
when
we
careful.
logged in-
Sports 2, the one to take
When we
him
logged
down.
in,
Cassidy on
Nate-
Cassidy, violence as Heimdall is
Nate
charged
looked
up
on
to
his VNet
60,
launcher. It
but
said
loses
account
every
suspended
bit
or
of their
banned.
life. Somehow
Wait,
survived
why?
And he
on
logged
just
in,
about
and
20 pieces of
he was
health,
banned for
and
2
then just
weeks.
burns
Wait, but
down the
why?
chicken. That's not a lava chicken.
Communication.
That's a dead chicken.
85
Oh, wait,
behind
Nate.
all
Wait, can
this.
you
That's
play
dope,
it
bro.
just a
Back and forth
combat?
as Cassidy does pick up
Yeah.
on toward Bubba, and
Same
then
thing that
he
you had,
can
bro.
He can't play the entire game. No,
capture
he
that point
couldn't
here.
log into
Adds
his
a
account.
percentage of their own.
What
So
did he say?
willing to take this fight toward the point.
Probably
Milky
the
slays,
N-word.
and he finds a
I actually
second.
didn't
There's
say
a trade
N-word.
back here, but Milky He's on it.
Okay,
he's got a triple.
If you got banned for 2 weeks for saying the N-word, I got banned for a month for doing
Well,
nothing.
DPS Stiff wasn't even
I
playing
might
on
be
his
good.
main, so
No, he wasn't. It doesn't matter. No one cares. If they cared, they would have made DPS Stiff swap. I don't think
well,
they
they
knew,
would have
though.
made me swap a long time ago.
Well, no, because you started playing on that account at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but Tekka says Night Pika TV. Wait, what the fuck am I looking?
okay, like
What the
assert their
what
dominance.
the
They win
fuck?
fight after
Guys,
fight.
maybe you
but
guys
Petey
don't
gets kind of a
ban
little
him,
off guard here. Will be the first to
Maybe
fall.
maybe you let
Pick
him
up
play
on
it.
one, but
Yeah.
it's Mountain View currently winning that battle. They've got the player advantage.
What is
It's
Chicken
long
doing?
range for the Kitsune
Chicken-
Rush.
Chicken-
What is my Lucio
Chicken
doing?
is
The tank goes
HIV.
down in Mountain View. An opportunity to
What
look
did he
for
do?
Chicken
Am I
probably
behind you
does have HIV.
I mean, that is
He's
just
looking better
nuts.
than Jaden.
Kitsune
What?
Rush rally with 100 charged Zarya. Nobody's gonna beat that, but I guess Sly
See,
is
Heimdall's
gonna
going
give
in.
Mitwagon a little
diabolical.
bit more than the haircut asked for. Straight through
With
the
a bit- oh
dome,
my God.
Bubba swaps over to the Ana
Yeah,
as
Widow
well
on
to
this
go
is
for the
acting
sleep.
diabolical.
Vegito actually takes down Sly on the long
Good
range
aim, good
headshot.
aim.
So Milky is kind
What
of
the
outside
fuck?
here.
Good aim, good
What
aim.
what is the
Another
Doom
kick here, so
doing?
Milky does eventually
This
go
guy's
down.
terrible.
Vegito is going to fall here
I
as
think this
well.
team is
But Mountain
ass.
View should be able to maintain
Oh,
control.
Some Widow
Oh,
on
Chicken's
inside
got boots off the
a
map.
little bit closer toward
They're
tying
all
it up. And
good.
honestly, if they could just find a way to win a battle
Get you
or
to the
two
glass,
more,
buddy.
probably
They
at
look
least
so
two more
much
of
better
these
when the
fights, they
Sly
could look
guy
to
is just
close
diving
out
with-
this map and
with
tie
him.
up the series.
Oh
on
my
the
god,
road.
oh my god, oh my. Yeah,
Shy,
go
bro.
that
Sub-map
flash.
could
He's
be
gonna get a
worse.
headshot right there. It's
Mountain
gonna,
View
He's
on the other
Widow.
side.
Ew!
my God.
Wait, how does he see him?
Bro's clicking
He saw
heads
the shot,
today.
he saw the
The
shot.
numbers of these long-range heroes.
Oh my
It's
fucking
gonna
God,
be-
Katie.
That blows everything open.
You know?
That's a 3K.
Maybe you guys should ban him.
Oh.
How does he miss that?
To bring the value
casters show
of
more
the
life.
I think
skies
Doom's just the
descending
freest ban.
right
Yeah,
Punch him into that health
Nice.
pack. Punch him into that health
Oh,
pack.
yeah.
Bro,
Grab him, bro. Grab
They're
him.
just
The
weighing
big
in.
dick grab.
They're just playing their patience.
Big dick
but
grab.
He's down to 29
I almost think
HP
it's
and
a bad
survive.
idea to ban Doom.
Yeah, you had
This
Heimdall
guy
pretty
is
low.
terrible.
Unfortunately, punched him right into the
Bro,
big
sure, they're
health
gonna ban
pack,
Doom,
and
he's
so
gonna play
maybe
another
a little
character.
bit
Guys.
tougher there as Heimdall
We
was
will.
able to hang
Yeah, we're
on
gonna-
for
if they
just a
win this
bit,
match,
has
we
that
play
ult,
them.
could combine it with the tactical visor
What?
here as well and look to win it. But
30,
now
May
Safet getting
31st.
toward that 99%.
He's a Doom player, and this is what his
Mountain
Doom
View
looks like.
has to make
Imagine what his
something
other
happen
characters
soon.
look like, Brady.
Trying to go with the
Wilson. Okay, they
force
just
of
popped somebody else in
gravity
the
here,
C9.
changing up the sender, and then Chicken
Chicken
punches
Jockey.
him off, and South Fayette will win
Bro,
this
the game
first
was over
map
when he
in
did that.
two.
Stop closing.
Take it in two here. We
Bro,
saw
CB
Mountain
South,
View begin
they're
to
gonna
battle
get
back
close to
really
grabbing the
in
sprint right now.
both of those first sub maps, but
Wait,
couldn't
were you guys
quite
watching
find
the
it
stream for our
consistently
game?
here. So Milky,
Yeah.
your play of the
Maybe-
game, and I
maybe
gotta say, I'm
Braden's
loving
got it.
that Doomfist skin.
Yeah, it's a
Look at
beautiful
shit.
one.
They look
Wait,
like-
holy shit.
They look like two good Valorant players, both playing hit scan. Might be the play.
Yeah, why? Like, he's playing. Oh my fucking God.
Oh.
No fucking way.
And that could be the
What
opening
rank are
for
we in?
Grove
What
Yo,
fucking
that-
rank are we
yo,
in?
that might be a ball.
Actually just get a contest on a CB South keeper.
Brady
member
kill.
on the points
Oh,
that
he's
doesn't
dead.
stop the flip,
Fucking
but the
Brayden
ball's
is.
rolling
This
up
guy's
the
a
field.
console player.
He popped his E. Wait, he's crazy.
Who's
He's so
fucking
good.
hack? Like he's fucking A blocking on him.
He's just a console player, bro.
Spring Grove at the 99% marker, they saw success.
Console's
from
dead.
the
Yeah,
point.
I've
Now see it on the enemy
be back
side
in
and find
platform now,
themselves
baby.
also defiant at the end.
Good job.
We used to play for days like these.
We by far played the best team today out of any of the other, out of any of these other teams.
We
had the hardest matchup.
Yeah, we lost that point.
We did lose a point.
Heimdall.
Yeah.
Heimdall is tough, though.
Yeah, Mountain View's the best team. What?
It's 21 seed.
They beat CBUS, the best team in the league.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right. We're never gonna get played. We never got to play CBUS, bro.
JJ was in the car. He's like, I won't be able to 1v1 Dexel. I won't be
Bro,
able to
Dexel
play
plays
CB.
DPS now, bro.
What?
The eights are talking.
Dexel and Lunar swap roles.
Secure the space first. It's not even necessarily going to come down to a team wipe.
Wasn't
This now
she
becomes
higher
a
ranked on
3D chess
sport?
match, as well as a battle.
Supports
of
her main
hellfires,
role,
because
yes.
either team steps off or onto the point at the wrong time, and it could
She
be
was the
one
an
fixing.
accidental capture for the other side. Psycho Toes has got two in response to the team back up from the ball.
And she
Psyduck
was
has
still the
third, and
best
it looks
player
like
on the
Spring Grove are
team.
having it fully captured. They do. Spring Grove somehow
I mean, my Preds are
survive
looking pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie.
They claim the first map.
I'm telling you,
Guys?
beats Carlisle.
Guys?
There's no way.
What is the chance I'm in the next
Why
week?
though?
Top
Wiggly
place?
Monkey is playing right now, bro.
Okay,
you know how
okay.
bad this guy is?
Okay, but like, what's the
It's good.
only counter to Spring Grove? First of all, this is their
Hit
hardest
scan.
game, I think, because they're playing into two good hit scan players. Carlisle doesn't have that.
Your boy Q, what it
Carlisle
do?
has one.
No, they have
Bill
Red
Clinton,
Red
unless
Harlow.
Bill Clinton is good enough to force Psyduck to swap, Spring Grove is going to win.
Bro,
Your boy
they
Q, what it do?
they did this last.
Yo, boy,
when they
Q.
played in
Wait,
conference
what the fuck
finals
is
already.
Cracked
They-
Wisdom's
they just
background?
fucking ignored
What he
Psyduck, bro.
hit, bro? What's he hitting right now? Why you got that? Yo quiero.
Wiggly Monkey was getting farmed on the ball, doing nothing, and then the rest of the guys were just ignoring Psyduck or farming him. Like it really wasn't even
I
close.
believe in Psyduck.
Wait, is
I
that
don't, bro. He DMs me all the
Mountain
time.
View and South
Why
Fayette? Is
don't
that
you
the
believe
team?
in Psyduck?
I think they're cooked, bro.
What's just a tab called anime?
Because it's anime. Yeah.
Is it just a proof website that it says pirated anime?
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, I thought this was ours.
No,
Like, I'm like, how
no.
did we already beat South Fayette?
Spring Grove is making it all. I believe.
That's your bracket? There's no
I
way.
believe.
That's cope, bro. That's so cope.
I believe. I put this a while ago. I think did I talk to you, Seth, or Wyatt about it?
You
No,
talked to
I
me
don't-
about if we scrim 5 times against a Doom team, you'll change it to 3-0.
That's not what I said, but it's close.
Well,
enough.
okay, if you scrim 5 times
That's not what
within
that's not what
our
I
map,
said.
yeah.
What'd you
What
say?
did you say then?
Wait, West Branch is a 1
I
seed?
think I said twice a week.
No, you did not. You said
I
within.
mean, you guys have done
This-
once a week. That's better than nothing.
I don't think we're gonna get to twice a week.
Bro, I won't be able to.
Yeah, we're gonna lock that once a week, but we should just keep doing these Thursday scrims. They're helping a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I can work.
I mean,
not work. I can do Thursdays.
The reason I'm not changing it though is because Wyatt almost never practices. I think JJ practices less than Wyatt does, believe it or not. Like Nate practices quite a bit. So does Seth. Zebra Girl plays as much as I don't know.
Chogi is putting in the work.
I have
This
us
game is
3-1
ass.
South Fayette. I think that they're gonna snowball a map against us. But I had West Branch. Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
I
Nate.
should-
West Branch was the 1 seed, bro.
I should have picked
That's
Mountain View,
insane.
bro.
That's
I was
insane.
going to. I should have done it. I just hate CB West, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have them winning either.
I gave him. I wanted to pick them, so I gave him a map because I'm like, oh, maybe. But apparently, CB West just
Lucky, bro.
forfeited.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. That's what the caster said. He said he thought it was by a forfeit. I don't know if he might just be wrong, but I mean, Mountain View probably would have won this anyway. Like 4-3, and they 2-0'd the first map. Like they might have won.
Holy shit, Brady! The bit rate on the videos. Holy fuck!
That's not my problem. I can't do anything about that.
I can count the
You're good for me.
pixels.
No, I don't think he's not talking about my Discord stream. He's talking about the YouTube video. I think.
Let me open up my bracket. Okay,
Wait,
I had
you made a
in
video?
quarterfinals, I had West Branch, Penn Manor, 3-0 Penn Manor, South Fayette, CB West, and it was gonna be South Fayette 3-1. And then Carlisle, Loyal Sock 3-0, Spring Grove, CB South 3-0. I gave Spring Grove a map in the semifinals, Brady.
I gave him 3 maps. I believe, bro.
Spring Grove in the finals would be so lackluster, bro. There's no way.
Bro, I want it. It low-key could because
I-
Carlisle be talking about
Pause.
shit,
What the
but
fuck?
Brady,
shut
did you
up,
see the
Jace.
bans in their games?
yeah, Seth told me.
Oh.
Wait. Oh yeah, the man's yeah. It was AIDS.
I believe in Spring Grove.
Nah, Reach Cyber. They're coming back from the dead.
That's
They're
not
already
possible.
knocked out.
Wait, Mountain View has a brain. They picked KR. Wait.
Wait, what?
Yo, Brady, go back to the stream.
Bro, they're not
Yeah,
they're not in the map. What?
You know,
Brady,
it's really
lock
cool.
in,
I think
bro.
10
Brady.
seconds
There's
after
nothing to
they
look
started
at.
playing.
They start in
Brady,
20
lock in.
seconds. Or
Wait,
40
Nate, how are you able
seconds.
to play?
I'm on a different account.
Oh, it said Big Jiff was started
Yeah,
playing.
he had to
know,
pay the
I-
$10
I-
to rename it.
And then
Oh,
I
you-
Okay,
found out I
he
couldn't
low
beat
key
it.
didn't though. Like, what would have happened?
What?
That's
Like,
kind
if he
of
just played on
less
They
Freak
played
Bob,
on
he just
Freak
said
Bob?
Freak Bob.
Lloyd would probably make him be honored. Lloyd would be like, "Why are you playing that?" He'd be like, "I'm banned." I told him that he should just say he lost the
would
password.
make S-Man play.
But Lloyd would make S-Man play 'cause it was
Lost the
honorable.
password,
Didn't-
bro. That's so.
Didn't S-Man play on the Gojo account?
Well, that's because it was a login
Well,
issue and it was a LAN
yeah.
event.
Also what?
Attacking side,
I don't know.
wanting to show exactly what they've got to offer out here. Early pressure, the
Fine,
snipe from
it's
Widow
just
as well.
stress, man.
Finds that first
Okay,
pick.
What the
Chicken's
fuck
got
is that
the
chicken?
ball.
Chicken is a
Step
beater.
up
Beater of all
with that a
time.
1-for-1 trade.
Like,
It's
seriously,
actually
bro.
Health bars at the top right
Can you
too
shield the
for
fucking
South
Widow?
Fayette, just
might feel-
not
Oh, shit.
advantageous. Vegito takes down
Is
Sly.
Vegito on the?
And
Is that guy in
Widow
that
from the
anime?
window being sent back.
Vegito?
I don't know
my
who the
God.
guy is.
Oh
His
my
name's
God.
Vegito in Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z, that
Oh
anime.
my God.
Is massive. Milky really
He's from
hasn't
Fortnite.
found their way into the back line.
Is
yet.
Vegito the thing that
Yes,
Australians
from
put on their bread?
No, he's the guy that's like,
Vegemite.
And
Kakarot.
Vegemite.
here, great job right now of not mitigating the damage, but supplementing that damage as well. He's got one trap.
What am I
to
looking
the
at right
corner. We
now?
see him able to get away for the time being. And with that,
He's chasing us
Heimdall
out.
back around. South Fayette not able to crack onto the point
Widow
just
shot
yet
coming
as
up.
Sly continues
Okay, this
to
guy-
look for these snipes.
Wait, PD on hit
Trying to
scan.
find
What
some
the
sort of
fuck?
opening here.
Why is
Sly
this guy carrying
again
their
does
fucking
find
team,
one,
bro?
but it's going to be on the
Oh,
Ana.
oh,
He
oh,
is
shit.
still a target that
I
front
don't
line,
think Sly
and
is good
Ash
on
that
these
battles it
16
through.
characters.
Can
Like,
you use
Genji.
your spawn advantage at this point for Milky? Yes,
Mike,
you
kill him, kill
can.
him, please kill him.
No
Oh,
more
you were
supports
so
available.
ass, bro.
Takes away the small health back,
Yeah,
but will
chill.
die in the process. The rest
Got
of the
him,
team
man.
chicken trying to hold.
Big rock.
It's just one bar on
Not everyone can be as good as you.
Oh, you were such a fucking idiot,
Taking
dude.
finding the two.
He has his Ana coming back, and he chooses to walk on the point
Here
like
is
fucking
Mama.
dumbass.
No.
Does finally
Back
take
on.
on
Wait.
Heimdall.
Oh,
Now with
big
the
Widow,
attack,
big
all of a
Widow,
sudden
big
things
Widow.
get
Heimdall's
tougher here.
Heimdall's
South Fayette should
terrible.
be
No,
able to
no,
unlock
hey,
the
hey,
I hate to
Halo.
say it, bro.
It's
Heimdall's
PD.
terrible.
No,
Dude, he's
no,
top
no.
three.
The
He's
same amount of
top
time
three.
that he
He's
did.
top
He's
three. He's
top
top
From
three.
Mountain View.
Why not? As soon as you unlock that first
Oh
payload, now moving forward, and Milky
Heimdall
will
is great, guys.
get the
Heimdall is
jump
the
down
best
onto
player in
esports
PIEA.
too.
He is
They are pushed all
Oh,
the way
like,
up to where
undebatable
that
top
first
three.
checkpoint is located.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
4.5 minutes here for the Lions as they look to extend their tenure.
The
Might be
Lions
number
are
two.
not consent.
No, what is my Widow doing?
Yeah, Kings Row.
Honestly,
every
they could
team,
play
I feel
Hug right
like
now,
at
they'd
this
probably
point
be
in
better.
What is
time
that
is
mine?
comfortable on this map.
It's
It's
good
just
mine.
about who is
He's
going to
gonna
be
get
able to
nobody's going up
execute
there.
better
They
at
haven't
those
taken no
points.
time.
Everybody
They
ash.
were slow just a
You
bit
get through
in the
by a
beginning,
single
but
rock.
and now they've got that
Loki,
momentum
I don't even-
rolling. They've
the
got
Ana break
4
is kinda
minutes
like,
plus to find this next checkpoint, and they've got a couple ults to work with.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
4.
There's
Almost
this guy's
5 here on
AFK,
deck.
like,
It's
No,
almost
holy
all
shit.
of them.
Yeah,
They're
wait,
ready to
wait,
go here. Milky is going to utilize the meteor
Who's
strike.
Enemy spotted.
Sleep him, sleep him, sleep him.
Ana's the
Yes,
target.
sleep.
They're pushed away
Yes,
with that
wake 'em
sling.
up,
It's not
guys,
just to
wake
work
'em
their way
up.
around.
I'm surprised
And
he
it's going to be
actually got
Chicken investing
Yo,
in
I
the
had to just go
ultimate
back
here
in,
as
bro.
well.
Look at the Goshu.
Actually
Look at the
didn't
fucking
connect
Lucio.
onto any
And
of
he
the
get in
nearby
this fight to kill
members.
her, like,
Yo,
Dominator
there's
still
Parker,
the
there's
ultimate
Ethan.
Every
advance. One
fight,
for
bro.
one.
Yo, the Ash,
Using
free
the
pick.
Tsune rush to move their way back in.
don't have to go.
PD ready to go with the ultimate as well if need be. But
Wait,
the
you got
melody,
fucking JJ on break.
Oh my
it's
God,
not
that-
enough
Oh my
here.
God.
They
The
carry
Mountain View
TP away and
players
he's still
are
bad.
falling, and
Their
it's
laser
all
reaction's
on
on.
Heimdall
Ash's
and the
good.
wagon to try and
Can he hit a
rotate
shot?
their way back in this fight.
He's missing Brig Whips. Like,
They've got to work back
hard.
and forward here. I mean, honestly,
Yo,
we see that
support.
contention
Oh my God.
coming up, but Sly
You're
PD
here,
the
bro.
ults on
That's
deck.
Sigma.
The Hana's
Vegito
back,
has
though.
the
The
tactical
Hana's back
advantage
anyway,
as
Echo.
well, but
Why would they go
Milky
back
can
Echo
find
into
his
double
pick
his
on
skin?
commit, and so now you're
Sigma's
losing a support.
low-key
Milky
doing
does
there.
fall to Heimdall, though, and
He just
without a
got there.
tank. Now Mountain View has an
mean,
opportunity
he's
to
living,
really
though.
stifle this push of South Fayette.
Gonna use the infra sight to look through the walls here. PD,
Oh,
that
Sly.
could be
Oh,
very
Sly's so
helpful,
good in the
but
game.
no headshot hit just yet.
That
They're going
guy's-
to delay time for their tank to come back
1
through.
HP.
PD,
Oh,
is
God,
just
he's
getting
Maybe,
going.
you know what? Maybe you're right.
Shuts
Heimdall's
them
goaded.
down.
No, why'd you drop the
Needs
shield?
to hit a
Oh
huge
my god.
shot, and honestly, with
Bad
just
idea.
broken team fight
Nobody's
here
died
from
this
the
way, dude,
Lions,
unless
they're
it's
down
Jace,
to
though.
2.5 minutes, but they
Oh,
are
shit, these
on the
parts coming out.
verge
Okay,
of
how is he
overtime.
not gonna kill? They're just
This
standing
guy's
out
so
the
good.
orange.
Just got to get a little
What
bit
is he
further
aiming with?
to add some
He missed?
time onto the clock here as Heimdall up
bro?
front has done a
He
good
is-
job
he's got a
with
sly
this
cock.
Sigma. We see Vegito
You think
already
they see 9
finding
here? You think
chicken
they see
here
9?
as well. When you lose an early support, it spells trouble. But Milky
I know never
will
gets that
return
support.
fire, finds the support on the
Bro.
other side
Chicken
here as
is
well.
Milky-
he's
Meteor
Milky
strike
landing in the
rains
back
down,
line.
and
Wait,
it's a
bigger
bit
eye.
back and forth here as Milky will eventually find Raven.
And he got away
Like
with
a
it.
1v5.
Huge takedown to get.
Oh my God.
Yes, Heimdall's ass. Heimdall's ass.
How do you miss that rock?
No,
Heimdall's ass.
Dude, his mouse malfunction.
Wait, big ol'.
He's gonna get his ult canceled,
Big
bro.
ol'.
Please use it. Use it, Nimrod.
Is all on the
Exactly
DPS.
popping off. He doesn't need it.
Stop it.
To try and take their team fight.
It took him 3 deaths, bro.
They have to back off as Sly
I'm
falls.
actually shocked he let us do
Slash
It's
has
crazy
4.
how close South
Okay,
Fan
maybe
has
now
gotten.
he's tough,
And,
bro.
I mean, really, they had a ton of
Oh,
momentum.
I'm not gonna lie, this
They
might
were
have
mountain
flying
over
house.
Are you
a
fucking
mountain-
serious?
A mountain that they can't seem
I
to
like it.
climb at the
I think
moment
your
here.
guys'
Sly
division
PD
was
just
better
now
than
coming
me.
back, but you see South Fan dangerously far forward
might have
here.
been,
Do you
bro.
think the
Risk of
flying perk is
continuously
better
being
than the
staggered
punch
out.
perk on a Doom?
Again and again, you
Low-key,
gotta
maybe, I
watch
don't
where
know.
those members are
Yeah, he
going.
can dodge the
You
punches.
can't just send one in at
Okay,
a time.
maybe I
It's
should-
gotta
I love
be
the flying
everybody
perk, personally.
together Melky's
so
gonna look
he
can literally just fly to high ground. He can pressure the whole team.
Fly to high ground is one thing.
Playing their geometry, looking to
Punch anybody and they
execute
can't
the
use any
theorem, but
cooldowns.
It's going to be the duplicate coming out. Esports
They're
2,
just
the only one
loading in the air.
You saying they can't use cooldowns?
The back line will
believe they
fall,
can.
though,
They can't use
after the
movement.
single kill comes through
Yeah.
from the
For
line.
real?
Looking
They're just
to
floating in the air.
engage against
That's
these
actually
two
kinda crazy.
ultimates. Heimdall's ready to change
Oh,
it.
it's the
One
best!
for one.
He's goated.
Just
He's got no
really
block.
does
Kill him.
not have a lot of
I'm
HP
not even gonna lie, I do not
left to
think
fight.
that was
Under
intentional.
100, the rock goes
Oh
by.
my god.
But it will
Oh,
be
I got
good
Penn has a
for
10 in it now.
Strike.
Holy shit.
Sending
Oh,
forward,
again, and
fighting
he did it
the
again.
brig.
Oh, he's
The
dead, though.
rally
Wait,
is
Heimdall,
in
use your
the
flux, for
hold
God's
on
sake.
as
It's the
the
time.
Sojourn grenade
He's
continues
holding
to
it for
wreck
like
the
two
You've been
minutes.
on this shit for the rest of the game. He lifted him.
He's
He's
big.
big.
Wait,
oh.
The Soldier's won.
Heimdall.
Gets PIEA as well.
Oh,
Looking to
they're
make a
fucked.
last second
I'm out.
stand. It's the
They're
meteor
dead.
strike slide.
He's
Finding
fine.
Angle from the
Oh.
sky. Getting Raven in the back line.
No.
It's the 2K. And
No,
Milky in the
Heimdall,
face
no.
of
Dude,
Heimdall.
this is so.
8
I think
seconds
South Fade is
left.
might be the
Overtime
worst team.
almost needed as they
Heimdall, you would've
just
hot punched
inch
like,
into territory. They'll put 132
30
back on the
seconds
clock
early.
for the
Big
final
Jiffer
push.
cash shits on Sly and
Oh,
Milky.
yo, this dude does say
tank shit.
Let's
go. They know.
Big
They
Jiffer,
know.
Big
Bro, you
Jiffer
know
was
what?
that popping off on the window
Another
on
just
Havana.
perfectly timed meteor
Yeah, my
strike.
team was getting
The
mad.
battle against
Time.
Heimdall. It is a good one. It is a good tank.
Yeah, I
duel.
said,
Look, bro, we need-
you guys
Out in
tried to
view,
throw by
the
putting IJV
Eagles
on it, and Big
need
Jiffer
to
said
try and soar. BD's
He
dead.
literally said, "Oh, they're playing Hog. I'm gonna play Ana."
It,
He
yeah,
fucking
it
needed
was
him
down.
once
Chicken
and
finds
fed.
Vegito in the mix
he was
though.
terrible.
Yeah.
With that, a little bit of a trade back and forth. It's Bubba to find Echo from the sky.
okay.
South Fade, the player.
Oh, bro,
back.
dude, touch the point,
Kicks
Heimdall.
out
They
to
threw,
Raven,
they
and all
threw,
of a
they
sudden
threw.
they begin
I
to
kept
fall.
calling that Big
Domino's
Jiffer was about to
Chicken
kill
finds
PIEA Seth, and he
Midwag
did it every
Heimdall
single time.
all
It was literally
alone as
so.
shells
I had
ring out
chills.
South Fade,
Wait, do they have a
looking
touch?
for the final destination.
They have a Nano Lucio out. Nano Lucio out.
Jockeyed for position
Who's
down
you?
this ramp and will
You got
Mountain
that
View
echo.
even get a
I'm a soldier.
contest.
I
Three.
can go to
They see
that.
now.
Moving out different doors.
1.77 is
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that's
yeah.
left.
No way.
Katie gets another opener.
How
Vegito
is
is
Chicken
dead.
alive?
Turn around.
Volley is two.
How is
this
how is
bro.
chicken carrying? How is chicken carrying?
He's good. He's good.
Really gonna go
Versus
T
the
versus
world.
unlucky.
And it looks
Chicken
like
back and play
the
the game
black
from
hole
that.
will not encapsulate it this time. A good finish on the attack from the Lions.
Hot take, South Fade's ass.
Yeah, honestly, they probably
we
could have had it
capped with
just a
2
little
minutes
quicker. So
against
even
the
though
best
Mountain View
teams.
continued to stagger out there,
Yeah.
they were able to
Fucking
contest
capped
quite a
with
bit.
30
seconds
20
against
seconds
Mountain
isn't
View.
a ton of time. So if Mountain View, on the
Mountain View
flip
is
side
good.
of
Why
things
you
here, can
guys are
come out
just-
with a
Heimdall
strong
held his
initial
fucking
push,
ult for 2
look to work
minutes.
off the back of that momentum,
Yeah,
they
I
very
think
well
South
could
Fade kind of
find
rolled an
themselves with
unlucky
the
meta
upper
here, I'm gonna be
hand here
honest.
on map number 2. And honestly, I feel like they
Kinda
need
sucks
to
for
take
them.
this
When is
map.
Doom-
You really
when has
don't
Doom
want
been
to
meta, though?
allow a team like South Fade
Well,
to get
Doom
not
into
only to
Mauga
match
is not
but the
bad, but
series
Doom into
point this
Orisa is
early.
unplayable.
They're not even. I wish they would play Orisa.
Or is it 4 feet?
But yeah, when we play them,
Pause.
they're getting fucked.
Pause.
We,
The upper
we
paw.
message
How about
Heimdall and
that?
slip him a note and this is player
Good to
Orisa.
get the upper
I'll
paw
DM him
here
right now.
in map
You
number
should.
2. Whatever it
hard,
may
bro.
be for Mountain
Ironically.
View, I think this is also one
I
where
don't-
you
I-
can
bro,
play a
I
bit
said that
different
earlier.
around
They
your
don't have an auto
composition.
player.
Esports 2
What are
has
they
been
gonna do?
playing just a
No,
Chicken
lot
plays
of
Ana.
different
What do you
things
mean?
here, and
Chicken's
specifically with
Ana
the
is
Echo,
horrendous.
you can play this first
Go.
It's
of the
IJV level, bro.
hybrid with the
He's doing it.
aerial view. With
Wait,
a
he's
chance to
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Oh,
Watch
God.
touch
He's
shows.
doing
Watch
it.
touch shows.
I'll do it myself.
Which is coming
He's
out
more
from
of-
PD
It's
on
the
back
hero
here
he's most
as
feared
well.
on
Yeah,
in the
as you
streets.
mentioned,
Like,
I'm actually- I'm
the
the
Heimdall Hog is no-
Echo come in
Dude,
toward
what-
the
what
end
are the-
there
what if they actually
already,
just
but
come back and
now
win? We
Heimdall
just play
Bro, what the
on
fuck is
road.
this
Vegito
fucking
there toying with
bat-
the
this
idea of
fucking
DMG
West
might
Branch
just go
fucking
back
bastion
toward
shit
the
we're
soldier
Bro, this
here,
game
but
is more hyped than the Super Bowl.
for the most part, for South
Yeah,
Fade,
it
the comp
actually
hasn't
is.
really changed up too
I was
much.
more excited to play today than like.
PD's going to bring in our
Watching any game,
specialty,
bro.
though.
Or like
The bastion
NCAA,
move,
Mark
the
Madness
extra
because
dip and
You think
dash
that
of
we're the
damage
biggest
you can
upset,
add,
the 1 seed being
for
the 8
Mountain
seed?
View, very
3-0.
important that they start off quick.
No,
And
they
also
knew
find
what they
a
were
way
doing.
to finish this cart off.
we-
Overtime
like,
could be
dude.
necessary.
South Fayette beating CE Wet.
South
Beating
and you guys just basically didn't have a full season.
We're gonna watch the other game.
It is
Let's just
all
watch the other
offense,
game.
no nonsense.
Yeah, bro, what
I will see just how quickly
there a
they
pick
can
for
work
this week?
toward unlocking the
Actually,
payload here.
they
Vegeta
still cap.
It's
dangerously low
There's
here.
there.
Does have to tuck in, maybe work toward that
How much
health
time to
pack
hold
down
that,
below.
though?
But Echo says,
Is it
no, I
really?
need that
I think
snatch.
it's Thursday.
And with that, we'll have to get healed
better
up
not
just a bit.
scrim, bro.
Mountain View slow and steady here. A little bit more of a methodical push, not wanting to give up an early pick
Low
yet.
key roast. Let's just do it.
Sly expecting
Okay.
Vegito
What is
coming
their
from that
shit?
left
Like-
side, so that
I think it's
early
our
damage
banquet,
already
one of
comes
those.
through. The
Banquet.
force
Oh,
of the
shit.
touchback,
Wait,
the
Chicken's
backline
inting.
Chicken falls to the aerial
Damn,
prowess
bro.
of esports 2, just
Chicken.
playing around that statue to
Chicken.
perfection.
Chicken jockey.
Vegito's
Nate,
gonna
it's
watch
Thursday.
out for that reflect timer.
Huh?
Here comes
What,
the
do you know
ball.
what time it is?
Thursday.
Yeah, it is
Goes
Thursday,
to the sky
yeah.
kill down.
Uh,
PD has got the anti-air
Something,
machine and
forget.
starts
We
the
could
fight
all
with a
leave early
banger.
and get home for scrims.
PD doing a great job recognizing that it is really his job to work on those high-flying
Oh,
characters
another
like
one.
Echo. So great job to chop him down here early. It was
Slide.
an
Oh
early
my
pick from
God,
Mountain
wait.
View that
Wait,
started
wait,
that off. It looked like they were going to
You
get
get one shot out of 12. 1 out of 12.
So slow Scuttle play
1 out of
here
12.
from South Fayette that has allowed them to kind of maintain
Bro, okay,
control. And
this
again,
Echo needs
these
to fucking
early
swap, bro.
picks.
You're playing in a
Echo
double hit
picks
scan,
again
like,
here
just get
early.
off,
Having to
please.
make this push with a player down.
11.
Yes, big hook.
Especially with PD
Like,
having that ultimate up and available, Pigpen
Why'd
is
they
going to be
lamp,
thrown
bro?
out, catches them for just a moment.
Oh.
Dragon is going to lose their immortality field, and it's going to be the dip and dodge through the room.
Hook him, bro.
Hook
Hook him.
him.
Please.
Hook him.
I mean, you've got 2 ultimate.
Oh my gosh, fuck him.
He's dead.
Support ultimate.
He's dead.
Health bars are just not
Yes.
there right now.
No, we got
Melky
cleansed
is
and
gonna
nano.
continue to burn him
Wait,
down. They
no, not
lose
nano.
both
Wait,
DPSs.
He's dead.
And you try to
Wait,
send
do
out
it.
nano, but now
Yeah,
it's
do
just
it.
a 2v5. And
Yo.
PD's got the damage
Heimdall,
to rip him
what are you
apart.
doing, bro?
Oh my God, chicken.
We love
Wait,
seeing
dude,
some
heal your
Bastion
fucking hog, you
success
dumbass.
out here.
That's
Alumni,
possible.
both
You
some
know,
former
you know,
Bastion
you know,
actions, but it's Heimdall throwing fisticuff, finding
Look at the
Chicken.
GPS
Slide
map.
down,
I'm
loose
looking
the
at. You
map.
guys seen this
Slide
guy?
down, loose the map.
He's
Yo,
there
my
as
Ash
well,
only
but
knows
Sly
left
has
foot.
that
Oh my
60
God.
and
My
has
God.
Bob ready.
Is that Nate?
Unfortunately, immediately
might be
taken
crazy.
out and not going to get to
That
utilize
skin is
that
so
ult.
obnoxious to look at. Oh my
Okay,
God.
they have
In
5
the
ultimates, guys. I
health
hate to
room
break
there,
news.
and it's going to be the rest of the team utilizing the
Oh my God.
rush. They want to run
There's one out of the fight.
PD's dead. No DPSs
Okay,
for
you know
this
he's
fight.
gonna land on the
Milky's
fucking point,
gonna
bro.
go for the meteor strike
Freak.
here, but bides their
Hook him.
time. This capture is just
bro.
inches
From the
away
corner.
from becoming
Wait.
a reality. And
Wait,
Milky,
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
Look
at his ass.
Look, damn.
Damn.
Here on this
Damn.
fight, and it's
Damn.
not
Damn.
South are just
Wait.
losing members,
Where are you going?
losing
You're lost. Where are
supports,
you going?
and the payload is
Holy
unlocked
shit.
for
Oh,
the
you know,
Eagle.
Milky is
Oh,
shaking
oh
his
my
boots
God.
right now. Heimdall. Heimdall can't be stopped. He is the A-train.
Bro, I should have voted for Heimdall.
And now they have that
Wait,
further back
wait,
spawn. They
was
find
he
a
on the
couple
list?
of
I
members
think he was,
coming here.
yeah.
Heimdall and crew will chase
Wait,
them down
wait.
and just solidify that stagger
Yeah,
a
hook
bit
him.
longer here. So
Oh,
in
okay.
dangerous
Fine, fine,
position.
fine.
to
He knows
shoot
what to
the
do.
kill
He can
as
do it.
well.
Okay.
They gotta be
I
careful.
think that was low-key good, though.
Wait, he's got another hook ready.
Artillery form if
charging
they
up
want
that
to
jump.
swing them out, push them back
shit.
here.
Yo.
But the
Cancels his
Seth
power.
is
Mate.
staying
Oh my
here
God.
of
This
the
guy's
road.
permanent
He's just
power.
so
Oh,
tough to
shit.
deal with. Bob is going to
Back
try
up.
and juice them
Oh,
down. That
okay,
extra
okay.
health
Back it up,
bar
Terry.
right in front.
Tick, tick.
A single
Yes.
ultimate this time breaks down the team fight.
Oh.
And
Wait,
the hook
throw down your thing,
is
throw down your
not
thing.
even
Throw that
enough
pig
to
pen.
get
Throw that
up.
fucking pig pen down.
Halfway
Oh,
to
yeah,
checkpoint 1 is where the Eagles
LOS is
fall
the last
out.
Bastion.
Bastion form?
And we saw
What is this?
them
This is
stall a
Wyatt
little bit
season
in
1
that
right here.
previous one
Wait, what?
as well, but
Real.
Good job he's killing the entire team with that, don't even.
back here. South
Yeah, you
Bend
would
only
it.
has the one ult to work
Bastion
with
ult, I kill at
versus
least
the
one
two
support
Why is he
here.
pushing
It
in
was
there?
good.
How is he
It
alive?
It was literally
So,
Brady
talk about
and me versus
staggering
the
can be a
entire
bad
team, and
thing, but you want
sometimes
to
Brock.
stagger
I thought
out
that
the
he's like-
ultimates a little bit. Hopefully to adjust the time.
Bro, I was
Picking up
looking at
that
some of the
lead
Brock
in front of the
games.
Vegeta could spell
Nah, that's
really
so
bad,
bad, bro.
for
Try to shoot the
Mountain
Echo.
View, though.
Yeah, he just tried bash shooting the
Loss,
Echo.
of course,
Oh,
could just
shit.
allow the change
Yeah,
in form to
that-
go
Back
through.
up,
The
PD.
Echo's gonna
Back
be
up,
good.
D-Day.
Milky
D-Day.
horrible, but he's a fast boy. He's gonna get back to the payload
Big
as quick as
oh my
possible.
God. Oh my God.
Heimdall is
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
Wait,
This is
I take it all back,
exactly
bro.
the
He's
fight that
actually
Mountain
he's
View
top
won.
bracket.
Yo,
It's
we
a
got-
victory
we got a
off
man
of
hog.
solo
We got a man
picks.
hog. He's
They
doing
really
good.
don't
He's
have to
doing
use
good.
Hit another, hit another.
ultimates to push
Oh,
forward.
there you
He
go.
did the double take. He said,
Oh
huh?
my
Heimdall
Put 3 on,
is
please
gonna
put 3 on the
snatch
card.
up
I'm about to
P,
DM this
and
guy. Slide in
all
his
of a
DMs.
sudden,
Tell him to
it's
put 3
more
on the card.
success here for Mountain View.
Please.
They're eating a
They're
little
already
space
past this
here
point,
as
Seth.
Wait, no, wait,
Tucked
wait.
under the payload,
think he
so
hooks him? You think he
continues
hooks
to
him?
move with a bit of a
Yes.
quickened pace here.
Hooks him off the map, though?
Just
Hooks him off the
holding
map?
on to this
I don't know if he's
wall
ever
here,
missed.
Something that could really push everybody
know how to
away from
miss.
this checkpoint.
He's
and
kind of
allow
playing
them to
really far up
solidify
right
with some
now.
extra time.
Wait,
Sly
this
is
so
What
dope.
the
What
fuck?
He's in range.
What
He's in range.
the
Go for
fuck?
it.
Huge
Go for it.
jump
He's
with
in
the
He tried to
range.
jump to the high
What
ground.
is-
Between that
watching?
checkpoint.
Oh,
Now
dude,
he's
my shit's
really
getting off the
taking
map.
all the way towards the end, but hook after hook connecting.
What the
He
fuck?
is
What the
on
fuck,
one
chicken?
second. This chicken escapes back.
Yo, I
to
did.
the
Oh,
team. The
He's putting in the work, bro. He's putting in the work.
Over the hook, off the bat. Do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, do it.
Do it, bro. Do it. You're gonna get booped by chicken.
He doesn't.
Oh my God,
No
dude.
headset. No headset. No headset.
No headset, bro. No headset.
How did you not hear him?
Chicken.
Oh.
What are we watching right now, bro?
What is he?
What am I watching?
This
Petey.
could be that extra effect here that
Oh, that was
been a quick edit.
was really looking good here late in this one.
They found
They
that
should've stepped in
checkpoint.
front
What is Petey doing?
Timer extension, but I
Petey,
think
Petey's changing his underwear right now.
Get those early picks, it allows your team
Because I
to
think
play
he's
so
power
far
punch.
forward. Now Milky's
Oh
got
my
to
God.
be
Oh my
careful,
goodness,
uses just
Zoe's
to push
dead
forward.
from that.
Slide.
Yeah, Zoe's
The first
cooked right
alpha
there.
headshot, that
Zoe's
Kitsune
frontlining
rush
Kiriko.
is so useful when you have a Bastion. Just fire the bullets, send them back to the spawn.
I don't know about you,
Seth
this is my least favorite
survive
caster, bro.
with 4 ultimates still to use.
He sounds like he's announcing everything.
Oh, is that the crazy
rain
build?
down
All
from
these
above
guys-
as well, but they've got so many
Yeah, you're talking
ultimates
about
on deck.
Llama.
Honestly, Mountain View's
the
not
fuck
that
is he
far
doing?
behind
Jace,
as well. It's about
you might want to be
getting
careful.
the most.
I love Llama, bro. The guy with the
Yeah.
beard, he's so the mustache guy. He's so
Look
Look him!
Damn! Behind you!
Wait, he's been charging stuff the whole time. Wait, he's
Down
like
from
forward.
behind. He does get pushed back
Oh.
a bit here though, and now
Wait,
Echo
Pop the ult.
in the
Wait,
face
no.
of the competition.
Wait,
But Bob
Chicken's
will
popping
supply
off.
a
Wait, the
little
Bob
help
popping
as
off.
well as Chicken. And
I
every
know
time
they're
it looks
gonna
like
cap.
Mountain View about to gain a little bit of ground.
He's
South
so
End
close,
just
though.
pulls something out of
They're
nothing.
gonna win 2 fights in a row.
They're magicians to
Wait,
say the
Slide's
least.
instinct.
Should maybe change their
Why is my
occupation
ass
from
front lining?
Overwatch
Yeah,
players.
Oh,
But I
unlucky,
think
unlucky,
they're doing
unlucky.
pretty good at
Wait,
this.
shit, he's dead, bro. Their carry's dead.
Reflection
They're
on
carry.
the
Oh my god,
bastion.
holy
Like,
shit!
different-
Oh, wait, hit it.
Bleed,
Oh my god, this is not
Yo,
Big
do not call,
Jiffer.
do not call him Big Jiffer. Do not.
Shit,
That's
Big
actually
Big Jiffer.
It is Big Jiffer.
That's actually.
It is Big
Big
Jiffer.
Jiffer.
Has got the first support
That's
down.
literally Big Jiffer. It looks a little
Milky
dodgy
is
in the
no
beginning, and then he
man's
bored
land,
back.
But for this
Yeah,
Doomfist,
bro.
the self-survivability
Wait, okay,
delays
this
the
is
time
so
a minute
winnable
to
right
go
now because they have
for this
nano.
Guy is
Why is he?
Well, I think
Bro,
for
he's
sure.
he's actually jerking it.
Close to about
Bro,
the
he took
same
the perk
time,
and
and
he
he
hasn't got to use the
continue
perk
this
one time.
push here. There's
Yeah.
only one ult.
Nano the Roadhog and let Heimdall carry, bro. Let Heimdall carry.
Here, so they just
Oh,
have to make
wait,
sure
use
they
the Doom punch him off the map.
But all of
Someone
a
heal
sudden,
him.
Echo
Someone heal him.
barely
Wow,
escapes
he's
the
so
life.
Someone heal him. Yeah.
Finding their way back
I'm
around the
just
pillar.
missing.
This is the
Oh,
chance.
shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Right
Yeah.
here, it's
Yeah.
artillery form. Utilize.
No,
he goes-
What is
What?
he?
Has a
What?
very
now
big
wait.
crowd you can
Oh,
utilize,
she's
and
won.
has just caught it.
That's
Slide
alright,
takes
yeah,
it.
Oh shit, wait, they
Down
traded.
low.
They've no nano though, they have no
Tracer,
nano.
the Tracer.
Oh, they have no
Right
nano,
now
they have no
in
nano.
review, it's a quick
kind of
duplication
fucked, I'm not
from
gonna
the
lie.
Sports 2
Wait,
that
Tracer
goes
gets up.
down,
Tracer-
but they're
oh,
right there. They can taste it.
Tracer
But the
doesn't.
They
spot
counter swap
advantage,
Tracer,
the
they're-
Lions are pushing them
No,
off.
what do you mean Tracer? We're rooting for Mountain
Yeah, and
View.
the Lions have been able to eat up time, so they'll guarantee
Tracer's
themselves
gonna
at least the upper hand. The
Wait,
upper
just live,
ball,
Heimdall, just live.
as
You have
Llama
nano coming
had
back.
said earlier, but
You know?
Oh,
they
they're
still have an
fucked.
opportunity to prevent
Wait,
them
no,
from
they're gonna-
pushing this payload in. The
Yeah,
overtime
it's
fuse
over.
is going to be
It's
lit. They have
over.
3.13
Wait,
meters to
Chansey's
go,
left.
and Milky finds the pick onto the tank. That
This is
could
a close
spell
game, though.
disaster for Mountain View.
No.
But
It
you
was-
Bro,
just
that-
saw Nano, but no
that back
longer.
missing that
The
lamp actually just
overtime
lost in the
fuse
game, bro.
is
Why are they not
snuffed.
nanoing Heimdall,
South Fayette are
though?
going up by 2.
He was dead. He died for the Bastion
What
early.
a nail
remember?
biter. Mountain View
Yeah,
was
but why is
pulling
he not
out
using
all
it?
the stops, and all of
He's
a
Azer, he's
sudden at the
gay.
end of the game, South
What?
Fayette,
I
the
played
rabbit
perfect that
from the
game.
hat. You talked about the magicians and Mr.
Heimdall played
Milky,
perfect
the
that
Doom.
game. He actually was
He
cooking
did
up in the
good.
hog, I'm not gonna
So
lie.
good, bro. He's so
Heimdall's
good.
team is just so bad. His team
Bobby
was
Blade
bad.
Look, he's
Actually,
South
yeah.
is smart for
No,
picking
no.
this map, bro. This is like definitely the map that they want to play with
Them
double hits
back
gen.
here are the Titans, Spring Grove. With
Don't they?
53
Where's
seconds
Star?
left.
Why is Star not
All
playing?
running
That's what I
out
said,
of
bro.
the
Star has been
field.
MIA,
They
bro.
haven't
They're
even been
putting
able to make it
the
to
Junker Queen that's on the team right now
yet,
is a
let alone
silver
to
console
the
ball
actual
player, bro.
entryway
That's what
to the
Psyduck told me.
castle. It feels like
Okay,
it is
where
going
is
to be
Star?
quite the tall
I
task
don't know.
for them
He's
here.
MIA.
Basically, no mistakes can be
Ask
made.
him.
You need to be able to play perfect
I'll
Overwatch
DM him.
from here on out. Wiggly Monkey going to be able to
Wait,
push
big clean ult. I smell it.
that little bit of a.
You ever get a
barrier
hole in your
to
socks
get
and just
some
rip apart the
damage.
entire
The
sock?
ults that come out here as well.
No.
Samer responded from CB South. It's
But it's
a
actually fat.
Tug of war.
He said he
right around the
works.
corner.
5 man.
Last time.
Lots of utility resources being spent. Wiggly Monkey
Yeah,
does
this
pop
means
it.
actually
bro.
better, so-
Oh my God,
Doing
his
the damage
name's
towards
Bobby
Couch.
Flay.
Bobby Flay has the life of Braden.
Look, he's in the kitchen.
Wait, it's overtime. Wait, they lost.
He's cooking, that's
what I'm
saying.
Finds Psychotoes, but then goes down. Wiggly
There's
Monkey
actually a really
is
good
going
map
to
too
help
by
this
CB
car
South, though.
move closer and
That's
closer
what I just
to
said,
the line,
bro.
but as the seconds tick
Who
over
do you
and
think
the
is winning this
outside
fight right here,
markers
Nate?
out,
Or
it is
Brady?
going to be a forced contest.
Damn, bro.
Are they gonna make
I mean,
it?
Who the fuck is FaZe Rock?
Into the final stretch.
Low-key,
My guy, dude.
if they window the tree, they win.
They're Lucio's the
I
couch.
thought Frenchette played D.Va.
Couch 2008.
He didn't do it.
Psyduck is so lost. Psyduck is fucking lost.
You know who
So I could already-
2008?
Oh my god.
Wait, he's getting another one? Oh,
Wait, he low-key, they killed the carry, bro. They killed the carry.
I told you they had to window the tree. He didn't do it. He didn't even use window. Like, what's
They
the
joined
point?
the group.
What the fuck did
Oh
like
my
you were like
God.
Wait, hang on, wait, look.
His minor
Hey,
part
did I
is
do
the major
this
that
game?
explodes.
Did I do this game?
able to complete. They'll be given an additional time.
I know. I'm
of
gonna
1
send a
minute in
photo.
overtime, but when you
Wait,
look on the other
Friend
side
Chet
of the
was the
scoreboard,
diva girl,
compare that
like
to
the
2.5
player they were
minutes
bitching
for
about that she's
Titans.
toxic and shit, and
Well,
she's
they're
top
still in a
500
little
in
bit of an uphill
console.
battle here in map number 2.
I feel like
Now she
every
plays
console
support.
player is top 500, bro.
I still,
Is
like I
that
say,
just me?
I-
There's like
got
literally
feels a little
everyone.
bit of
Because you have to-
momentum
How'd you
lost
get this
because
game?
Don't manage to take this one in regulation time, but
30 now.
I also do feel that 2 minutes and 31 versus
Okay,
60 seconds.
Better question. Who are you
Is a
with?
drastic difference, and with the way that CB South performed
dream
in their
team.
push versus how Spring Grove performed
I'm
in
viewed as
theirs,
a dream team.
if the same performance comes through,
That is
from
not
either
Nate.
side
That is a
here,
fucking random.
I really do
Yeah,
think that
why-
CB
why
South
are you
still
doing
leads
the
this
random?
tie
Who are you
off.
queued
It's
with?
going
What's their
to be
name?
down to them to
I'm not queued with
continue
anyone.
as they
There's
set
literally
out
someone
at
in
the
your
beginning of
group.
this
Someone in your
map, though.
group.
Hey, Nate just joined.
Let's go ahead and
See,
get
that's
ready
what I
to get
said,
down.
and
Why the
Wyatt
fuck
said
does he have the
no.
Shang? Why the fuck do you have the
Nate,
Shanghai Dragon?
Either we
Nate's
Wait,
fine.
now I'm confused. Which
I know.
one's Big Jiffer? This one's Freak Bob.
This is your new account, right?
The private profile one's Freak Bob.
But if Spring Grove
Real profile is
R&D,
private. There was nothing to
able to
hide.
come back in overtime despite
to
this
for lobby.
deficit. You had talked about the blow to
Is there, like,
the mentalist
a
of
thing
South
where it can
for
change
already
his
allowing
name?
Spring
That's
Grove
not
to complete
custom.
that push. Spring Grove
Maybe.
finds some way somehow
See
to
how I
win
feel.
map number
You even
2.
changed your picture in the
It
battle
could
net. Let's
very
go
well
to.
go from what should be a
I changed it
five-map
back to the
knockout, drag 'em out, sort of
Neocortex.
slaughter knocker sort of fest to a
So
sweep.
you okay to send me a friend
Hey,
request? Oh,
I'm
you're
down for it.
fan.
I'm here for it. An all-out.
I'd
bed of
unfavorite
football
Your
you,
name
so
is
you don't
John
rounds,
Pork?
yes.
What the fuck?
I am
That's
100%
my legal name.
for it, and if either of these two teams are looking to nearly set the ground for the
That's
interception,
right.
Wait till they ask you to use real.
like you said, when
For
we get
games,
after
my
Evolution, then
prediction in the future is
oh
games
boy,
are gonna
oh
make
boy,
you
they
use
set
your
the
real
tempo well
ID
today.
if they're like 18 or above.
Let's see
Can I
if
just say my
Spring
name's
Grove
John
can do
Pork,
it.
though?
They are going to have
GTA 6
very
gonna make you
minimal
use your real
time
ID.
on this first
Might, bro.
push.
It probably won't because it wants to sell, but like shit's like I think real ID is gonna be hardcore implemented into everything.
Of the map, CB South, I feel like we'll play a little bit more disciplined. If I had
I
to
reckon
guess, they'll be
fine.
okay with giving a little bit more space
Oh, you know.
to this
just
Rocket
wanted to see it.
squad, as long as they can keep all
Alright, bro.
five
I've never
players
played this, so I just want to try it.
upright
Oh my god, the fire strike.
vertical.
The fire
Hit a
strike-
shot, Artie. Hit your shot. Hit your shot, Artie.
As of
Yes.
yet, we will see a little bit of additional help very briefly.
You just sent me a
Given
oh,
a few
you just sent me a
players
real ID
What
for
are
every
we
shot.
shouting, dude?
finalize
Oh no, I
this
want to
first
see if
That
the
means I
main was
can like
harder.
see your name, I think.
Around the clock
Mhm.
we
Yeah,
go.
Wyatt
The
before it, I
FGC
see your
side
legal
trying to
name
keep
now.
The rest of the members of their squad alive as Frenchette is actually going to pick off the life of Wiggly Monkey.
Wait,
As
Ringo,
the
Let me check.
Actually,
the
brought
seconds
back.
tick
Oh.
out, it's going to be 40.11
They
meters
lost.
unless
They lost.
Soundbar is extended, and it did
What?
just
No.
about get saved right towards the end of it. The couch finding the kill.
Bro.
No, shot it actually.
Maybe
happened.
maybe Cherry J's onto something, guys.
Artsy for one to Psyduck.
Yeah, come at me, Tyler.
I mean, I
For
want
the time
CB's,
being, it might
or
just
I
be
want
held
Spring
here.
Grove to win just so they have a chance to beat Carlisle
Tyler.
this round.
But
I just want CB South to win.
260.
so
Oh, I
it's them
missed.
better.
They have a
close.
chance if they don't have this fucking god awful 9 and 14 tank in, bro.
I'm playing with my Seth next, so I'm gonna be
No, bro, how am I missing now? I was doing so good.
40.11 meters. Just don't feel like it's gonna cut it.
Oh,
I think you're right.
Yeah, but
This
CB
is
South
very
also
rare
just
from
picked a
the
good
top
map.
four CB South to do
That
those
was.
four
It did,
features as
yeah.
well. That's the other, like,
I don't know what the
absolute
bans
nail
are.
in the
Why
coffin.
did they not
It's
ban
been
Oh, I
it?
forget you can
an
jump.
egregious amount of time.
It
Realistically,
might have been
CB
Widow or
South,
something
you could
stupid.
throw all
I wish
five
you
members
could
of
know
the
what-
Hail
which
Mary
ban.
Like, it's on
Yeah,
max
that's
sense
what
of
I
God,
said.
and
And
then
just slam all five resources at
They
it.
should
But
show
you'll
the
still
bans at the
probably
top
take it
here.
in a very
Yo,
brute
get
force
you.
and ignorance
Oh
fashion.
my
I doubt
god.
that's going to be the way they approached it, bearing in mind how well they played the push.
Like
the
just
first
put a
time
little
around from
PNG of the
themselves.
fucking character.
Very,
What?
very
Too much
interesting to
work,
see
bro.
what
Or
Spring Grove
the-
have as
Jace, they
response,
could
and
just tell
I
the
do
casters to
wonder
say
if
out
it
loud, like
would
you
be
said.
an Orisa with a spear in
What?
mind.
Well, it does look like that's going to be the case, and for good reason. That little extra
What?
sustainability
Okay.
feels nice.
Wiggly monkeys on
You gotta be able
Orisa.
to keep yourself
over.
upright. You gotta find a way
For the
to be
next
able to
game, bro,
hold
next
the
time we
line,
play, I'm just
keep
gonna
the
type
fight.
in match
Wiggly
chat
monkey thinks
for the
I
viewers
predicted.
what the bans are.
Find a way to reel
It's a
it
great
back,
idea.
but now
What? That's
midfield
Milky's playing Malga.
switching to the Maga.
Your toes.
Maga is always devastating.
They banned
especially in
Doom.
the right hands here, so
Yeah,
they're gonna have to be
yeah.
equally
I'm playing this
careful
on
here.
max sense. I can't do that.
Do a lot of damage.
And you
It's
would-
really
Actually,
good
I'll play
taking
it.
on that
They
front
banned
line as
Doom,
well,
and now Seth is playing a
Vegeta's
better
gonna
stuff.
get snapped and dead.
Yeah,
and
actually.
Milky's got the headshot onto the tank.
I think
This is
I think
going
if
to
we
be
ban
number
Doom on
one
them, this guy's gonna
in
run
the
Malga.
Lions'
Just
favor. Now they're gonna look for this
I
functional
vote.
Okay, well, don't ban Doom on
That
Saravasa.
point
Oh
unlocks
my
in
God.
just
Don't ban
30
what?
seconds. They're
Don't
gonna
ban
get the
Doom on
rotate up, or they
Saravasa.
do
This is like the
invest the
easiest
blade.
map
But
to
South
Oh,
fans still
God.
control
Play.
these fights.
Wait,
Now
no,
Malga's so
Ryan
easy.
Malga?
Right now, they just need two more. They've got the ult
they
economy
ban
What else would we ban?
Game mode.
Well, Brady, realistically, when we play them, we're gonna ban Doom first map.
Yeah, just don't ban it on this map.
Yeah, we're gonna ban it first map, which is Control. And then we can ban, you know, their Genji or some shit. Because when he plays his hand, he's way worse.
Eliminator has just been
Dude,
on
you
point
guys
in the
literally-
long-range daggers that they've been throwing.
Yo, watch
to
this
shut
shit.
down the
Like,
opponents.
circuit
And
Havana
a
against
huge
Big
blade
Bang
shut
against
down
Big
from
Bang.
this
Maybe.
early fight as well. Heimdall's
look
on
at this
the Tifa.
movement.
That can eat up a lot of the projectiles.
You like the movement?
What is
Defense
Milky
matrix.
doing?
However, it's
Oh
gonna
wait,
be a
yeah,
tip
wait,
back
we have
Sly
Nate.
was
Fuck,
on a
wait, if
piece
we
of
ban
HP
Genji
that
on
they
Surabasa,
lose,
what does
and
Nate
now
play?
Milky and crew have got to fight
So-
back a player.
Yeah,
down.
Survasa.
Cheeto finding that pick on Sly.
No,
The
don't
sound
ask.
area could help
Wait,
us
what
stay
was
alive
that?
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Havana
Even
without that fifth player, as we
We
see
can
the
pick
Kitsune
PIEA, I
rush
guess.
the sound barrier,
You're playing
everything
Ash.
coming out.
Well,
at
he
the
might
moment.
be.
He's
Well,
got
that
the
would-
Riptide,
he's
Milky
probably not gonna
looking
play
at
Genji
Cage
anyway, is he?
online, but they both fall on the final.
So why would they
Easy
pick
check,
him?
consolation prize, but Mountain View
Why would they pick?
looking to battle
Why would they
back.
pick a long range map if they're a
It's going to be up to
newcomer?
50% here for the Lions
When he
before
gets
Mountain
lose
View
a
get
match.
That was
their
a good
first
charge.
touch, and they ended
Like,
up,
if we're playing all these dives maps, though, like, we probably
nanoing
shouldn't
the
ban
fight
Genji
because
just because Nate,
Vegito
right?
was further behind,
Yeah,
but they
that's why I'm
get so
saying,
many
yo,
ultimates
are
out.
you listening?
A huge
Nate, that was
fight.
a-
Wait, but if
I
we're
get
playing a
it.
dive map, if
I
we're
get
playing a
easy
dive
get.
map and we
I get
can't
easy
ban
get.
Doom,
They've got
what
the
do we
better
ban?
ult economy at the moment
That
as
hitting
well,
me
which
sick.
means if they
I
stagger
don't
them out
know.
properly, they
No,
should
you're,
be
like,
able to
right
win
out
the
of
next
it.
engagement or two. Look to
Dario,
tie this
apparently
up
he's willing to
on
pick it.
Flashpoint, but easier said than done. You got to deal with a Riptire. Milky
guy's
is
just
swapped towards
flying
Zarya.
right there.
Sly does find Brigitte in the background here. Now they've got the player advantage.
They're
Heimdall.
so bad.
Yo, get the fuck out of there, you bum!
Heimdall's
Wait,
good.
he lives to
Flying
6.
Back into the mech we
Heimdall's
go,
good.
but Petey, the
Not even
Riptire,
tried to
able
press my
to
E.
and South Fayette working with a player advantage.
Drop the Diva right now, bro. Just mirror the Zarya, just mirror the
Panic
Zarya, just mirror
Jets
the
trying
Zarya.
to get out of the skies. The rest
Yeah,
of the
see
team
that?
falls
He's up
around
one.
them.
Fuck.
South Fayette give up 70%.
My Preds might be
but
fucked.
some ultimates,
Nah,
and
mine's
they
still
take it back in their
possible.
own right.
I
I mean,
have 3-1
this
for
is
good.
just Zarya's playhouse here.
No, I
Got
got
fully charged as the
What are
bubble
you
breaks.
killed
And
myself.
that's always
We
a
saw this
dangerous
as
position to
no
be in.
way.
If you don't have teammates that can really eliminate Zarya,
maybe all these teams are
and
just
chop
low,
them down
right?
immediately, then you
I
really
confuse
have to
both
be
so
careful
much.
about
We beat the
shooting
number
that
one
bubble.
team.
What is
Zarya
Bo doing?
on full
Like,
charge,
they didn't
even
take a
near
map.
full charge,
I don't know.
80 plus, so deadly.
I've
Petey
definitely hit the
lobbing
snap
in the
before
nades
you.
from a
At
this
distance.
point, maybe we
He's
should
not
ban
done
Junkrat, bro. This
with
guy's
one.
carrying.
Gather a second. South Fayette has
What
2
the-
points on the board. They
The
need
only
one
way I
more to
see,
close out the
like,
series.
I can
Get
justify
over here.
using Junk
Just
is that Zoe's
unforgiving
kind of
on
bad.
those sidelines, and it's been the
Yeah.
Junker.
Zoe
It's been
might
the
die.
Zarya, and Milky is not letting you
I-
run away.
no, please,
These
no.
I don't
are
think anyone else
their
will.
Oh my
kills
God.
they want to chase down and setting
JJ's
themselves
the
up
next
for a series
likely.
Bro, like I
victory.
wish
To try and
Zoe
set
had
themselves up in
Riley's
a
mechanics
semifinal
or
matchup
Riley had Zoe's
against
team
Penn
play.
Manor. Mountain View, they've got 2 ultimates to
Because
battle
we're
this next one
sacrificing
through.
Well,
the mechanics.
Got a couple
Oh,
ultimates
snipe.
to work with,
If
and
I'm
they
you, I'm
need to
pushing
make sure
Riley
they
kind of
win
Well,
this
how
next
long
one.
is
This
the
is
queue?
the ultimate do or die
Yeah.
situation.
I mean,
Maybe we can
Unfortunately,
keep it a
Echo
fast
continues
7
She was
to
minutes.
talking a
get
lot
shot
today. Like she was
out of
calling,
the
like she
sky.
TP'd me like,
It
yo,
would
Seth,
be
I'm with you.
fun.
Let's flank.
Switches here
I'm not
on
even
the
kidding.
side of Mountain View.
Left
Vegito
foot.
finally going toward the Bastion.
She has
As we
started
see
to
a
talk,
ton of ults coming
Like,
out
she was
here.
calling when
Sly
people were on
Milky
her. Not a
finding
ton,
two.
but she was still
Wagon
doing it.
got one,
What?
but Sly for another.
Oh, that
Hanging
movement
on
was
by a
insane.
thread of health. But the
Did
Dragon
you guys-
Wave
Come back.
comes out. Milky and crew will get another
What is
big
that?
win
My
as they
God,
look to
Sly's
cap
so
the
much
Good
board.
math.
Trust.
That's good math.
I mean, just so smooth and crisp every single time Sly wants to go
Yeah.
for those
What park is
engagements.
he
Yeah,
in?
I can
And it
tell.
feels
Is
like
he a good
with
player or is he a
everything
bad
as
player?
well, Vegito's
Okay, he's
gonna
a
go
good
for the
player.
swap, but Sly's
Oh,
been
no.
so good at the
How you not
target
kill me there?
He
selection,
just
knowing
picked-
Bro, I
the
don't know how.
abilities. Now, if you
Bastard.
need to reverse sweep this map to even
Like,
start
like this
their own
Echo's died to a
revolution.
Junkrat 7 times. I don't even know what I'm watching right now.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, I
such
don't
a
know
good
how that
flying
one's
map,
It's
possible.
tough
too.
at this point. South Fayette really
I'm gonna play Echo in the
Oh
stream
my
and
God.
fry them, bro. It's not even
These
fair.
games and
Projectile.
now
Let's go.
already at 50%. We talked about how fast it is
Oh.
on Flashpoint to capture these points. Mountain View slowly feeling it begin to
Dude,
slip
I
from
got
the
stuck
grasp
on
of the
that
fingers.
Backing their
These
way
are
off
hard
here, and
You're so
over and over
cringe. Just go
again,
for
this
fire
is just
strike.
Chicken finding picks. The
But I really
backline,
have a-
Bubinator
Please.
and Chicken have been holding hands
I got to
together
leave.
in
I-
terms of causing
What?
doom
I was
to the
above.
Mountain View squad. Milky doesn't have the charge, but they've got the percentage.
Yeah.
They've got the players.
Why
so
does
what
Sly
beauty
have the
goes down,
Plat
this is their chance
no,
to sweep it.
charm on? Like it's
Breaking out the
impressive.
brooms, looking to
Wait,
get
jump up that?
playing Penn Manor here.
Wait, Plat for what
In a
role?
little bit's time as we
damage.
look forward to going to Mount
There's no
Aloysius,
way.
but
You're
Mount
not hitting
now have
What do
to
you mean
dig
there's
deep.
no
They
way?
may capture the base. He's gonna
Come in,
find a
bro.
way
Come
to
on.
get
There's
a
no
couple
way.
of hits here in
No
a row.
way.
It's been a little little bit of a problem here
What?
for
I
them.
hate
Seth,
that.
even if he isn't Plat, he probably deserves to be.
No, but I didn't think I was gonna.
I want to see, bro.
It's
my
damage. It's damage.
It's my damage. The Plat player. These guys are ass.
Is it Plat?
Bro, I just noticed that. I looked at. I'm like, what the
That is
fuck?
Plat.
Plat.
Bro, yeah, it is.
This guy has the Plat charm on. I have CM. Like,
down on the air, gets the perfect
No, I was about to shift away.
No, he's still in there.
Yeah.
this guy doesn't heal. This guy literally doesn't heal.
What? That
Shooting the floor. Yeah.
That does not heal. What am I
Maybe
watching?
they've been queuing for the past 10 minutes.
Nano.
You've been queuing for the past 10
I'll
minutes.
wait, that guy's Nano.
This takes more than 10
And
minutes.
sometimes this is how
Oh,
those
good.
great heroes
I'm
are
gonna
made.
swap Liana.
When
What
your
is that
backs are
swap? I'm not gonna lie,
completely
that's kind of
against the
terrible.
wall. We've seen Mountain
Why
View now
Poochie's
making
on?
one heck of a
Who's
stand.
he
They've
nading?
got
Who are they
to
nading? They're playing
win
Zarya.
the
Like,
battle here, most likely to put a tick
The
on the
Genji.
board and
Okay.
lift the power back
Or
in
chicken.
this one. Milky not ready to
Yeah, at this point,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Chicken's
in there.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Milky. Holy shit, he's such a feeder.
Okay.
Oh, slide's going well. Slide's
Yeah.
Holy shit!
The overtop
Wait, they wanna play
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Reverse
Big
sweep
bump
times.
miss.
Time is done.
Reverse
No.
The reverse sweeping flashpoint, and then they're reverse sweeping the game.
This guy's
ready
hard
to go
staggering himself.
silently into the night, and now
Can they-
Echo
can
will
you go to
find
the point,
PE
maybe?
once more.
Hey, that'd be
All of a
nice.
sudden,
Oh,
Mountain
shit, I
View
did jump.
finding something
That was a
that's
good
working
Why?
for
Wow.
them, and so hopefully
They are kind of just one.
No,
they
I'm
can
selling
continue
now.
to build off
Going
of this
easy on you.
momentum, this confidence here as they work toward this
I want
next
this to
point.
end so we
15
can watch our
seconds
game,
until it
bro.
unlocks. Mountain View's gonna have to play flawlessly here for the remainder of this one.
Watch this shit.
Don't have any
Ba,
ultimates to
ba,
work
ba,
with.
ba.
The good news, this next hill they can
No.
use to try and fight their way back, to try and find their way in towards this series.
shit.
And I think
Nah, watch
Vegeto's
this
just
hammer.
not going for anything cute
What
anymore.
What the yo, chicken.
Damage
What
here as
the-
those
he was
guys
right.
trying
Oh
to
my
set
God.
it off the edge.
Oh my
What?
god.
I'm not watching, bro.
Dies
He's playing
out.
ground echo, and they see 9.
Member, but
They
they
just give him the
grab
point.
hill.
They're up 1, they give him
No,
the
that's
point.
actually
And
toxic.
fixing.
Looking to pad that early
This is
percentage
not
as Sly
real.
does
Hey, don't let
find
Steve
mid
push
here.
him.
Now
Oh,
dangerously
wait,
low.
wait,
Slaw-
wait,
Sly
fuck,
is
wait,
going to
wait.
fall to Heimdall
Headphones?
as Echo
Aim,
got
bad
PE
aim.
here as well, and all of a
Wyatt,
sudden
Bad aim.
it seems like
Go.
Echo's got
That might be
everybody
Wyatt.
number dashing through the sky.
Just
He
stick it in
finds
there.
it.
Yeah.
He's
Are we
looking
waiting?
to
God,
chase
your
chicken
aim.
down.
Just stick the bubble.
Just use the
He took the
coverage
stick
that
perk. I mean,
Survivor
not
gives to
terrible.
Dude, you
explode
gotta be
onto the
kidding
back
me.
line.
No, that's pretty bad.
Milky, the only
What are
one
the- what
with
are
an
the pros
ultimate
take all the flight
available.
reset one?
Now
Whoa.
two checks
I don't know.
up
I
for
think the
South
sticky one's
Fayette.
terrible, though.
They're very close
Why
to
was
the
it
extra
third
damage?
kit of ultimates, but esports
Yeah,
2
if you
is
hit-
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
a
I think it's
flight
terrible,
that takes
too.
down
I predicted
BD.
it. Bro, dupe to live if you have
Echo
to.
again finding some
He's
early
good, he's
picks here to
good.
give
Wait,
him that player
they still aren't going
advantage.
hit
They
scan for
find
this guy, by the
themselves
way.
up on top, and
He's
about
taking out
to
the
tie
Junkrat.
it up
Play
here
hit
on
scan.
Flashpoint as well. You take a look at the alt
Bro, they
economy. It's
banned-
fairly
they banned the Doom.
equal
This guy
here
goes
for
four
both
or
of these
five,
teams.
like-
Maybe
No,
slightly in favor
yeah.
of South
Oh!
Bay. The other two are a little bit closer.
Aim.
Echo
Oh!
taking big money moves. He finds a pick onto the support and
Hit the Doom,
continues
bro.
to rain down.
Yo, wait, he
I-
just landed
You
on
don't
their
need
head
it.
and
You
said,
don't need it, bro.
I think he tried to, but the Zarya bubble was
going to be the duplication here for esports.
Holy
2.
shit, wait, I'd be so pissed. Wait, I'd be so pissed. Wait.
Bro is slashing a fucking
Genji is
transformer
so
right
bad.
now.
Genji
Genji
is
is
so
so
bad.
bad.
Hey, it's been 12 minutes. What are we doing now?
they're gonna win another point.
There's actually gonna be a reverse.
Did they lose?
Yeah,
Oh, wait, you're
I
kind
think
of
they're gonna be able to get back
Where's
in
the
time as
TCX?
well. They're just gonna find
There's
it.
no
They're
way.
gonna risk it.
There's no way.
Looks like
There's no
Chicken
way.
Crunch
Oh
wanted
my
to try
God.
and
Wait,
extend
wait, he's
that
going for it
time.
again. Wait, oh,
Even
spin
using
move.
the
my
sound
God.
barrier
Behind
as
it.
well, so they drop an
He's
ult
so
for
good at
the
the
beginning.
game.
Oh, you
Echo
died to the
continues to
There's
push
no
on.
way
They
that
chicken
just
went
happened.
back.
Chicken went back after that. There's no
Opportunity to
way.
turn it around
There's
here on
no way that
Flashpoint.
just happened.
Chicken uses the ultimate so they can swap
Oh
up.
my God.
Absolutely, Mountain View have been just
Oh
in the driver's seat.
my
You
God.
talk about someone like esports too that has got
This is not fair.
16 kills so far through just this map. A 2.0 solid kill
They're
death.
so shy,
and they're
right?
looking to try and finish off the reverse
Wait,
sweep.
Sly went
Not
Kaz. Alright,
only
they
in
low-key
this
rolled them
map,
now. They
but
went
start
double hit
the
scans.
reverse
No, no,
sweep
no, they
in
don't roll
this
them, they don't
series.
roll
The
It's
21st
over. I
seed
think-
No, no,
has
no, it's
still
pretty
got
even
some fight
alts.
in
This is
them.
true. The Heimdall
Fighting tooth and nail.
Grab
That's what we
Bastion
actually
combo.
see
Shut
from
a
all of
fucking
the schools
whip.
here across PIEA.
It's over, bro. They went hit scan. They already gave him the point for free. They gave him the point for free.
We're about to see the grab Bastion ult. It's gotta be so good. slide.
early
How is
lead
slide?
capture and list of pad
Wait.
percentage.
Oh wait, I
Slide's
thought they were
the
red. Wait,
Reptile does
what the
come
fuck is
down.
sliding
It's
back there?
looking, it'll
Yeah,
find
yeah,
on its
I'm so
Vegeta
confused.
goes down.
Yeah,
Oh my
And
god.
then PD gets 2 lucky kills.
PD
Okay.
has just found
Wait,
the
Heimdall.
follow
That's
up.
the
enemy.
Put some respect on your name.
Just run right. Please,
Yeah, I do it.
As well.
You literally have grab. You literally have grab.
Yeah, Cass is
Cass is
Oh my
man.
God.
Cass is banned. Wait.
That's a big drama. That's a big drama.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Wait, no, that's just an FF, right? They can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, they turn that around. They take that point with only one ult from PD, so they still have a couple to work with here as well.
Wait, what?
No, we cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I told you the combo. Oh my god.
To be fair, they did walk in the 4v5 for no reason, so I guess it's fine.
They should.
No.
If they win that day, I would argue, bro.
I would be, dude. If they lose, I'd be mad.
No.
They looks like they're going to low-key.
That was good.
Just
give them that point. Have to.
Well, Milky.
When I knew it was coming, they
PD might have just
combine
lost
the
the
ults,
game.
they
It's not
take the
Milky, it's
point back,
PD,
and
but-
Heimdall will find PD early.
This
here.
grab is gonna be
Yeah,
terrible.
hold it out.
'cause it's Milky.
South Fayette, they've got a couple ults to work with.
What do you
They're
mean
gonna
he's
have
good?
to
He just,
expend
bro, they're
them
all
on this
seeing him. If
next
he
fight
doesn't hit
as
both the
well, because
supports,
it's
I don't
really
know what I'm watching.
single fight territory.
No,
for
look
them.
at- look at
my tank's playing.
Away
The tank is
from
playing the
Mountain
fucking
View.
back line.
He's
I
gonna
look
do
at Heimdall, bro.
Bizarre. He's gonna do
After that as
Bizarre.
well,
He's
they
gonna
wanna
big
keep
grab
it.
first. Never mind.
He's actually dead.
Wait. Burn him. No.
Okay.
Very quickly, immortality field drop forward,
Get the
and
dude,
PD
please.
takes down Vegito. It's nano time.
I see.
They didn't use any ults. They didn't use any ults.
Rips through
Yeah,
pretty
you
much
go for ults.
everything in front of them. And
still do-
They have window. This guy's
Yeah.
Chicken's window is going to be
just
that.
there,
That's
yes,
crazy.
South Fayette,
They have
what
nano
a
too?
fight.
Raven probably doesn't like to use nano though. So I don't know.
Junkrat
Yeah.
onto the soldier has some huge pickups there.
If
as
they
well.
lose this,
All
I'm
the
gonna
be
way
pissed,
onto
bro.
Tracer
I
here.
think
Now, it is
Duke
Echo
Zarya and then
who has
Nano the
ult
Duke,
on
and this
deck,
guy
the
just gets an
only
instant
one
grab,
at the
and you
moment,
can
and
win
they've
on that.
gotten themselves to 99%.
Or this guy's hard
Milky's
right
feeding.
now.
One more fight.
Milky's in
Goes
danger.
down.
Was that full charge, but it doesn't
my God,
matter.
Midwagon dies
PD
again.
leads the lobby and kills, and the window from Chicken.
Okay,
Go around.
Jeez.
Hard turn around.
99 to 99, but the anti
They never
catches
Heimdall.
him. Chicken
Oh my
is
God.
No
dead,
shot.
and Heimdall and crew have got
Heimdall hit a
Oh,
shot.
drop. He just trolls it.
That was actually terrible.
Bubble, big bubble.
Dies. The pulse bomb
Oh,
from
no,
Slice
Zarya's
enough.
back.
This Tracer
Honest to
has
God.
to survive, and
Wait,
Bubanator
stick him,
is
stick him.
dead. The
Zarya
overkill
dead?
Lucio's back.
continues
Oh
to
my God.
stop Ayaz,
Wait.
but it looks like
Wait,
Slide
reload.
touches, but
got it.
he dies, right?
Oh my
God.
Oh my God.
Wait, why is the Echo gross? Why is the Echo gross?
He
Wait.
doesn't even have a name. He's nameless. That's how much aura he has, bro.
Got a time on South Fayette's way.
Wait.
Two Chicken, bro.
Yeah, someone hit the Lucio. Someone hit the Lucio though.
Oh, God, they got reversed.
Holy
shit,
they
won
won
that.
You cheat
My
and you still lose?
My
friend's
God.
hard My friend's
Yeah, you did on
Mountain
it.
takes
My
3
God.
points in a
No, I believe in Heimdall. I believe.
How do you cheat?
of the
Okay,
series.
I'll be back.
And lose, bro. How do you get reverse swept by
Take a
Heimdall?
second look at the Genji Masterclass.
Wait,
It
that-
was
Slice
just
saying
a-
job well done when he's shooting on the gas?
Genji Master.
Genji Masterclass.
It's not a Genji Masterclass. What are you defusing? Nothing.
Nano
Bro,
bleeding
literally
crap.
call him, bro.
Glad
Call
you
him
did.
Sliceall. Call him Sliceall, bro.
He's not getting
Perfection
cooked
of
right
a
now,
lot of
Brady.
Genji plays. It's not
Call
necessarily
him
best to win a kill,
Sliceall.
but how long you survive, how long you can stray away that
They
vision.
got,
And honestly,
they
for
got
South
unlucky with
Fayette,
this map, bro.
built
Like,
up to
double
when
hits
they
on this map
got
is
the
rough.
advantage, but now
Instead of
Mountain
playing
View-
Like, bro,
Yeah.
that literally.
Wait, Psyduck's on tank. What the fuck?
Was he playing DPS? Was he playing Genji?
Wait, yeah.
Yeah, Psyduck
Psyduck picked the tank. Wait, I actually like that. Wiggly monkeys
on
Lucio? I like that.
Psyduck, huh?
team on his shoulders and just being able to.
He's
plays
5-0 right
plays
now. I
everything.
mean,
It was Bobby Flay that
he
picked
does
up
play
On the
everything.
hog.
He plays tank on. He plays tank on. But this might be a Penn Manor repeat if he's Penn Manor fall season. It's a big slam. Oh, there's two. Shoot the Sim turrets, idiot. Shoot the fucking Sim turrets. Oh my God, the Sim turrets are gonna MVP.
Air fryer. Air fryer.
Yeah, literally just got air fried.
Drop does fall. No front line as for now for
Yeah,
CB
remember I fade on
South, which
him.
makes everyone that much
It's
more
over, bro. It's so
squishy.
over.
That is
They
what
only
Wyatt
just
played
won
today,
all.
by the way.
On a
What, the Malga?
mission
Yo, like, that hook was
on
crazy. You saw that?
defense.
Yo,
They
oh my
did
God. Wait, oh my
not-
God.
Wait, that was horror.
Oh
Wait,
my
that was
God.
horror. Wait,
Oh my
Wait,
God.
that was crazy. Wait,
Oh
that was
my
crazy.
God.
Answer.
This is so back
These
and
matches
forth
today are
with
low-key
the
some
tempo
bangers, bro.
inside of each of the maps. This completely feels like it has been
Dude,
Uno
nothing is
reversal
gonna beat
flipped on
the
its
chicken
head.
Ajax.
The
Oh
turns
my
of
God.
tables.
I mean,
That was
There's no time.
legendary.
South are gonna have to
How
take
easy
away
to get
the goals
back
of taking the
from
leading
things
side
like
of the
a
tide. But the
BZS to
Spring Grove are off to an
again.
absolute screamer.
I think we low-key have to start playing with Zoe more if we play ranked, bro.
That a slight change
We need to just like at her and tell her to get on, play with us.
would be able to,
Booster.
I mean, she's on the game a lot. If she is on the game and you ask her, she'll say yes. Like,
Yeah.
at least
She's
50% of the time.
Who, Zoe?
She doesn't. Oh, she just doesn't.
That's not the time to be shooting the turrets, already.
Gonna be able to at least put Sleepy Monkey
Wait, that's Artie?
down.
Oh, it
Maybe
is Artie.
enough
Okay.
to turn to
Yeah,
this fight.
Artie's sweaty.
The tails of things around,
No, this is Brayden. Wait. No, they cooked him. Damn. Psyduck
That's
is down.
crazy.
Chicken on Lucio, bro. Every time JJ Ajaxes, we're gonna say chicken now.
We're say chicken doggy. What is that crosshair on Malgo? Holy shit.
I know, bro. What is that? That's gross.
It's
It's the caster's crosshair, bro. That's what he had. It's like every. Wait, it might not be because the last guy had a white box. I don't know what this is.
Isn't it? Can you make it so you see other people?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
their cross.
That'd be AIDS if that's real.
I mean, that's the most
The
Malgo
other
crosshair
stream
ever.
shows default crosshairs. I think this stream does show the player crosshair though.
Control now here of the point. The question is how far
And I think it should show the player crosshair.
Yeah, it definitely is because the Soj.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This guy's a real crosshair.
Yeah, so blacked out.
Bro, I'm locked. Every comp game, we're not banning. Okay, unless I'm playing in top 500. But if I'm playing with you guys, I'm locking Freya every game, bro.
She's really good.
I need to learn her, bro.
I might love her. Run some conflict.
Yeah, I'm down. We can do it now.
Let's account I'm Diamond 1, so we can actually play
So
people.
you might. I'm not gonna lie. You might have a rough time.
Nope, I'm fine. I'm literally Masters. Don't even play with me.
It's gonna be a little bit rough, Nate. You're gonna probably want to kill yourself.
Nope, I'm chilling.
You low-key be going like 4 and 11 in plat lobbies, so I don't.
Low-key, it's my-
You'll be in Masters. So.
Maybe it's because his teammates aren't good enough. Maybe if he had better teammates, he would be good.
Like, I play better with people. I have better people around me.
That is actually how that works. I believe it.
How long is it until the cage fight
Wait,
comes
how
down?
did
you- how weird I am.
Shots down from both
God,
teams.
bro.
Bobby Flay pops the
They
ultimate
just put
couch.
playing in the air fryer, bro.
Only one down
This
on
is
each
actually a
side as they
rape
quickly
comp.
monkey sleep.
Like, what do you even go into
Psyduck
this?
together.
I actually don't know. What do you play in this shit?
It's funny as hell.
Tough here because now the
Like, what's the
payload
problem?
has come to a complete
You know what?
halt,
You're right.
and it's
Yeah.
65 seconds.
Arisa,
left on
yeah,
the
into the
clock.
hog,
They
and
figure fighting
Arisa can
out
just walk
fast
through the
tells
sim
you
turrets and shoot him.
Maybe 2 more cracks at it, maybe a third, depending on how fast those fights
Good
do
pick.
wind down. And
Motherfucker
CB
ain't gonna do
South
that, though.
has not gotten nearly enough
He's too
distance
good
to
for
feel
that.
comfortable with where
Right.
this
Okay, that's
payload
not
is.
a
Oh my gosh.
The hut,
Psyduck's a
able
dog,
to
bro.
find its mark.
Damn.
I got your toes. Able to find the first one.
Oh,
Malga.
what?
Too far for
Oh,
you as well.
Wait, what happened?
No idea
How is this Malga is getting an ungodly amount of healing.
That's just Malga, bro.
I want to pop heal so bad. Oh my god,
If Wyatt had that amount of healing, he'd be good.
This guy is actually a dog. Oh,
See, they are on Kiri bad.
Oh my god.
It's a lot of healing.
They love spectating tanks.
Okay, there's a sim turret, buddy.
It feels too little too late from CB
Wait,
South.
do they have
The
rush?
tempo's
No,
been
they-
thoroughly
they
dominated
can
by
win
Spring
this,
Grove
though.
in these extended fights.
They're
Well,
bunched
CB South
up.
is now
That's
gonna
a
have to push
good
this thing
Maybe
to
Sleepy
distance
Monkey's
here
him,
as
bro.
3
What's
seconds
this
left.
guy been playing? Has he been playing tank? Or no?
In the
He was
shadows,
always on
you see that
DPS.
wick is lit up at the top of your screen. That
He's
means
1 and
the
4, but,
Titans
like,
need to at least keep
maybe he's
one.
good. Okay, Artie, chill.
These 5 players
Artie's
are
already
on
Sleepy
the
Monkey the
edge of
support?
that cart from here on.
No,
out
Psycho Toes was
to
always
that
on support.
first checkpoint.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wait.
Tries to
Yeah,
push
he was a
forward,
support. He was a
buy
support.
little bit of additional
And then they
room.
swapped the
Artie
tank to that guy, and then the
staying alive by
DPS
the
to
skin
that.
They didn't
of
do
their
that.
Wow.
teeth.
Oh,
French
they're
Taylor
fucked. They
Festival,
lost.
so does
Like, it's
Artie
over.
FaZe Rock now going to follow behind.
Wait.
And
Uh-oh.
Grove
They're all getting
has been
edged.
able to hold the line.
The sim swap is actually a good
68
swap here, bro.
will be all that's needed for the Rockets.
I wonder what. When this is over, we're watching back. Is South Fayette back
This
on
is
yet?
the difference between setting the pace and stopping the pace.
57.
Spring Grove this time around keep
I'm
CB
tuning
South
let's
to
tune
a
back into their
single
game.
They
milestone
choose
mark.
defense.
Like, I wish I knew.
Yeah,
Wait, South
and
Pit
I do
picked
believe our team names
Havana.
are a bit
Hello?
backwards up there, so we need to get those
Wait,
swapped
pause?
around in just
Why?
a second
Went
for you
Sly
guys.
on
We do
Widow? That's
apologize
probably
for
the
that.
only
Is
reason,
Sly
right?
PD Milky
Yeah.
Chicken and Bubbinators from South Fayette
How many kills
there
do you
on
think
the
Sly's gonna
blue
get?
side. Mountain View,
Kira
of course,
goes
in
bang. Probably-
Esports Ash coming out.
Probably gonna run the
Vegito
lobby.
back on the bash, and Heimdall
If they
was
pick Havana,
liking
like, why wouldn't you
that
ban the
Zarya,
Widow, though?
so
That's so
gonna stick with
stupid.
that
Why would you
mid-wagon,
ban
though. I'll
Kiri?
forget
I think
and
Kiri
on to the
hard.
Ana here.
Yeah,
honestly,
honestly.
Yeah.
Why?
Mountain View reversal because like
Definitely
you said,
Kira, right? There's
even
no way
though
this
the
guy's on Juno
overlay
for no
was
reason.
swapped, my mind was also swapped. So they're actually choosing to start.
Wait, do you
on
think
the
South Fayette
attacking
banned
side
the
here,
banned the
making
Kiri?
the choice
No,
to
no,
go
South Fayette
aggressive
banned
and play with
Fog.
red, looking for blood,
That might-
looking
they
to
might have
send
been
us to
someone
all
else, that
five.
I mean,
Let's see
neither
if
of
they
these
can do
teams
that.
have played
The
Soj
wall
or
is going to
Freya,
fall,
so
begin to pressure that payload
mean,
here
yeah.
as well. We
Those
saw
are
some
like
teams
the
kind
This
of
guy's on
clear
Ash.
getting
He's just
early
like choosing to
contention,
play
but
a
we
worse
have seen some
character.
kind of hang back toward this first corner. Milky wasted no time, and he's back on that
I think
Doomfist
I'd
here
rather
as well.
Dwarka. Oh no, they're on Soldier.
I love it. I mean, really just a backline disruptor.
Yeah, I think Sly will just run Sly on the widow breads. He loves it.
Okay, why did they switch this playing Ana?
Mercy, that means no res in the back pocket to
wait, they did. What? It's so weird.
They're
playing Mercy.
But this
Zarya's like so passive. Heimdall is so passive,
any sort of space.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
So goated, bro.
Well on this soldier. I know they're
for good reason, damn.
Rat, but even better now on this soldier
have
side,
D.Va
finding these shots.
Our D.Va comp would actually just fry them.
It's a nice res on the Heimdall. They have that close spawn, so it's not
yeah,
as
detrimental.
Unfortunately,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think that we should start like
pick them off at a distance.
hard practicing our dive because it looks so good.
The tougher thing is you've got the self-healing zone from the side of PD.
We should just play it more. We should have played it on fucking
and that's just gonna make it
Lijiang, bro, instead of Malga.
Sports 2, first to be chunked down, Sly's ready to go. Mountain View really can't engage until this ultimate expires.
You're always so against the Risa,
He's
though.
kind of hanging out up there with Sly, dropping that
just there,
field,
it's
being
right.
able to kind of step in that ring there as well.
I'm against it because Wyatt can't.
Off of some of your supports here.
But
Wyatt being alive is better than him.
A lot of the Kariko
doing
Dead on
anything
Malga
else.
permanently. Do you think they banned Arisa in this?
Additional help there can be something that a lot of teams
Wait, he went
have
D.Va.
enjoyed. You combine that with
Heimdall
Lucio, and all of a
understands the
sudden you're
game,
incredibly quick.
Heimdall might, bro. Wait, they went Genji too. Wait, they know.
Fist work
You-
to take
the one-
down
they-
Sly.
those who know.
You have got an early opener
Yeah.
here. Of course, with that Juno.
See,
on
now
side,
the Ashe
is a
the
really
speed,
good
but
pick.
also the damage. It can
Silent
even
A. Wait,
mid
this
to
might actually be
long range
just
boost
Silent
that it
Genji.
allows you to fight with. And
think Slide missed
Heimdall
it.
is just pushed all the way up here. That speed ring
Easy
plays
access.
sideways on the pillar to engage from Milky, while also allowing the team
Back it
behind
again.
it to get a push forward as well.
Oh, yeah,
This
Spring Grabber
payload
fucking
is just
CD shots
trucking
right
its
now.
way forward.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the
yeah,
race, and
they
that
were
has
not
been the
winning
pace
that.
right now.
Oh my God, Sly's an
I'd be
answer.
surprised if we see Milky swap.
DM him,
toward
please
that
DM him.
Zarya.
DM your
Phenomenal
teammate.
counter against D.Va, but
Oh my
right
God,
now,
please,
D.Va
that's
looks
that
to
nano.
chase him
No,
down.
spec him, bro, spec him.
Then Nano the bomb.
Bitwagon looking for some action here as
No,
well.
no,
They're
he's the
spending a
D.Va.
lot of ultimates to
Yeah, but I think
capture
she
this
bombed.
point, but
She's 97 gold. What are you talking about?
Again,
Yeah, I wasn't even looking
they'll
at the
get that
screen.
extra time, and into the distillery they
Just
go.
watching
Heimdall still
Kill him,
has
bro,
a
kill
bomb
him.
if they want to try and blow it up, but Milky just
Heimdall might be better than Wyatt, I'm gonna say it.
their
Dude,
ultimate will get taken
you
down
guys all
as Sly
think
finds
I'm
the
not.
back line
Heimdall's the
before
goat.
PD drops, so only the Genji is not going to be as consistent
you
a
know
damage
what,
as you want.
he's got
Like
no
we
health.
said, those Juno rockets are
maybe you're right, bro.
insane
He's
to
got no
bolster
health.
your overall
Heimdall's
damage.
better than-
He's
Ew.
goated.
they're going to at least get rid of D.Va here.
Better than Seth.
He does have that ult, so most likely going to
Low-key
try
better
to
than me
use that
today,
here,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I read
relatively
that.
soon, but
I don't know
obviously
about
I think
that
that
one.
pick for
Yeah, guys, I
Zarya
said
would be
better.
great against this D.Va here, so maybe wanting to hang on a bit longer because they do
I
have
might-
that ult.
you
They've
know,
got Juno
hot
and the
take.
sound barrier here as well, but
Oh, see, Spring Grove won, by the way.
continue, or
But
MBSD,
I think that I
continues
should
to
play more
pepper in
Tracer
these
in our
shots
games.
from that Ashe, waiting, just kind of building up toward Bob. That 6-man is always nice to have on the field.
I feel like my Tracer has
I'm not
gotten.
turning
Why
down
did
an
you not
extra
bomb?
player to
Oh,
fight
Heimdall
out
just
on
threw.
the field. The mech is going to be the
I
first to be
think you should
destroyed.
pick
That
any
kinda
Wait,
six
did he?
man
of, like, your
will
3
only
meta
allow the
characters
baby
right now,
D.Va
and it'll
fight
be
their
good.
way on back. The meteor
So,
strike
I don't know,
is
like,
just waiting
just
out
pick
the
based on the
time.
situation.
That's going to be a perfect delay
What, Freya So's
of
Tracer?
the Mountain View
Yeah.
players. They'll re-engage on
Yeah, I
this
think I make
fight
an
with two
exception for
ultimates,
South Fayette,
but
maybe for a little bit of
South Fayette
echo,
and
but
Chicken
I
has
think
found
my
a double
Tracer will
kill
also
as
just fuck them.
Milky extends
Their
for the
supports will be
extra.
fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, chasing all the way up there and finding those staggers
I
are
think
great. It's
South
going to
Fayette
buy
is
an
playing too
additional
much
10, 12 seconds
double
for him here as well. And I mean, we saw 4 minutes
gonna go
plus
double
at
this game right
that checkpoint. They were
Yeah,
making
they
some
will.
great time, but
For
all
Echo,
of a
you saying?
sudden, South Fayette
Yeah.
beginning to lay out
Yeah,
some
they
of these
will.
speed bumps here in the
And
distillery.
then I can, they'll probably pick Cass, and then I can
Sending
just
forward,
go
and
Soj or
looks
go
like the
Freya,
bomb is not really
and that's
gonna
kind of a good
slow
matchup
down
for
this
me.
South Fayette offense. They don't use any ultimates.
Or
They
just go
don't
Tracer
pull the
and hard
trigger
dive 'em,
just
like, I
yet.
mean-
They've got this orbital laser that just means go that can just
He-
help them
he
out
just
in
went
their
back
team
to- but
fight.
they didn't ban
The
home.
Dominators Rockets
Yeah, what the
again
fuck did they
take
ban?
down Vegito. Chicken gets the
They-
PC
oh my God,
work and
Jesus
takes down
Christ.
their
They
supportive
probably banned
combat
Kiri,
on the
right?
other side, and it is a full team fight win
South
already.
Fayette
Heimdall,
definitely.
it is
Playing
just
it all
you
day.
versus 5. It's time
So they
to
could-
back up to the team.
No, I'm saying Mountain View
Yeah, making
banned
that
Kiri,
switch
South
over
Fayette
toward
probably
Roadhog,
banned like
unfortunately, the team was just a
Bastion.
little
Or,
I
bit
would
stacked
Mountain
here,
View-
so they
what
need to
the-
regroup.
Well, Mountain
Back on
View-
toward the brigade.
you
We
ban
see
Kiri.
Mountain
Raven
View
Same
is
reason
trying
on
to
the
play
West
hog,
Branch
then
ban
why
Kiri.
would they
We screwed them
So
one time.
maybe
Just
making a
trying shit, I
couple
guess.
swaps here to see if it does help them out a bit. They have
Probably
the
gonna go
ult
with
here in the hands of
Seth.
Vegito, and Bob is
can blitz.
dangerously close to
Do
coming
we
out
think
of the
Value
battlefield
is
here
smart
as
enough
well.
to realize that
Lions
South Korea
just waiting
does
with
not have a good
patience,
Ana player, so
staring
they
them
just don't care.
down, seeing if they can bait anybody in. Vegito
Bro, Vegito got baited so
fight on
hard.
the worm and are reeled exactly into where the Lions chomp them down. Still
he
attack
popped the blade,
vibes
we're not
are
getting
available as
spectate.
Sly
I wanna
goes
see him
down.
feed.
So Genji for
That's
Genji
exactly what
here,
happened.
but South Fayette are really okay. They've
Hey,
burned
probably
down
easily exploded.
Oh, is that
That
you
is
or is
me.
that
No,
the stream?
it's
3 minutes at this position.
Yeah, and honestly, they pushed that payload back just a bit from where it was
They're getting
over
cooked,
time
bro.
here, and so that contention still comes in. Vegito with the blade, dangerously low, but he finds
Vegeta.
Chicken, looking for another as PD continues to rain
Lord,
down.
I
the
love
shots,
Dragon
but
Ball Z.
Dynamite goes
Yeah.
boom, and PD
Please ult, please
finds
ult, please throw
impending
an ult.
doom here as he's put into the dirt.
Oh,
and for
oh my
what
God.
it's worth,
Oh,
Mountain Dew making
That's
another
a good
connection
Good axe
here.
hook.
They're
That's a wasted
finding
ult.
that pressure.
Give me a
They've
Bob.
still got
Oh,
some
and
room to
MCB
go, and only
fucking D
45
is sucking
seconds
him
to
up
do
there.
it.
Gotta be probably another back-to-back team fight win
Did
if
we
they
2-0
want to
Mountain
move
View?
themselves into a
Yes.
successful position. Of course, this is just the
It was
first
not
half
close.
of this overall map. South
Yeah, I
Fayette
think
will
South
get
Fayette's
their
gonna be the
day in the
easiest
sun
semifinal
to
game
try
we've
and
had
push
actually ever.
towards the
I'm not gonna lie, I think
victory.
Emmaus was better than these
Missed
guys.
That one
Oh
hits
my
the wall.
gosh.
Milky finds Vegito.
Vegito.
That might
And
be
here
true.
comes the man, Doomfist, sending the
Fucking please,
knuckles
please.
right
Oh my
to
God.
the face.
I don't care
With
about the
some
fucking
tools,
reload.
The rally will be sent to
Goddamn
the
idiot.
garbage as
Bro,
Sly
give up.
slices
Oh,
through
why would you
the
say that? He's
and
dead.
the hook
No help,
only
his team all died.
back
He
before
just let his
Heimdall
fucking
is
brig
gonna be
die.
No, no
reserved
help.
back to the rest
Bro,
of the
if you would've
team.
hooked that hog.
And the problem is it's such a
Yep,
far
no help,
walk
no
now.
help.
They're not
The way
holding
they
this
get
much.
back is
They're
if
not
they
holding, it's
stagger
over.
and trickle in, and even then
3-1,
it might
bro.
be too little.
What
Did you give Mountain
This
View a
time
map?
will expire. South Fayette,
Right,
Cooking.
a
Yo, Garrett
very
got the
strong
belt.
He's getting
stand
paid
here
to
in the
be here,
distillery,
by the way.
and now they have a
You're
real
tech-
opportunity
No,
to
I
close
didn't.
it
I thought I
out
gave
and
it to you
punch
last
their
time.
ticket in toward the land.
Well, there's one thing
I
for
just Mountain
certain.
View map
We will
here.
not have a tie.
That means
we will
anything.
not go to overtime.
And they did get a map.
It is either
Yeah.
South Fayette, a
They got
series
3 of 'em.
victorious off a good offensive side push, or Mountain View. Can they hold the line, especially on that first checkpoint? If you
believe in
can delay the time, maybe, just maybe, you could send us to all 5 maps.
Imagine
And hot
Mountain
sauce, we couldn't
View.
have asked for a better series.
Bro,
Yeah,
that
we
would be
can
the
ask for a
best
better
game
day.
of the
Honestly,
season, bro. We've
both
had
of these
no map
series
5s
have been phenomenal for Mountain View,
Okay,
though.
Orisa is
Remember
not
when,
bad.
It is
remember
that final
who played
test here if they
Susquehanna
want to
and beat them?
extend
It
the
was Garnet
series
Valley.
just a bit
Beat
more.
Susquehanna
and
in a map
They
5.
had 4+ minutes after
Yep.
they unlocked that first checkpoint,
That
breaking
was so
into
funny,
the
bro.
distillery. South Fayette was struggling just a little
glad
bit.
you
but
That,
they were
yeah,
able
because
to
that's the game
lock
that
it
went
down
to map
in that
5
close
and
quarter
then
combat area. So
the
I think
fifth
you're
point on
absolutely right.
Flashpoint.
Mountain View is
Yeah,
going to
it was
have
crazy.
to
And it was
on
99 to
Survivor.
99.
stifle this
Yeah,
initial
It was
push
so
here from South
close.
Fayette.
It was crazy.
I remember it.
It's gotta be right now. It's all
Wait,
in
wait,
front of
Orisa.
you. One defensive
That's actually a good
side
pick
to
finally,
sum
man.
up your season for the Eagles.
I still
They're
think the
go,
Widow's gonna.
again, a
Wait,
little bit
why is
long
PD on
range of
Widow?
a composition,
Is
but
it
a
just a
team
troll
that's
pick?
going to be
think we do
prone
Hog Mirror.
to those Widow shots.
Oh,
If
Who was
Vegito
PD playing
and
last
Esports
round?
2 are not
Was Soldier,
careful,
right?
they could lose
Yeah.
their lives real early, and that snowball
was
could give the
so
Lions.
slimy.
every
I saw
Swaggy,
proper
yeah.
play
As
Soldier in this patch,
has
so it
just
must
been
be good.
phenomenal on
Yep.
this
That's
Doomfist.
right.
what
One
I'm thinking.
backline
Chicken's
disruption
busting it down.
advantage again could just be the
Chicken
push
was getting
ready to
that gives
Ajax
the
again.
Lions a spot in the semis.
For every time I see
PD
that
is off
Lucio
the
skin now, I
Soldier
just
for the
think of
time
chicken.
being, heading over toward the snipes of Widow. Sly waiting
Why-
patiently here
PD's
for the
actually
time
just
being.
knocking out.
Mountain View looking to take a page
Let's
from the
grab
book
it.
here and use this
How many
high
kills is he getting, guys?
Nah,
advantage.
this guy's
Gotta be
bad.
careful of the
Okay,
snipes
be
from
honest,
PD.
standing
He
still.
stood still.
No,
It's
that was
just
a
like
crazy
you're
flick.
predicting everything
He just
here
missed
today.
that Bastion.
Sees the
80
shot
driven.
before it even
And then he died to
happens.
Versa.
Heimdall
He's
able to
tagging,
get the
he's
headshot in their own right.
I agree with him, it's unlucky.
I see
Yeah,
the
always
snipes
like
going
support,
back and
no
forth with the Orisa duel
Yep.
on towards that.
Why
High
is it-
ground
why
play.
does he
even
Milky
power punch?
Instead,
Why?
is just going to be burning down.
Who's gonna die from
waiting
this
for
power
the
punch?
reinforcements of the
Ash?
team.
Or Bastion?
Yeah, smart play
Oh,
here.
Ash.
Just allow everybody to kind of get back into a
Oh,
great
no,
position.
wait,
You got
the
a
Ash-
nice little
the Ash
push
is
to
setting
start
in,
things
though.
off,
I
but you
can
got to
tell
get
he's
around
gonna-
this
Bastion
corner
is dead to the
and look to
fucking
solidify that
Yeah,
checkpoint here.
What's
he
Vegito
doing?
with a lot of
Wait, what is
control
he gonna
on
do?
top, trying to decide
Chicken.
who to melt
Okay.
down. We'll
Chicken.
find
Chicken.
one as Heimdall
Why
finds Sly
exactly
here as
was
well.
What the hell?
Was able to
PD,
get
bro.
Raven.
This
PD now a
fucking
sniper.
guy,
There's
man.
flat stripes in the kill feed.
Oh, they get
once
another touch
more.
here, though. They get another touch. If
Milky's
we just stop
still
staggering.
alive
pushing.
here to continue the the stripes going their way. That's a double kill with control of the payload.
Oh, it's Beard, man.
South Van do have to be a little bit careful here as there's gonna be another Mountain View fight before they hit this first checkpoint. But just look
First
at
sentient thing ever said by a caster.
Hey, can you play one game just to get at least a predicted rank?
Yeah,
No,
look
I
at
do have
Sly
a rank
here
on
in a very
Diamond 1.
advantageous position,
Oh,
looking
what?
for a cheeky play.
many
PD's
games
going
did
to
you
draw
play?
a lot of attention here from
Oh,
these snipes.
oh.
Sly looking to drop in for that back line here as well. And now maybe a 1v1
like
against the
game last night.
Cassidy, and it is Cassidy
Oh,
who's dangerously
damn.
low. Sly
They're
will
done,
jump
they're
on
done
him,
for,
find the
they're done
attack,
for.
and now
Wait,
Sly
okay,
looking to
that's
find
Milky?
the checkpoint.
No.
Milky's an inner. Wait, that's
Wyatt
Wyatt
on
on
the
Risa
Touch
right
the
there.
point,
Wyatt
touch
on
the
Risa.
point. You have a
on the
result,
right
touch
side,
the
but because
point.
you've lost Milky,
He's got it,
and
Milky.
hang on.
Heimdall does never
Speedwing to
never doesn't
kinda
touch the
boost
point,
in
bro.
and
That-
out.
yep,
Vegito's
that's-
gonna be sliced down to half,
Oh,
but not
oh,
before
oh,
taking down
Oh
Bubba.
god,
go.
this
What were you
is
saying?
Wyatt on bat. This is Wyatt on bat, but it's okay. Wait,
He might have shot that he.
Huge stuff.
Yeah, well, why is it wide then?
Wait,
Utilizing
please,
the
please, please,
valley to
watch
get
these guys
themselves
up there do
back
not
in the
stand in the
fight.
way.
And with
You gotta
2
see the
meters
slides
to
on
go,
there.
They know.
Oh,
Wait, they
see,
didn't-
Diamond 1 is like the
They don't want to get him.
Crazy goal
Particularly
line
our
stand
range.
here from
They're too
Mountain
far
View, and
from
all of a
They
sudden
know when to get
it's
him.
become
Yeah.
that much more
the
feasible.
bashing
You start
comes
to
out.
wonder, can they pull off this crazy upset? They've got a couple
Oh,
ultimates
yeah.
to work with
Wait,
as
yeah.
well. South
Hit a shot!
Bay
Hit a shot!
about in a
Oh,
similar
he
was
position.
one.
That 2 meters now becoming 5.
You see,
and
this stream has
slowly
default
trickling
crossovers
backwards.
though.
I also got the stream. No, he already used to.
Oh, he's dead. He has no roll. He has no roll. He's dead.
No
help. No help. No help. No
You
help.
might hit every shot. Might hit every shot.
No help. No, they're done. This map is over. This map is over.
There's still next point.
This map is over, bro. There's
No,
no
no,
way.
it's doable.
They're gonna stack far
He's gonna
up.
get a 5K behind it. I'm calling it.
Oh, they get checkpoint
this
1.
now?
It is a little bit slow
Why
in
is it not
Mountain
being
View.
Malga?
Remember,
It's
we
really
have
zombie.
a little more than 4
No, please
minutes
take it
at
out.
this
This
point.
is-
So
this
Sly
is-
Psyduck is locking the Malga and running.
Heimdall clutches these. Heimdall clutches these every day.
Still to make that push just a bit further.
They got
This
good
is
ults
where
right
South
now.
Bet was able to stall out Mountain View. Can Mountain View
They do have good
something
ults.
similar?
What was that? Yo, what?
Wait, he's going. He's going. He's going.
Help him.
He's going.
Help him. Help him.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Help your teammate!
They have to. They have
Create
to.
a lobby.
I didn't
Traded, they traded,
I
bro.
actually put us in one.
Heimdall has the ultimate
that hard.
alongside
You're using
Raven.
games.
Okay,
That
we did
nano,
bring the game down to
who do
one
they
fight by
spend
not
it on?
fighting
But
close,
Sly
but-
is just up in their face, pushing them
Wait,
back.
shoot that deflect. Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
Why would he
Flush
die?
comes in now. The dash.
No,
He's done a ton of
Bastion
damage.
might be the worst
but
player in the
there's
game.
enough support in there to keep everybody
Where's
up
he going?
in shape. They've got 3
I tried-
ults,
I tried
including
that,
this
I
Terror
instantly
Surge, and a
exploded.
real opportunity
Yeah, you're
here
right.
for Mountain View to begin to shut
Gotta get
something
Mountain
down.
But you're not in silver.
Just a huge front
Wait,
line
ultim.
team fight here.
Oh,
Sly takes
no, they're
down
dead.
These
Surge
ults
I told you,
again,
it's
and
over.
Chicken is ready to go. Orbital laser means fight and fight.
Oh,
no! Well, is there even a
Their
chance
Bastion
to get
low-key,
back?
like, that was a
It's
terrible
2
pick,
down
I'm
to
not gonna
nothing.
lie.
South Fayette
Oh my gosh, you
puts
just
their
dodged all those?
tickets.
How did they let this
South Fayette does it.
Wait, a
Mountain
rare
View
push game.
putting up a hell of
Grove, it
And
should
no one
be
ever picks push.
feeling like that's
Nicely.
No one.
relatively attainable.
Psyduck
here,
on the
but
Oh
mountain.
god.
8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, use
left.
it to
I feel
heal,
like
you
it's still
pussy.
gonna be quite some
Oh,
time
why
till
is
we
he
really
holding
have
it?
to worry about how far either team has pushed this.
Why are they down a
Yeah,
player?
this is to begin with, like you said, this is absolutely just contesting for space and
Oh.
control.
You're
and
cutting
moving
me?
around in the map here. Get yourselves comfortable
Yeah, you like
with what
it?
angles you want to play from, how the other team is approaching, trying to apply
Okay,
pressure to your
okay,
backline or your
wait.
DPS. In the moment, it's just going to be an all-out battle for the control.
Why wasn't this guy playing Ram the whole game? Like,
Why is CB South playing
He's
like
nanoing
a
yourself.
fucking
That's
pro
crazy.
team right now? They just kited to where they wanted to fight and then instantly killed them. No one ever does that. Yeah.
How do they know how to do this? Did Boyle Tyler teach them the ways, bro?
Progressing
I mean,
its way
that was
forward.
like the perfect way to play that.
That's just
First
so
one,
coordinated.
pull the
You did
Malga
it.
up and then
Rocket
rush, and
potentially
then
to
just
the
run at
7
him.
to count down to start moving.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, what?
These guys are like sentient.
So that a little bit of,
They like how to play.
Oh,
space as well
hello.
as far as with your respawn.
So now you got the Kicking
in the tuck said SF Wash, and then Moose already said we know, and I said yeah, we already know that.
Who said we know?
Moose,
Oh, I tried
Westmont
to
Hilltop.
That lets them
Oh.
all push forward. They've got control of that point as well. All 5 players on
Oh,
it as now
I can't
Spring
aim.
Grove to extend
Seabagging him.
their point push forward.
I know I was up here.
This is the slight
No,
difference
I forgot you could even do
in
that.
push.
Might be the most even push game of
versus
all time. They
the
did let him cap the
hybrid
checkpoint though, so.
Escort the cart style game mode where the ebb and flow sees the bot
What?
retracting its progression a lot quicker than the cart will recant
Bro, just bob the cart.
progress.
Bob it, bob it, bob it,
That
bob
means
it.
that Spring Grove might actually be
I
able
missed
to
every shot.
less
Bobby!
daunted
Bobby!
by the distance put on the
Oh,
board
wait,
by
dude.
CB South so
Yeah, that was
far.
a good
South
KT, low-key.
already
Could have bobbed
made
it
up the
counter
ground in
though.
difference thanks to
Yeah.
Babby Flay knocking down FaZe Rock.
They are gonna
See
cap
that
check
line
point
on
too.
their screen there as they do
That's okay.
also.
If they win next fight, if they lose next fight, CB South lost. But if they win next fight, they can win.
Also still got all
I was looking at the Bob.
upright and vertical.
Not bad, yeah.
Still
Psyduck is smart enough to stack
their
ults
way
if it comes in an OT
Titan.
fight, so they need to win this fight right now.
Like you got to be able to regather the control here relatively soon. Momentum can be dangerous
I can't shot on
when
that.
it comes
I think I
to
see
a
myself already
push
capped.
map.
I'm emailing you.
Grove already flirting
There we
with
It
go.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Psyduck gets called back to defend the back line as
It's only
CB
two
South
fights.
do
Damn.
Good bob. This is a good bob.
allow the intimidation.
Hey, rush, rush,
factor,
rush, 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 rush,
forcing
rush,
the Shaft
rush,
to
rush,
turn
rush.
off of their point of focus as
Rush,
well. Psyduck
rush. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
He's got a fucking 5K.
I'm installing him.
Pentakill.
He's
What?
a big boy.
He
Able to
even
buy a
killed the
whole
bob. That's
bunch of
only a
space
6K,
here
bro.
for
What?
Spring Grove
Different.
Is Psyduck, and now
I did
it's
not mean to push
already
that.
at
Never.
80.
This is what I was
Let's
meant to
call
be,
it
bro. What
90
happened to me?
meters here for the Rockets, and
What?
finding a big
That is
Not as
wild,
good,
bro.
sort of
Oh,
play
very
like
good.
And he's
that.
dead now,
skill.
too.
That's
Wait, that's a big
what?
beat.
Of momentum. FaZe
That was all
Rock
skill.
trying to find
Artie
some
with the
way
pick, Artie.
somehow to push Psyduck back.
Oh shit, Artie.
Unfortunately, though, hasn't been
I can
successful.
just clock your shit.
Wait, he's gonna kill Phoenix. He's gonna kill
Every
Phoenix. He's
single
kill
thing.
Phoenix.
You really missed every single
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Psyduck, now the last
How?
player left
Jet dash.
standing.
Oh.
But Psyduck says, you know what? I
No,
don't
I
need
didn't.
He's just
it.
doing it
I'm
himself.
gonna continue trekking on forward myself.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No.
Psyduck
How
might
did
be
he
Thanos.
reach those in a 1v5?
Not like Genji. I hate to see this, but like,
He's playing against AI supports, bro. There's no way.
He might be Thanos. Like,
excels and is able to get ahead of the curve.
This guy goes diva, this game is over, by the way. Like,
I won that.
And health points
not
to
just
have
that.
to burn through. And
or
what a
reset.
play
I won
out of
that.
Psyduck. I mean, crack
Yeah.
out the Pokedex.
I won
Q.
that.
This point in time,
Yeah,
I'm
see,
looking
that's why I
at
said victory at the
100%
top left.
perfect IVs.
Yeah, that.
Good so far
Yeah.
here. Cage
Everyone's in there,
fight
right?
gonna be
Wait,
broken
rush, you
down
fucking
here as well
idiot.
by
Oh my god, they're
Psyduck.
throwing the game. This
Says,
character's
you know
ass.
what? You ain't
She's been holding
going
it for a
too
year.
far.
Oh,
Fred
no.
Jet falls, the couch falls, and let's call
Might get
FaZe
dipped.
Rock and Artie falling
Yeah.
as
Booga,
well.
booga, booga.
As quick as it looked like CB South was going to be able to push back
got
up
it. You get
against the
juice already, huh?
Rockets.
Yeah.
Spring Grove says
Am I full
not
cap?
today. They're now past that 100-meter mark.
And they would do it.
Around this corner, they'll be able to see the finish line. FaZe Rock
That's
and
crazy.
Frenchette both have those ults at their disposal. But
Okay.
Frenchette
My God,
already
they're
has
gonna
FaZe
full
Rock on the verge of
I watch
falling
this
as
now.
well.
Push them up.
Spring Grove
Bro, honestly, I feel like
very
the
well
the
just
better
secured
team
themselves
really
victory.
just rolls and push.
Hard to say this corner is a crucial point to be able to
I
fight.
mean, it was even for a while.
To be able to contest this here, but it looks
Like every time we play push, I feel like we just stomp.
the final
No.
fight for it now. They
Just
are
full
going to
cap.
get one
Like,
final
don't we
respawn
full
off,
cap
but
and
it's
push
only
unless
as
we're
far
the
as the
worst team.
couches. They
Oh my
fall first
gosh.
in the firing line. Braden and FaZe Rock though find one apiece either as
I
well.
was
Oh,
thinking
no, it's all I
I
have
think
left.
push is one of the harder like modes to
Psyduck,
play,
though,
and a
for
lot
one
of
in
people are just
response,
kind of
FaZe Rock
dumb.
does take out that
E-Dragon.
play.
I thought this was not around.
It is Psyduck that has been dominating the pace and the tempo.
Esperanza.
Oh no, it
has
is.
been
it
taken
is.
out.
Yeah.
And there goes
It's
the rest of
Runesop,
the team with it.
Esperanza,
This
and
box is on its
Sorabasa.
way back round the outside queue, and we might not be over and said and done for just yet.
Yeah, definitely
Artie needs help, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Psyduck knows who to target.
Yeah.
He has figured it out.
Talking about the beauty
No.
of
Yeah.
push. Spring
Should've
Grove
tried that.
was on the doorstep. Now all of a sudden,
Okay.
CB South does have a chance to try and push back just a little bit. The Bob not going to be successful. Psyduck trying to find a way around the corner, going to be able to do so.
CD South, what happened to
Rest
them,
of the
bro?
squad here as well, trying
Yeah.
to find a pick on the
Okay,
back
this
line,
might be a
while
little
being
overkill.
unsuccessful in that regard. It's
Oh,
still
Artie. Oh,
pushing
took the
the
run
CB
per.
South squad back,
Wait, I think
and
I
all of a
predicted
sudden
3-1.
they're
Wait, I
around
might
the
be
corner,
goated.
and they have visuals on the finish
He
line.
finally went
Engage
Malga,
right
bro. I've been
as
telling
well.
him. Oh my god.
One
Horrible
shining
cage.
grace
Okay,
for
I got the
CB
DPS
South
passive,
is
let's go.
that
That's
it is
fine.
Plat
Oh my gosh,
stripes
that's
in the
crazy.
kill feed
This is
momentarily
Wyatt on
for
this
majority
game,
of
bro.
the
I'm
That's
action
crazy.
So far as the rest of the
We
squad
got
is able to
WB.
do well too. Sustain not on their favor.
Dude,
Those
it's over, bro.
switches
They're
yourself
they're
Yeah,
and
I
closer
did.
and closer to that final checkpoint. The
was-
bot will crawl. Sleepy Monkey onto Braden,
Are we
gets
expecting
back
a
to
white
Psyduck,
knight?
does
Yeah,
take
use
out
the
Wiggly Monkey. Psyduck and Psycho Toes come together in response as the couch and Artie fall down. There
God,
goes
they
FaZe
full
Rock
cap.
and Psycho Toes is back. Sleepy Monkey
can't
takes
dodge.
out Frenchette. Braden is down, and ladies and gentlemen, that is
I
your
think
game.
I don't think
Spring
this
Grove
works against
take
Carlisle
it
though. Like
for
they just
a
go
one.
reset. They know how to just beam him.
Spring
No, that doesn't
Grove were
happen.
able to end up completing the push. You
That's-
gotta
Brady,
give
you
it
might
up
be
to
coping.
Wait,
CB
I
South.
3-1?
They
Wait, I
came in,
might be
they
goated.
were
What
able
are
I
you
might be
doing?
goated.
some resistance
I don't know how to use his name.
at the
Listen,
stage.
I
I
know Spring Grove.
Just too
I was right here, I gotta be
strong.
right
You
here.
can see on this play of the game, part of it,
That I
due
think
to the
is
fact
good.
that Psyduck
Bro,
playing so aggressive. This
No.
was
Oh
that
my God.
5K from earlier.
I'm about to change my
that
South Fayette
really
prediction to
helped them
3-0 through after that fucking shit show I just watched.
I mean, we spoke about what it would take from CB South to push themselves to a potential map 5. What we didn't
They're just
talk
not
about
believers.
was that Spring Grove would
Okay,
have
so this
enabled
is a little
them
unfair.
to react and respond that
Get
quickly.
on the ground.
There was a disgusting turnaround
I
of the
missed it.
tempo, all off
I
of
suck.
one
I mean,
initial moment.
Psyduck's the GOAT, right? Like,
Like you said, it's
Yeah,
timing.
bro. He is.
Sometimes it's not always about
Wait,
throwing
KN9's editing it
everything
right now.
at it
Or Samantha
straight off the
Bickle is.
mark. The one amazing
She just pasted in
major
Go
match
back.
Spring
Grove.
where Spring Grove
Spring Grove and
outperformed
Carlisle
South
for
here.
30th rematch of the year.
Crazy.
That initial milestone in favor of
Dude,
CB South.
I'm telling
Spring
you.
Grove chose
He got
not
it.
to contest
Spring
it.
Grove's goated.
They waited until just after it had been locked in.
You
They
didn't deserve it.
flooded that bot and matched, mirrored, and bettered.
I want to watch our game
Hey,
back
I
now.
think this is what literally
immediately
everyone
response.
predicted.
Yeah, this is what I had. I mean, if you didn't, you're low-key kind of stupid.
I mean, you have to be, right? Like, it's the 4 best teams, I think, other than West Branch.
Yeah, I think West
Yeah,
Branch
let's go
will beat
solo
South
queue.
easily. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
I think West Branch beats all these teams.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I think it's probably
Wait, does that
you
mean?
guys,
Wait,
West
does
Branch.
Does that mean that we beat all these
On
teams?
the other side of the bracket, however,
yeah.
complete pandemonium. It's going to be the 8 seed.
Wait, I'm
versus
gonna
the
watch.
20
Wait,
seed
check out my
going
stream,
into the
Brady.
playoffs as Penn Manor will be squaring off against South.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch.
watch that game.
I do gotta say that does feel like it gives the nod to either the teams coming from this side of the bracket. A little bit of motivation.
Alright, let's watch this
feeling
shitty
like
game
as long
back
as
now.
they're able to break
Look, like
Wait.
that. He was hitting me, bro.